Welcome back to Tabletop Titans for another epic game of Warhammer 40k 9th edition. And it is so epic today because we have the debut of the Dark Angels.
Yes.
And this is a fantastic codex supplement. One of the best Space Marine ones out there so far. Tons to do. It's actually one of the more complicated, and it's modified the game. It's like they made changes to detachments. There's like 3 super doctrines in here.
That's right.
It's a big book. They've really made 3 separate armies in this one book.
It's super, super exciting. I think Dark Angels fans should be excited. People who just play Space Marine should be excited at the potential from this. Really, really cool book, and can't wait to play it today.
And it's actually very strong, keeps up with everything else out there. Yeah. And there's multiple army lists you can make in here that are really strong. We just started building our own new studio army, because this is an army that's actually on loan to us.
That's right.
So we started building our own studio army because this book's got us both really jazzed.
Yeah.
There's so much in here.
There's so many fun and interesting combinations, and like you said, ways of building out the army like never before. It is still very, very powerful. A couple of the things got addressed.
There were some strong stratagems that got taken back.
Yeah, but overall, I think it's kind of an increase in power. So
sure
really, really excited, and makes it less of a mono build for some of these sub-factions, which is cool.
One of the great things, you could build all Deathwing armies, all Ravenwing armies. Today we wanted to show a bit of everything, so we've got a mixture.
Yeah.
But we actually do have a single Ravenwing detachment, so that's going to be great. So why don't we jump ahead, take a look at the armies that we're playing today. So I'm playing the Necrons today.
Oh yeah.
Which are always a great army to test a new codex against.
Yes, exactly.
Right? They're a very, very balanced force. They can generally take anything on.
Yeah, they're a good litmus test.
They are. So I've got a single battalion detachment, and I am Mefrit. Mefrit's kind of my tried and true. If I'm not building an all combat build, then if I'm just going with normal blobs of warriors and things like that, then Mefrit is generally my go-to.
Yeah, totally.
The combat variants are generally stronger, but I've got a lot of combat models coming from my painter soon. So probably by the next time we play the Necrons, we're gonna have tons of new stuff, Silent Kings and Void Dragons and all kinds of great new things, Ophidian Destroyers. But today we've got a very tried and true list. So why don't I take you through, starting with my leader. This is the best leader, of course. It's the Catacomb Command Barge.
Yes.
And I've upgraded him to the Pharaon, because that's right, that's who he is.
Naturally.
And I've given him the upgraded Void Scythe, which is awesome because it has that flat 3 damage.
Right.
You can't ignore it, no feel, no pains, no nothing like that. And actually, you've got a lot of 3-wound models.
I do indeed.
Actually, like whole army is 3-wound models, basically.
Yeah, actually it is. Yeah, and I feel no pain. So there you go. This is a really great relic. And I actually didn't even realize until literally today, this is for any of the dynasties.
Yeah.
It's so I'm going to start taking this, honestly.
Yeah, it's one of my favorite. He's also got a Resorb on him, which is really great. And man, I'm just really excited about him. And then, of course, actually, I'm blanking out. What's his warlord trait again?
So the improved Will of the Pharaon, it's a longer range for the Pharaon abilities. So it's going to 9, going to 12 for warriors.
Oh, nice, great.
Yeah, so it's nice.
So, okay, and then we've got the Royal Warden, who's my next pick. I really love the Royal Warden. And I've given him the Veil of Darkness, given that ability to teleport.
Yeah.
It's really, really useful. Obviously, you need that ability to fall back. You can tag me really easily. Yeah. So having that fallback ability at any time really makes you think twice about it.
That one is so hard to. To me, it's very much an auto include, right? Even if you're not building around it, this list can really, really use it. But honestly, in many games, even if it's just a 5-man immortal squad, it's still great to just have that 1 CPU teleport in your pocket. So
yeah. Lastly, I have a Chronomancer for that ability to get the invulnerable save, get the reroll charges. Because you really do need that invulnerable save. And hey, you've got a lot of AP3.
I do, indeed.
So it's actually really going to matter.
Yeah.
So those are my general HQ slots. The meat of the army, of course, is 2 20-man warrior blobs.
Cool.
And they've got the Gauss Reapers, just because that's kind of our favorite gun.
Yeah, we like that one.
You want that extra AP, you want that extra strength.
Yep.
And actually, it's going to matter in this game because you're a lot of T5 as well.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm really excited about that, and you'll be getting up close. Right. I think a lot of the time. So I'll be in plenty of range to reap you. So that'll be great. Then we have 2 5-man squads of Immortals, and they just have the Gauss as well. Yeah. Great high AP, high strength. It's going to be great for tearing through some of your saves as well.
Yeah, exactly.
Although we'll see, because you have invulnerable saves.
That's right.
And then we have a model that is making its triumphant return. This is the Canoptic Reanimator. This thing dropped a huge number of points, and all of a sudden I think it's pretty good. Like I rate it. It's actually really great.
Yeah.
So we've got one of them, and we're going to see how it performs. I think it's going to be solid this game. So I'm holding my breath for that.
Yeah.
We'll see. I think he'll be great. The problem is it doesn't work. I have to do it in my command phase, right? And
That's
so
true.
It doesn't work first turn,
Right.
which is the only thing I really hate about it.
Yeah. That's true. And you do need line of sight. But that one's easier to get around with all these big warrior blobs that are like
you can trail model back or something.
Who cares? That's fine.
Absolutely. Yeah. Okay, and then what I have is 3 canoptic wraiths.
That's right.
I haven't actually taken the wraiths in a while.
Yeah.
And so I'm excited to have the wraiths back on the table. They just give me a bit of speed and utility and a little bit of punch.
Yeah.
I think they're actually going to be surprisingly useful if I'm careful with them.
I think so. Yeah, they're a nice little utility that'll just kind of be a general small unit to move around, because a lot of your army, especially this list, is a bunch of big hammers, right? You have the warriors, you have the big vehicles, and so this will be a nice small unit you can kind of have running around. Agreed.
I've also got 4 tomb blades with the particle casters. I like the particle casters because they're cheap and they're almost as good as the other weapons.
Yeah, exactly.
And I just like to keep these guys cheap.
Yeah.
I use them for speed. I use them for some extra DACA.
Yeah.
And so I'm really into them. They've been working well for me so far with the particle casters, but they're not so good that I want many of them.
Right.
It just gives me a bit of speed where I don't normally have it. So I'm into that. I'm really excited. And then the unit I'm probably most excited to see do some work is my Triarch Praetorians. I have a unit of 10 of them.
You love these guys.
Which is a lot.
Yeah.
They're a ton of points, right? And but they're so strong. You throw the invulnerable save on them, and they can do some real work.
Pretty brutal, man.
Yeah, and with the reroll charges, they're going to be hard to dig out if they come in and tag a bunch of army.
This is going to be the unit to watch, especially for the Necrons in this game.
I think it's keeps you honest about coming too close to me.
That's true.
Right? Because they'll definitely counterpunch.
Yeah.
And then I have, lastly, 2 Doomsday Arcs.
Nice.
Give me some long-range firepower. They've got really high, high enough damage to cut through. You don't have any vehicles, but they'll cut through, bikes and inceptors and all kinds of stuff. The AP is going to be a teeny bit wasted on your army, but things like the inceptors, for instance, don't have the invulnerable saves,
exactly. And the D6, it sounds in some ways like it could be overkill, but the truth is, with 3 wounds plus the apothecary, it's actually kind of at that sweet point right there.
Yeah, actually, it's like not even enough.
Not enough, yeah, exactly.
So that's what I've got today. It's actually a real mixture of tools.
Yeah, it's cool.
Really lots of holding potential if you get up close. Withering firepower.
Yeah, that's the terrifying thing with Mephrit, especially. Even those Goths are going to be, or sorry, the Reapers are going to be at 17-inch range, right? That's it's no joke.
It's pretty good.
Yeah,
that's me.
Cool deal. Well, let's take a look at the Dark Angels. I'm really excited to be piloting them today. Cannot wait for that. I told Brian, I was like, hey, Dark Angels are coming out. I'm going to play them on Saturday. I'm so excited for them. Let's talk about the army composition briefly. As we mentioned, there are some new rules for building armies, and it's really, really exciting. I'm actually using one of them today. This is called Second Company, and this is in any Outrider detachment in which every unit is Ravenwing, has the Ravenwing keyword. Your bike squads and your Outrider squads become objective secured. Now, to be clear, this isn't all biker units. It's literally the Space Marine bike squad and the Outriders. So still awesome. It's really, really great. We don't have any Outriders painted today. I want to try those in the future, but we do have 3x3 of the regular bikes, so we'll be looking at that. The other thing that it gives, which is really nice, is it gives you essentially refunds the command points spent on that detachment if your warlord is in it. So same thing that they do with battalions and patrols. Finally, you get to do that with this detachment. So really, really tasty. I'm loving it. So let's go ahead and I have that, and then I have a patrol for reasons which we'll talk about as we get through. So let's start off with the Ravenwing stuff. I want to talk first about the bike captain. And of course, this is from the Space Marine book, but they of course have that little caveat inside that you can make him Ravenwing,
which is great.
So it's awesome.
So you had to pay to make him Ravenwing?
No, it actually is just if he's Dark Angel, he just gets Ravenwing.
That's great.
Exactly. Unlike some of the Deathwing stuff, these ones are specifically in the codex.
Nice, nice.
So I've got him. He's pretty bare bones. He's going to be running around. He's got the I don't think he actually has anything, so he's just running around as a captain essentially with Power Sword. That's him. I have, of course, Charlie Slappin is making his return. This again also has the Ravenwing keyword, and he's awesome. I'm giving him, of course, the +2 to charge litany. This is super important for everything in Dark Angels, to be honest. It's great for the bikes. It's great for Terminators when they deep strike, especially as you guys will notice that one of the strats is gone. The one where you can actually deep strike a unit of Deathwing Terminators close by to a Ravenwing unit is out of the book. So this isn't unexpected, right? Because a lot of these auto delivery strats are just completely gone.
Correct.
So not surprised.
They're making charges from reserve supposed to be hard.
Yes, exactly. So that's him. And then I have totally blanking. That's my HQs because I only get 2 in that detachment, right? One of the small disadvantages of the Outriders, of course, is you only get those 2 slots.
Yeah.
And Space Marines have great heroes, right?
And in fact, more than Space Marine wanting heroes, the Dark Angels want heroes.
Yes. Oh my gosh, completely ran out of slots.
Yeah.
So let's talk about. I do have elites. I've actually maxed out my elites in this detachment. I have 2 units of Ravenwing Black Knights.
Very nice.
Really excited for these guys. I love them. They have the double plasma talons and all that good stuff. So really solid unit. They're 2x5. One of them has a grenade launcher for reasons we'll discuss later on.
You're checking into that grenade launcher.
Yeah, exactly. And of course, all with Corvus hammers, naturally. And then because I have that, it also gives me the ability to get some of their support characters without taking up a slot, right? So we have, of course, the Ravenwing Ancient. This is, it functions as a, well, that's a Deathwing Ancient Bridger, but that's okay.
Nailed it.
And so this guy is going to be running around with Rights of War, giving objective secure to the other bikes, right? My regular attack bikes are OBSEC. This gives it to everyone else. So running around with that, always tasty. And then I have the secret leader, the Ravenwing Chief Apothecary, of course on a bike because he is Ravenwing. And you know this guy, you hate him. He's going to be running around, healing bikes, rezzing bikes, doing good stuff, man.
He's amazing.
He's so great. So yeah, there we go. There's the, that's the Ravenwing Ancient right there. So those are my Ravenwing support characters. Then, of course, this is Ravenwing. Let's talk about the fast attack, right? As I mentioned, 3x3 of the regular bikes, just completely naked, as cheap as possible. And they're just great OBSEC units. And we'll talk about why OBSEC is so important to this army.
Bikes with OBSEC is just great.
It's awesome. It's great, 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 great. So we've got that. That is the full Outrider detachment.
I'm into it.
And then I also have a patrol, which I've kind of run as a mixed attachment. This is where you can put your Green Wing. This is where you're going to put kind of an auto-take unit, which is the Librarian.
Okay.
If you guys haven't heard about their ridiculous powers, they are amazing. Today I made him Chief Librarian because they're that important. So he's going to have the +1 to cast from the Warlord trait from that and no additional power. His 3 powers are going to be, it's pretty amazing. One of them, you've heard about the ones that turn off auras. I'm not taking that today because it wouldn't be a great army to actually show them off against.
Right.
But I am taking one that makes an opponent fight last.
Oh.
It's 18-inch range, fight last. Amazing. That's Mindworm. I'm also taking Engulfing Fear. This is another one that's 24-inch range and turns off objective secured, amongst other things.
Oh my god.
That's like the middle ability that it does.
This is the best psychic tree in the game so far.
It is, absolutely. Like 5 out of these are just amazing.
This army's so good that you'd want 2 psychers.
Yes, absolutely.
If you had more HQ slots.
Yeah, that's the thing. And that's the one of the disadvantages of a Ravenwing specifically, I'd say, is there's no Ravenwing Librarian.
That's right.
Deathwing can get Terminators.
So you always have to take a second detachment. And you can never play like a pure Ravenwing and have a Librarian because you need to have these Librarians.
I just think they're too good to say no to, right? And again, because he is Chief Librarian, I've taken another one, which is Righteous Repugnance. This is another one that always shocked me existed. This is full rerolls to hit and to wound in melee for one of my units.
Oh my god.
What? Like,
it's so good.
Okay, cool. That's amazing. So anyways, that's my Librarian. He's running around with a jetpack. I get scared. And of course, there's more. We can answer questions as we go through.
I wish I had some denies.
Seriously. Yeah, that's true.
Because, oh my god, those powers are going to be so good in this game.
They're so clutch.
Yeah.
This is the biggest threat to Death Guard now, essentially, is
because of those powers.
Turning their stuff off in return. It's real scary.
Oh.
Anyway, so finish up. I have 2 troops in my patrol. They're both infiltrators. And actually, I really like infiltrators in Marines for a lot of reasons. And this game it'll be good against Veil.
Well, yeah, my Veil is actually going to be impacted quite a bit.
Exactly. So that's nice. And then they give me a bit of kind of backfield or front field scoring in the early game.
Nice.
And lastly, of course, the Plasma Inceptors. Really, really love these guys.
Weapons of the Dark Age is back.
It's back, baby.
2 CP now, though.
Yeah.
But on these Plasma Inceptors, it's vicious. Vicious.
It's so nasty. So you can go up to 3 flat damage with
or
the
2 without overcharging.
Exactly. So
which actually, both of those are equally useful.
Exactly. So really excited. Got them with a 5-man, so I can stay mostly so I can keep all my strats, my transhuman and the
keep them cheap.
+1 armor, 1 CP. Yeah. So that's me. That's a whole lot. We've got a lot more to discuss as we move forwards. I can't wait.
It's great. And this isn't, we're not playing the Deathwing today, but we're going to be playing them on our Tuesday game.
It's Tuesday, members only game.
So members only game Deathwing, and I assure you the Deathwing are exceptionally strong.
Yeah, they're really good.
We're going to put a vote up soon, if we haven't already, about what we're going to have to pick to go up against that, and we're going to have to pick some heavy hitters. Because it's a very strong army.
We think that the Deathwing are probably stronger in general than the Ravenwing.
Yes.
As a pure force, I think the combination, you could find something that's more powerful than both.
That's true.
But a pure Deathwing is like
it's exceptionally strong.
Yeah. So,
all right, what mission are we playing today, Bridger?
We are playing mission 1-2. This is Scorched Earth from the GT pack.
hey.
There are 6 objectives, and 2 of them are actually completely hidden.
Yeah, you can't see them all.
Naturally.
There's 2 in each deployment zone, 1 here and 1 back there. And then in my deployment zone, 1 here, 1 there. Now there's 2 in the middle that are really hard to spot. There's 1 right back there behind the big mountain, and then there's 1 here underneath the bridge. And in fact, I can put an objective on the second floor to mark that one for you. But the one behind the mountain, you're just gonna have to trust us.
Oh.
Yeah, I'm trying to see. No,
All right. Yeah, no, it's totally in a blind spot. And this is a hold 1, hold 2.
Yeah,
right.
hooray!
With
None of
6
that nonsense
objectives.
from yesterday.
So, would you like to take a look at our war zone?
Ooh, let's do it. Welcome to Warzone Mars. One of our favorite boards is making a return after a long hiatus.
That's right. The Necrons are tired of the Admech stealing their tech.
That's right.
We're coming in to steal their tech.
Oh no!
And the Admech are scared, so they're bringing in the first.
That's true. And I also heard that one of your Necrons is actually just a Fallen.
Yeah, you saw that they were painted green and they were doing shady stuff.
Yeah.
And you were like, wait a second.
That's our job.
Yeah, this is totally like dark green versus dark green.
Yeah.
We should have done this on like a forest map.
Yeah, it's
just
green
make
on
it
green.
completely legible.
So what are the secondaries today, Bridger?
Let's take a look. Adrian today.
This is the first for the channel.
Stubborn Defiance. What's that, Adrian?
I am so excited. Stubborn Defiance. So first of all, you guys, if you watched the show before, you know we're pretty critical of the new secondaries. A lot of them are not great.
Right.
Not
almost every single book that's come out has had bad secondaries, with the exception of Necrons and Space Marines.
And things like the Necrons, it's like 1, maybe 2, depending on your build. These are amazing. There's 3 of them. I'm going to talk about this one right now, which I'm picking. This is Stubborn Defiance. Well, the way this works is during my first command phase, I pick any objective on the field, anywhere, ideally in the back, hidden. And at the end of my command phase, for every consecutive turn I hold it, I score more points. So let me give you an example. If I do this turn and I hold it till the end of my next command phase, I'm going to get 2 points. And then I get 3 the next one, then I get 5, and then I get 5.
And you just have to hold it with an OBSEC unit, not even the same OBSEC unit.
Exactly.
So now that the bikes are OBSEC, you have options, which is great.
Exactly, and that's one of the things I was mentioning earlier about why it's actually important to have some OBSEC in here. And so it's just a really powerful.
So for example, you've got this objective here that's partly obscured.
Yeah.
What's funny is like you actually need to be on it in your first turn, right? For you to do it. So it's not like you can move on to it. You actually. It counts the first turn, but you don't get points in the first turn.
Because you are scoring during your command phase, right? So
Yeah.
you can't be moving on it like you could have with some other ones.
That's right.
But still incredibly powerful.
Basically, it's an auto 15 as long as you can hold your backfield.
Yes, exactly.
The whole game.
This one it's pretty good. I mean, it's always good. This one is not as embedded as it could be. In some missions, this is almost 100% guarantee, right?
Yeah. The nice thing is you could have an OBSEC unit behind this wall and still holding that objective.
Exactly.
So although the objective itself is exposed, the unit holding it is not.
In practice, it should be fine.
That's right.
Absolutely. And then I have...
You have Raise the Banners and Oath of Moment.
Raise the Banners. This is a 6 objective mission. I want to play my objectives. Why not? Another reason I also
This is at least worth 10 points if you hold your own backfield.
Exactly. And another reason I wanted to have some troops in here, or infantry in this army, so I can actually be raising and stuff like that. And lastly, as you mentioned, this is a first. I have 2 faction-specific secondaries. I'm also taking Oath of Moment, the Space Marine one. It's amazing.
It's exceptionally strong.
We have some line of sight blocking in the middle. I'm going to be killing vehicles, not falling back very often, and it's going to be great.
Yeah, so this is the first time we've taken 2 faction specifics.
Yeah.
And what we're seeing is now this is a superpower. If your Space Marine supplement has good secondaries, you now have a choice of 6 or 7 additional secondaries that you can pick from. That's a lot.
It's amazing.
And now that they're actually good, that's giving a real advantage because you wouldn't have had great secondary choices. Now all of a sudden you have really, really good secondaries. In fact, Oath is almost always 15 points. I think we've almost never not had 15. The one you just picked is 15 points. Banners is probably 10 to 14 that you'll get. But you just got 2 guaranteed 15 secondaries. That's very, very strong.
And the flexibility is also part of the superpower. The fact that this one is battlefield supremacy, which normally I'd be sad about because this is also engaged on all front
Right.
and things like that. But what's cool about it is these are very, very different play styles.
Right.
In a mission where you want to play that engage, you can engage. In a mission
forces
like this,
you to play up.
Yeah,
which you don't always want to do.
But being able to pick two very powerful ones in the same category that play vastly differently lets you be able to adapt so well to each mission.
And engage is never 15 points.
No, it's like
10
12 maybe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So you've just upgraded to being less at risk.
Yeah.
And you've gained 5 secondary points.
That's great.
So it's a huge upgrade actually, and we can't underestimate enough how good having good secondaries is bigger than having a good army in many ways.
Yeah. Absolutely.
All right, what are my secondaries?
All right, Brian, today you have taken Purge the Vermin, Raise the Banners High, and Assassinate. I've been on the Purge the Vermin bandwagon.
So as much as his army is fast, it's also really easy to kill up close.
Well, especially for you.
That's right. So if he gets up close to me, he's not an all combat army that wants to get stuck in.
Right.
He doesn't actually want to get that close. He wants to a lot of times just like tag in on a point. And so for me, if getting into my quarters for him is deadly. So I think Purge of Vermin, I can actually get some real points with that.
Yeah.
I don't think I'll keep you out of 3/4, but I'll keep you out of 2, which is still worth a handful of points.
All right, Chad is losing their minds. It has to be the same OBSEC unit for Stubborn Defiance.
Oh, good. Okay.
All right. I'll check that. But yeah, sounds good.
So like you can't swap them, and if they die, you're gonna reset.
No worries. Sounds good.
That certainly makes more sense. But as we say, reading is hard. So I am taking banners for the same reason. I've got lots of units that can do that. And Assassinate was the one I didn't want to take. I begrudgingly took. He does have 5 characters.
There's a lot of characters.
But they're all pretty much support characters.
Has Assassinate like ever worked for us other than win more?
It has one for us.
But other than win more, has it just been like I was already winning and now I'm winning more?
Rarely.
Yeah, rarely.
Because you have to dig through his army. Surprisingly, actually, because his bike units are small, they don't screen that well. Like as soon as you kill 2-3 bikes, they stop screening.
It's true.
And
that's my life, man.
So,
Custodes players.
I almost put some Deathwing command squads in here.
Just to screen.
Just for that. But
they wouldn't keep up. That's the problem.
No,
you have to deep strike into position. So anyways, I think the secondaries are all right.
I like it.
Are we ready for the roll-off?
I do have to disagree with chat. I think
You can disagree?
they're strongly wrong.
Let's read it.
At the end of each of your command... Okay, I'll read the whole thing. In your first command phase, select one objective marker. Done. At the end of each of your command phases after the first, if you control that objective marker with a Dark Angels unit from your army that has the objective secured ability, score a number of victory points, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah, it seems pretty clear to me. It can be any object,
Read the blah, blah, blah.
Well, the blah, blah, blah. Score a number of victory points based off the consecutive number of your command phases that you have controlled that objective marker. It is with that unit.
With that unit?
So the blah, blah, blah is the part that matters. I actually knew where they were going with the blah, blah, blah. It's like with that unit.
With that unit. Okay, that's fine. Sounds good. So it's still very powerful.
Listen, one thing we're known for on this channel is reading half the rules and assuming the other half.
I know. I like that you're like, read the blah, blah, blah.
That's our specialty.
That's amazing. All right. Let's see, shall we?
Let's roll off. Looks like you might win first turn. I don't know if that's
for better or worse. It's
yours.
All right, I'll take it.
All right.
Okay, so decisions. Yeah, give me a moment.
You can have a moment.
All right. Do you need what? Isn't it? It's just your move phase, isn't it? What do you need to
think about?
Yeah. I mean, you have the whole move phase. You can do
it's
whatever
all
you want.
You can have more than a moment. How about that?
You
can have as much. Yeah.
You can have as much time as
you
you
want.
want.
You're so kind.
I also want to clarify my character. I'm actually going to give him the Mephrit Warlord trait, which is Merciless Tyrant.
Nice. What's that one doing again?
+1 strength and +1 attacks. It makes him strength 8.
That's saucy.
And give him an extra attack, which is fun with the special relic.
I like that.
Weapon.
Okay, sounds good.
Yeah, feel free to ask us anything about the book. We've got it here. We'll read it out to you.
That's right.
We've got questions.
Chad had a great time with read the blah blah blah.
Yeah.
I guarantee that's a meme.
That's a meme.
I guarantee it's a meme. That's pretty amazing, to be honest.
All right. Before we get into super chats, we're doing a giveaway on our Discord right now.
Ooh.
So anybody can join. You just join our Discord and link down below.
Nice.
And you just hop on over to that giveaways channel. You click one button. Don't have to do anything. You just click the button. You're entered in the giveaway. We're giving away free shirts like the one Adrian's wearing.
Can't change the past.
Can't change the past. So if you like our merch, any of our cool shirt designs, we'll send you one.
That's great.
Heck yes.
Awesome. Thank you, Patriarch Aaron. G'day from Australia.
G'day.
Please say g'day. I did. So you're welcome. Thoughts on Assassin as a secondary in Gene Cult with Sanctus, Kellermorph, Jackal Alphys, and Locus. I use them for troop killing. Could they kill 1 to 2 characters a turn?
Too steep. 1 maybe.
Yeah.
2 is steep, though.
I think 2 is steep. I think what you can also do with that army is you can get into like honeypots of characters as well. Yeah. And honestly, okay, I know it doesn't always work, but it's another source is Mental Onslaught, of course.
Yeah, Mental Onslaught's amazing.
To help get a few more of those targeted in. But I like him. I think, again, Assassinate is one that it's going to depend on the matchup, right? Yeah. But yeah, they absolutely can.
You can take those characters out. I agree.
That's cool.
Yeah. One thing you do have to be careful, though, is when you make your strategy very overt. When your opponent knows what you're doing and they can deny it, they'll just hide all their characters. So you do have to be careful about like doubling, tripling down on one strategy that your opponent has a lot of control over.
True.
Alrighty. Thanks, Code of Zero.
That'd be great, yeah.
I see the Arch Traders are being played Go Necrons. And also I need Space Wolf style name for my new knight. My knight works with the wolves in my lore. I made of them. That's why wolf style name.
Ooh. You need it's a wolf lore name?
A wolfy knight name.
Wolfy knight.
Name for a knight. Space Wolfy.
Okay.
My man, that is the center right there.
Thank you.
So you have to be within
that piece right there. That's the center. Okay. Well, that sucks.
I think you thought the rock was the center.
We both assumed the rock was the center.
We actually discussed the rock. We're like, it's great because there's line of sight blocking right there. That's not so good. Let's answer the Wolf Lord question, though.
Do we have the Space Wolf Codex?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, we can use
go
a
to the
name
generator.
Oh boy, this is the content that everybody tunes in to watch.
Heck yeah.
Listen, you got to name generate
using the James Workshop name generator.
Yeah. Give me just a moment. You can come back to me.
All right, I'll come back to
you.
There
it is, page 60.
Thanks again, Patriarch Aaron. Yeehaw, Titans.
Yeehaw.
Can I stack Gene Stealer Cult, Prince Cult, Shoot on Death, Hand Flamers with Bone Whip, Fight on Death? They're different abilities and happen at different times in the fight phase. Shoot on Death is model dies. Fight on Death is end of fight phase.
So if he has a pistol, can you both shoot and fight on death?
I guess.
I think it's either. It's one or either.
No, but you're using two strats to do two different things.
Two separate strats, yeah.
You're using two strats on the same death. Is that possible? It feels unsanitary, but I think it's legal in the rules.
So the armies the older armies are not protected from like fight twice, where you fight and then you die and you fight again. So that stuff is safe. I'm just uncertain if you could actually trigger this twice off of the same death.
It sounds plausible.
It's plausible. You can use two defensive strats when you target it, right? You can be like -1 to hit and transhuman.
That's true, actually.
So I think you could use two fight on deaths.
That's a good point.
All right, here we are. It's the first name.
Brian, we have a dice box for this.
Is 26. Well, the dice are relevant.
Monster.
So the first name is Arnkel. And then here's the epithet, which is 16. Arnkel Red Howl.
Arnkel Red Howl.
Arnkel Red Howl.
Arnkel sounds really hard to spell.
No,
you're really hard to spell.
Is it like
lost the page.
ARNKEL?
Yeah, something like that.
Oh, nice. Well, there you go.
Arnkel Red Howl.
There you go, Code of.
That's beautiful.
We use the name generator.
We use the name generator.
Exactly.
It's essentially the equivalent of let me Google that for you.
Yeah. Right.
Savage. So I would, in all seriousness, Red Howl, cool. I might ditch the Arnkel. That's kind of...
No, that's the thing. You don't want to be too cliche. Like, you don't want to, like, oh, Bjorn or something. Like, it's, you gotta.
No, we need to work knights in somewhere. It is a knight.
Yeah, you're trying to be cliche.
High Lord Red Howl or something.
You can give him an additional title. I'm fine with that.
Yeah, let's do that.
That's fine. Okay.
All right. Thanks, Nurgle's Chosen Son. Grandfather's Blessing Titans. When will the Death Guard in-depth review be coming out? What about a pet picture, Chanel, on Discord? I have a very pretty turkey that needs to be shared. We have a pets channel.
We do have a pets channel.
Is that what you're asking? I'm confused.
That's amazing. I don't know if we'll do an overall Death Guard review, but what we are doing and is almost finished is we're doing kind of like these small topics, and so the next one is going to be how to deal with Mortarion. So yeah, that's the idea. So that one actually is going to be coming out very soon. It's almost done. I actually just did some B-roll yesterday. I'm going to go ahead and advance these infiltrators so I can, be out of line of sight. There we go. Looks good. Because we do need to apparently keep these guys alive.
So this is the squad, and this is the objective you picked.
Yep, exactly.
So you're just going to try to keep them alive all game.
Yeah, I think it's good. Again, this is another case where I think definitely is going to be stronger because you can have a unit of Terminators that are objective secured and just
kind of hold them
on
the
the
time.
point. Yeah.
So what you've done here is everyone's coming up to pop some shots at me here. Did you take the advantage of your plus 3-inch move?
I did not. So in my Devastator Doctrine, all my Ravenwing stuff is going to be +3 move. But I will actually use the second half, which is being able to shoot my weapons after I've advanced with a -1 penalty, because I really just want to get that 4+ involved.
Well, and the funny thing is, you're going to be shooting through this at a -1 anyways.
Yeah.
So you might as well be at -2.
Exactly. So I need to decide about this.
That's just the count of efficiency.
So he's trying to decide if he wants to be within 6 of the center here. That white dice is the area he has to be within. The yellow dice is the actual center.
That is correct, Amundo.
Which it's danger zone.
It's so dangerous. This is why, again, Oath of Moment did get hit by the FAQs, right? You want to go second with it.
That's true. Would you have taken second?
Because
I wouldn't have been in range to shoot you.
I don't know.
The only thing I could do is get my buffs up.
Yes, the buffs are actually important in this game.
Yeah. I wanted, so right here I've got this warrior blob. It's going to be, if it had its reanimator and its invuln, it would be nigh invincible.
Yeah.
Now he's basically trying to put his whole army into it while it doesn't have those buffs up.
That's right.
So that's his goal, is see how many of it could kill. I'm expecting him to kill many, but not all.
Yeah.
And then I just resorb them.
I think he'll kill 19.
19. I know. If we can proc that res over first, that'd be good. So what I'm going to do, thinking about this center, instead I was going to advance these guys here. I'm going to advance these guys here. They'll be here.
So you're going to put 2 units in the center, try to make it that much more secure.
Yeah, exactly.
I like it.
And then over here,
over there.
Over there.
Over here.
The question is, do I try for this objective? How much of that is just silly because you're just going to shoot me off of it? All of these great questions.
Yeah, really good questions.
Yeah.
Why don't we take a question?
I'd love to.
From the chat.
Thanks, Marco. -1 damage, permanent transhuman, 5 up, feel no pain. Blood Angels don't care. 50 million AP to chainsword attacks and assault doctrine with +1 to wound will always get you.
I would strongly agree. Blood Angels, if you tech into mass attacks, will get anything. It doesn't matter your buffs. Like they will get you. But that's not what everyone always takes. People are taking Sandguard and Power Fist or Thunderhammers and things like this that do have multiple damage, where a lot of times the minus damage and things like that can really matter. Now, for what it's worth, it does mean you need to have like a 5-man squad of Death Company or Assault Intercessors won't get the job done. If you have all those buffs, you'll need bigger squads, which become real points commitments. And so the defense is enough to make you have to commit something bigger, which now the other army could trade you for, And so although the Blood Angels can still get the job done, they don't have that many units.
Actually, I want to advance these Inceptors just in case. Sorry, there's a lot of...
Do your thing.
All right, thanks. Super Eady, hey guys. Blood Angels really aren't all that different from Dark Angels. Just look at the Death Company. We have a Raving Wing too. That's a good pun.
That's a good one.
Oh man.
Yeah, puns for days. I love it.
All right, so I just want to be behind this obscuring, that's all. Cool, I think that'll do it for me. Oh, and I have my litanies. It's good moves, right?
Would you like to litanize?
I would like to litanize.
Let's hear them. Let's hear your litanies.
So it's the charges, and then it's the +1 wound closest target.
Now, in order to change the pass here, Adrian, you have to, in real life, recite a litany.
It is better to die for the Emperor than live for yourself. How about that?
That's excellent.
All right, cool. All right. I'm going to do the +1 to wound first. I'm not a chief anything, so it's just on a 3. That one goes off. And then...
Is this, combat or shooting?
Shooting.
Okay, shooting.
Yeah. And then...
and sorry, who did you put that on?
The Ravenwing Bikers, the ones that are going to be up in the front with the mass shots.
Got it.
Yeah. And then the other ones really don't matter. I'm not charging you. We'll do rerolls in combat in case you do something weird. Cool.
All right.
And is there a strat? Chat really likes this idea. Is there a strat to use the reanimator on the opponent's turn?
There is, to change its target.
Yeah.
Exactly.
So if it doesn't have a target, you could.
That's true. It's so it's actually something that I've never done, but you can change its target basically. I'll find it and then I'll read it out because it would be worth using in this instance.
Yeah.
I just want to make sure both you know, so there's no gotcha.
No, it's good. I just don't know if it works because if it is actually changed from one unit to another. So if he hasn't already done it, I don't know if you can actually place it in the first place. So we'll see what it says.
I'll find it.
Anyway, so that's me. Let's do some psychic, shall we?
Oh, no.
Yes.
No.
So I placed my librarian within 18 of his warrior blob, and we all know that Necron warrior blobs love to be shot at and reanimate up onto the point, take the point away from me especially. And so I'm going to try to take away that objective secured with engulfing fear.
Well, nothing I can do about this. I wonder what they're scared of.
I know, right? They're scared of
viruses.
Rust. There you go. So I need to roll a 6 on the dice.
Oh, hooray!
All right, so I'll spend the CP to reroll it.
You're doing it. Ha ha ha!
Ooh, classic Adrian.
Good stuff. Good stuff. Oh my god.
You should debut all the really strong armies so that nobody thinks they're strong.
No.
So no, it's specifically worded
Yeah.
for the circumstance where you don't have one selected.
Okay, so do you...
So I use it in the shooting phase.
Okay.
It's in the shooting phase.
Yeah.
I pick a unit, and I get to choose them as though it was my command phase.
Very nice. Okay. Sounds good.
Would you have done anything different?
No, it's all good. I appreciate that, though.
He's still going to go hard on them.
Yeah, totally.
Because they would have had the invulnerable save next turn.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
I can't believe I failed this spell. All right, so let's see.
It's funny.
Then I have the fight last, which is not great, and then I have the rerolling to hit. None of these super matter, to be honest. We'll just start with the smite then. +1 goes off on an 8. You're gonna take two mortal wounds.
That's big. I can't reanimate those.
Ah, yes. All right, cool. So that is that.
Bleep bloop.
Let's go to
2
shooting,
robots
shall we?
down.
It's a start, right?
2 CP spent. Reanimation prioritization.
Oh, dang.
And I will prioritize that unit right there.
Sounds good.
So they're reanimating on 4s.
I like it. I like it.
It's real big.
Right? Okay, so we have lots of things that are in range and line of
What am I
sight.
fixing? Do you have a +1 on your librarian?
+1 to cast, yeah.
Oh, well, you need a 6. You rolled a
No,
5.
it's a cast on a 7. I needed to roll a 6.
I see. Chat was confused.
No worries.
But
Sorry,
that's
guys.
good.
He
to
was already
clarify.
taking that into it.
Yeah. I needed to roll a 6 on the dice, guys. And so I wasn't really trying to get in range here. I was trying to stay out. So those are going to be out of range.
Right.
These are going to be in because they're bolters. And so
You're going to bolter me?
we'll start with the bolters because I'm not really worried about them overkilling anything, right?
All right.
So we'll start with that. And that's going to be -1 to hit, but I can do it because I advanced.
That's right.
Because I have my super doctrine. And so this is going to be
How many do you need, my
12
man?
shots.
12 shots.
Thank you.
Just give me a pile of dice.
Sounds good. So this is going to be -1 to hit. So hitting on 4s. Well, let's do it. Watcha. All right. And then wounded on 4s.
It's not great hitting.
That's all right. Very nice. Cool. So you got 3.
5 up saves.
You got it.
4 up reanimates.
Rerolling 1s. Yep.
Okay.
So,
So I'll just get to move 2 models there?
Yep, you got it.
Isn't that funny that that's like often better than their save?
The reanimate?
Yeah.
Yeah. It's cool.
Kind of funny.
It is better than their save. So there's no clever shenanigans I can do to pull him out of range.
Right.
That's the only thing that could have been funny is if like he had one model that was only in range of 1.
Yeah.
But he's in range of like 9.
You guys are going to have the whole battle behind that stupid head. And we're not going to see anything. You guys find the one blind spot on every battlefield.
I don't know why. Why is the camera still zoomed in?
Okay.
Because we're missing all of this. All right, sounds good. So yeah, well played. So we're gonna do the chaplain into them as well. This is on 4s, and then winning on a 4. Nope, sounds good. We'll do the captain. Ooh, nice. Okay, and then on 4s, got 1. No rent.
5 up.
Yeah.
4 up.
Don't do it. Yeah.
He killed 1. So what he's doing here is he's trying to kill every model he can before he activates specifically the Plasma Inceptors.
Yeah.
Because the Plasma Inceptors very, very, very likely could wipe the entire squad without even trying. So we're going to have to see.
How many Plasma Inceptors do we have?
5. Yeah.
There's really...
That's 30 shots.
It's 30 shots.
Yeah, it's 30 shots, and...
I'm trusting nothing, though.
They almost certainly will kill them dead. Yeah.
We'll see. We'll see. All right. This is the apothecary. Here we go. Boom, boom. And then 4s. 2 more. No rent.
Okay.
Oh, sorry. Yeah. No, you got a 4 up.
Oh, yeah, right. Okay.
No rent. No rent. Hey.
Just one more.
Getting there. Getting there. All right. And then the banner. Here we go. Oh, wait, these are plasma. Doesn't really matter. And then watcha. Yep. Or no, it's on 3s. Sounds good. All right, cool. So how many did I kill?
4.
4? All right, sounds good. Let's do plasma inceptors.
Yeah.
Shalloway.
So they have 6 shots per model because it is blast, and they get those
30.
max shots.
Are you mega charging?
He does want to win on 2s.
Are you gonna exemplify your shirt?
You absolutely want to win on 2s.
We're gonna do it. We're gonna do it.
All right.
And your captain's there to reroll 1s anyways.
Exactly.
I'm ready for the sweater to come to life.
We do have to do them one at a time though because of that.
You can do them 2 at a time. 1, 2,
got some
3, 4,
yellows for you?
5, 6.
Some yellow fellas. All right, here we go. So this is on 4s. Let's do this.
Good.
Yeah. Classic.
Let's reroll those
Reroll
1s.
Okay.
That's good.
No 1s.
So 2s.
On
So just
2s.
straight kill.
Yep.
Good.
Classic
good.
agent.
So
So
4 dead.
4.
So I'm just going to keep a count.
Sounds good.
So 4 dead.
4. I want to move all these dice, so when I put them away...
You just pick them up each time?
Yeah. That's a 6, and that's a 6. All right, cool.
So this is the next 2?
Yep. On 4s.
Oh.
Yeah. Oh, Adrian.
Whoa, Adrian.
Yeah, it's all good.
That's why we can't. That's why you can't have nice things.
Yep.
Okay.
All right. Cool. And then on 2s.
Okay. So 4 more.
Sounds good.
So up to 8 dead.
Yep. Boom, boom, boom.
So now you only have 2 left.
Sorry.
Or 1 left. I'm
One
sorry.
left. Here we go. Ooh. 4s. Reroll the 1s. Nobody died. And 2s. All right, 3 more. Yeah.
Okay.
So 11.
Sounds good.
I think on average you should kill like 16 or something.
Yeah. No,
Which
like
would
you
have
said,
been the full unit. So 11. Okay.
I didn't think
2,
they were gonna die.
4, 6, 8, 10, 11. 4 ups.
Let's do it.
Reroll the 1s.
Jeez.
Oh, Brian!
So 3 die.
Sounds
What?
good. Yep. That's Necrons.
You're an animal.
Necrons.
Necrons.
Wow. Brian, what are your protocols? But also,
right now, it's the one where I do actions.
Okay.
And
You
move
can-
faster.
You can action and shoot.
Yes.
Yeah.
Wow.
4, 5, 6.
Yeah, it's quite good. It's quite good. Yeah, I don't know. That's why when you guys were like, "Oh yeah, they're gonna wipe the squad easily," I'm like, no,
Well, I mean,
keep it
well,
easy.
average
So
dice.
I actually,
Did you think I wasn't -1 and I had?
I
Chapter
forgot that
Master?
you were -1, and
Yeah.
yeah.
There's a lot of things.
You come real close to doing it on average.
No.
It's somewhere between 14 and 16, I think, is sort of the
really
average.
when
yeah.
he has 4 ups.
No, because you should just wipe the squad.
Oh, before he gets that.
You're real close
average,
to
you
like
think?
14 to 16 models.
Okay.
That's my approximation if you're...
Yeah. Interesting.
Yeah. I'm going to put the average somewhere between 14 and 16 models.
Yeah.
But you needed 16, so the odds were not actually.
So let's see if his bikes go hot. Let's see.
Yeah. So the bikes could do it because they're gonna be winning on 2s natively because they have the +1 to win. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bikes. Let's do this thing.
Well, the nice thing is you didn't kill any of your own interceptors,
I
right?
didn't pay anything for that. So 4s, rerolling the 1s. Boop. So we're just pulling out these misses.
Not bad.
Reroll these. Yep. Go.
And the 3 hit?
No. Was there a 3?
There was actually 2 in there.
No, that was
Well, he
the other one.
knocked
The other one I
this one
bumped.
of them. Yeah.
Yeah. On 2s. All right. So we'll see.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 11.
Mhm.
And I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dead.
Cool deal.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. This is what warriors are known for.
Let's do it.
See it. Rolled the 1s. So 4 are dead.
Sounds good.
That's crazy.
Yeah, dude.
Could you imagine shooting that much plasma into a troop squad that doesn't get a save?
It's crazy.
And they just like
Yeah.
get an advantage out of it?
Yeah. No, this is an extremely bad turn. Yeah, that's rough. Between failing the powers and then not killing that squad, that's rough.
So cool.
So you're gonna have okay. So you just want to keep them like that?
Yeah.
Yep. Sounds good.
Did
you
you pick up
advance?
4 models?
What's that?
You didn't pick up 4 models.
Yeah, I'm going to pick up 4. I'm trying to
Okay.
find the 4 that I
Right.
want.
I did advance. Yeah.
You did advance, and you can't advance and charge anymore.
Correct.
Yeah. Used to be able to, but they can't anymore. Okay, so I'll pick my 4.
Saucy.
2,
Yeah.
3, and 4. Okay.
Cool. Sounds good. Sounds good. I think that's it. We got that. We got that.
They weathered it.
Yeah, of course they did. You got your leadership?
Yeah, so I've lost a whole whack load.
Hmm.
It's 3,
You failing anything but a 1.
6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Yeah. So it's I don't want to lose a bunch more. But I do have my Resorb next turn.
Yeah.
Which could bring a whole lot back. I'll be under half, and so I'll be losing quite a few, honestly.
Sure. Yeah.
So I'll burn the 2 CP. Now I've spent
good.
4 CP already.
Right.
Which
true.
is a lot.
That's a lot.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right. That's really what you bled for me here.
Yeah.
was
Yeah.
CP.
Hopefully something, because that was atrocious.
That was atrocious.
Okie dokie.
All right.
Well, that's it for me.
Scoring that up.
Nothing. Nothing
Did
yet.
you?
So Oath is end of battle round. The Defiance is at nothing yet.
Yeah,
You
that's
raised 2 banners.
And then I raised 2 banners, which I'll score later on.
All
That's
right,
it.
let's take it over to Necrons. Turn 1. Brian, you're free to go. It's turn 1.
Thank you.
Just do anything.
So
you
yeah,
want.
I can take actions and shoot.
I like it.
So my command phase, I'm going to give my will be done to both my squads. I'm also going to give the invuln to the warrior blob, and then we're going to resorb.
Oh dang, here it comes.
So let's resorb, my man.
Cool, cool. I like it.
So how many did I say died? 11? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. That's I rolled 11 3 times now, right? 2, 4, 6, 8.
I'm uncomfortable.
Yeah.
10.
I don't like this.
11.
This is par for the course, though. Let's be honest.
So 4s and 1s.
Yep.
Okay.
So far 1 has come back. So I got 3 back.
Well, alrighty then.
So that was exactly the cost of the resorb, basically.
I'll take it. Yeah. That's true.
But if I had rolled that once last turn, you would have got the squad.
I know. That's the thing.
That's
the thing.
What you needed, Adrian.
Yeah.
That was good.
You definitely needed that.
It helps. Yeah, I definitely needed it. I guess we can say that.
Nice.
All right. Now I'll just get into my moon phase.
Sounds good. Let's do it.
Alrighty. Thank you, Coffee Eater. Do you think Primaris will get drop pods? I know Firstborn should have unique tools for crunch reasons, but pods are iconic to my mental image of Space Marines as a whole. I know in the fluff the repulsor can orbit drop, but I need the pod shape. I would be very surprised if they made a Primaris drop pod.
Yeah.
For like a lot of reasons.
I agree. I mean, I do agree they are iconic, so I'm kind of torn about it.
I'm torn about it too. I think they should just make drop pods with Primaris.
That's true.
I'll be honest.
No, they wouldn't do that.
But they should.
Feels like they've been trying to kill drop pods for a while.
But transports are the thing that old Marines do better.
Yeah, but
that is their last bastion of relevance, is that they just have better transports.
I feel you.
So it would be real sad for a lot of people if they made Primaris have good transports too.
That's true.
But, I mean, you're not wrong.
Yeah. I mean, impulsors are good. They're less good. They were broken in End Debate, but they're not rhinos or razorbacks or drop pods.
Yeah. Well, and impulsors too, right? So yeah, this is the unseen battle, I guess, for you guys from the top camera.
Yeah, you guys always.
We're just gonna shoot. This is now a shootout. Both of us are just shooting like crazy at each other. We're gonna see how it goes.
I love it.
All right, thanks, Chris. Happy birthday to my friend Tucker, the Bloodthirster.
Hey, happy birthday!
Happy birthday, Tucker. Hope you
happy birthday.
Reap some souls.
Heck yeah! Enjoy this fine weekend of Warhammer.
This has been a big Warhammer weekend, yeah, for sure.
I'm so tired.
Oh, don't say that. We're only
I know.
like halfway through.
We're not even halfway through.
Exactly.
Thanks, Jonathan. Hey, Titans. Thanks for the great content. Bolt Rifle, or Stalker Bolt Rifle, for Crimson Fist Intercessors. Chapter Tactic makes moving less impactful.
That's true. That's true. I think I generally still prefer the auto or the rapid fire, but I think you make a very strong case. So, and especially more and more now that we see Necrons, we see even Death Guard has these kind of bigger squads, and so yeah, I think it's actually not a bad idea. It's a meta question, right? And it's the meta, and it's also like your chapter tactic helps that be more relevant. Yes. Your weapon. So
Stalker Bolt Rifles have always been a meta choice.
Yeah.
It's like, are there hordes? Don't take stalkers. Are there big things? Take stalkers. Right?
Yeah.
So that's like who you can play against.
Right.
All right, thanks, Trayland. Hey guys, love the content as always. What types of new models would you like for Grey Knights? Pure Grey Knights, not Space Marine recycled and painted silver. I think there's a lot of unexplored space for Grey Knights.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because they're not on the Primaris bandwagon.
Right.
So they should do their own thing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
Like trying to think of another faction that did that. Like Dark Angels on the table right now. Dark Angels did their own thing. They also got Primaris, but that aside, they got a bunch of their own really cool stuff, and I think Grey Knights could do like cool bikers. Why not? Why can't you have a psyker on a bike? Psychic biker.
That could be cool.
Killing it.
Yeah.
Gotta have that psych on bike.
It's a good way to bring in a lot of the newer stuff too, which we see here, where it's like, yeah, a lot of these classic models they're old, they're not Primaris models, right? But then you can bring in the characters. Some things like the Inceptors pair quite nicely with them. So I agree. I think that'd be cool. Where did you want your invul, Mista?
Oh, I put it on this squad.
Sounds good.
It was the only thing I had in range.
Right. Yeah, sounds good.
Yeah. So I'm contemplating moving these. They can both see this squad, but like that's overkill. And if I kill even one with the one, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Then you'll pull that one model that I can see.
Totally.
because this guy only sees the 1 mile and this guy only sees 3.
Yeah.
So it's going to be tough.
Oh yeah, I totally thought it was obscured. Yeah.
This side over. Where did you want the obscuring to stop? It's up to you, actually.
No,
You tell me, because I'll move.
I agree in hindsight.
Okay.
The only thing I would have done was this. That's
Okay.
all. You know
So now this one can't see, but this one can.
Yeah.
Okay.
That sounds fair.
No
You know
problem.
what else Grey Knights don't have? They don't have a single jump pack unit.
What?
Grey Knights? They
They
have
specialized ones.
They have the teleporters.
Yeah.
The guys with teleporters,
They don't
which
have
are just
jump
better
packs.
than jump packs.
I wouldn't want jump packs if you have that. I think
If you
that's
could
cool.
teleport, yeah.
But they could, jump packs move 12. That's a big difference.
Uh-huh.
Teleporters don't move 12. They just teleport you.
No, they're just... Oh, you're right.
I would want a Grey Knight with jump pack.
You could make them jump packs, maybe. I don't know.
That would be cool.
Yeah, that's true.
Make a new
Fast-moving
unit, give it jump packs.
Yeah,
Fast might.
totally. Brian, I have a question. How far do these guys move?
12.
They do move 12. Okay, sounds good. So that'll be a...
That's my jump packs.
Yeah, okay, sounds good. I thought they were slower than that.
You thought they were 10?
I thought
I
they
could
were
have
10.
thought they were 10 too.
Yeah.
Oh, am I wrong then?
Which would mean...
Oh, they are 10.
Yeah, no
Oh,
worries.
nailed it.
guys.
Me and Adrian, game sense right here.
Okay. Yeah, I thought they were normal jump packs, but they're just shittier jump
Yeah, no
packs.
worries. Just need to make that
Well, because
charge
your
longer.
warriors move 5. Right? Jump packs essentially double your move.
Yeah.
I've never thought about it like that.
Yeah.
And just double checking that my relentless march is only core, or is it everyone?
That I don't know actually. That's the +1 move.
Yeah.
Well, they don't have Praetorians. Don't have like anything. Praetorians don't get your dynasty. They don't
Yes.
get...
Right. So that's what you're saying. It could affect everyone.
Yeah, I'm just double checking.
I doubt it, but
Relentless march is just core, so
Okay.
they're only going flat 10.
haha.
Okay.
So that's gonna be a much harder charge at least.
Yeah,
Alrighty.
I'll confirm whether I want to do it.
Yeah. No.
So
no worries. Sounds good.
would have been what, a 3, so now it'll be a 5. Ooh, that's fine still. All right.
All right. Thanks, Hobbs. Hi from the UK. Love your work.
Thank you so much. Appreciate it.
We love our work too.
Yeah. That's good. That's important.
You gotta love what you do.
Yeah. Exactly.
Thanks, Maxi. Yo, Titans. Finally, we get Chaos versus Necrons.
Heck yeah.
All jokes aside, keep up the great work, guys. You're the best 40K channel. So, Call versus Yarick.
Call versus Yarick.
Oh, Call has to win.
Again, are we doing lore or are we doing reality?
This was settled previously, and I think it was lore.
Lore.
He gave us this answer because we asked, and he told us on this battlefield with this terrain. And I think the answer was lore, but I don't
know. This is a
remember
tough
for sure.
one.
Call can't lose. There's like 8 calls.
Yeah, okay, but you could kill a call, right? It doesn't help him when he's like, oh, by the way, before I die, there's 7 more of me. And you're like, cool, I don't care, I just killed you.
You're still dead.
Yeah, you know?
Call's gigantic. He's huge.
Yeah, but he's not a fighter. And Yark is like a beast.
But Call wouldn't take a fight he would lose. This is the same thing we've said for a few other characters.
Yeah.
Call would just know.
Yeah.
Like either he has a trap card. Call's basically Batman.
Right.
He will either pull something out of his utility
That's
belt
a new one.
and win the fight,
Yeah.
or he wouldn't take the fight.
Interesting. Yeah, that's true.
What does Yarick have on Call?
He's a beast.
Yeah.
He's got
But
an
does
orc.
being a
He has a
beast
claw.
help you when you get shot by the power of 1,000 suns? Does that help
Again,
you?
so yeah, where are they?
Certainly helps a bit.
Are they like starting 10 feet apart? Is this like in melee?
Oh, that was also in the explanation from a long time ago.
Yeah, see,
Oof.
that's the thing. I agree. If Call was able to shoot, then he would win.
Well, you can't say like this guy's only range, that guy's only melee. The range guy doesn't get to shoot.
No.
That's the fight.
I'm not saying
that'd be a lame fight.
I'm just curious. That's
All right,
all.
I'm giving it to Call.
All right, I'll
It's
give it
done.
to Call partially because I think he'd be really hard to kill.
He would be real hard.
Yeah.
And then the next one, Emotech versus Azrael.
Oh, Azrael for sure.
Stormlord versus the Dark Angel Dweeb.
No, Stormlord. Not on
Yeah,
in
yeah.
story, Stormlord.
In lore, the Stormlord should
Yeah.
In lore, Stormlord, but on the table, Azrael. That's the way I play that one.
Because like, how many times older is Emotech than Azrael?
Well, you're probably like old and tired then.
Like
so.
100 times older?
So I'm using my veil.
Yeah.
I'm going to teleport my unit to the middle of the board.
Uh-huh.
Pop some shots.
Sounds good to me.
Just gotta watch out for the 12-inch aura from these boys,
That's right,
which
buddy.
is actually already paying off. But I could get up on the point
Yeah,
and pop some shots down to your army
I like
behind
it.
the lines.
I like it.
Putting the pressure on here.
Yeah.
I am I'm ABCing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yes.
So
So chat brings up the point that Yarick stood toe-to-toe with Gaz.
Right.
Which, it's a very different kind of fight. Like, if we said Yarick versus Gaz, that would be helpful. Or Yarick versus a brute like Gaz. But Call is not a brute. He's Batman.
He's Batman.
He's gonna pull some stupid trick. He'll flip something out of his arm, and he'll win.
Nah, he's not a fighter, man.
I still don't think you could.
He's a planner.
I bet he's the kind of guy he's General Grievous. He's a guy who always talks big, gets beaten,
No.
but then escapes.
True.
But then escapes.
Because he's not a fighter.
Oh.
That's what I'm saying.
He thinks he's a fighter,
Yeah.
and then he breaks out his extra arms,
Yeah.
and then they get chopped off, and then he like clutches his chest and runs away. Like,
which funny enough, that's
tell me he's not. He's perfectly
he's
General
literally
Grievous.
General Grievous.
Yeah.
He's like General Kenobi, and like he does this in the game too. He's like, watch out! I have my Mechadendrites, so like 2d6 attacks. Like, oh dang! He's like, and then like nothing happens. It's like, oh, that was just like some slaps. It's the same exact thing. Like,
exactly.
It sounds so cool, and it's like nothing, you know.
And he's like half biological, half mechanical. It's really the perfect
literally
analogy.
the same.
I feel like I deserve an award
Yeah.
for this.
This analogy's too good for me to refute,
I know.
but I want so badly to refute it. All right. Thanks, David. Good afternoon. What guard regiments would you like to see filled out to proper subfaction status? I would like to see Elysian drop troops myself. Didn't they like axe Elysians? Aren't they gone forever?
Well, don't tell this guy. He doesn't know.
I'm pretty sure
he
Elysians
doesn't remember.
They did
Just
unfortunately. Yeah, so that would be cool if they brought them back. But yeah,
Agreed.
for me, it's Catechins would be awesome. Actually, I have two answers. I'm sorry. It's Catechins and Vestroyans.
Steel Legion, so cool.
They're cool. They're cool.
I want them to bring back Steel Legion, like with.
I would rather see the Catechins get that new model treatment and get a lot more love, like some specialized stuff.
Yeah.
Um,
Some buff Catechins, man.
exactly.
So good.
It's so good.
So there's a lot of cool ones though.
There's a lot of cool.
I remember when the Vestroyans came out. Oh man.
Destroyers are
We have a
awesome.
friend who made a Vestroyan Death Strike,
Yeah.
and it's like a missile silo.
Does
It's
it
like
have
a
the hat?
missile. It's super.
With a hat, though, right?
I don't think there's a hat on the missile.
No.
The dude's operating the missile of a hat.
That's true.
1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 3. That's
got
how
it.
the bike squads. Okay.
Yep.
So I've got some dudes in range of both. Nobody completely out of range. It's that Mefford range really helping me
No,
here.
it's great. That's
If I
super
wasn't
important.
in Mefford range, I'd be in big trouble.
Yeah.
Um,
Absolutely.
that other Doomsday arc might check itself. I might just move it to get more line of sight than just this one unit.
Yeah.
I'm going to keep considering my life. I'm going to ABC
Always be considering.
as well. Oh, and this guy's got a teleport as well.
All right, thanks, Blue. What's going on, Titans?
What's
It's
up?
been a while.
Yeah.
A couple random questions coming.
Awesome. Hey, Blue.
Welcome back, Blue.
Yeah.
We've missed you.
Good to hear from you.
Man, Necron's a strong army.
Thanks again, Blue.
Yeah, they are, dude.
Planning for my Legion of the Damned paint scheme and had a question. For black armor edge highlighting, people lean towards blue or gray for the color palettes. What is your preference in paint recipe for the effect of true black?
Meaning not using those techniques?
I don't. That's up to you, Adrian.
True black. Well. Two things. One, Brian's Iron Hands are not true black, but they don't use blues, right? So he uses the Corax black.
It's like GW black spray and then highlighted with Corax black.
Yeah. So that one's
kind of like top down.
right. And you still do a gray edge highlight.
Yeah.
So it's really hard to get away from that. In the past, if I wanted just pure black, I wouldn't do this on a whole army. It's been like on key shoulder pads. I've done glossy black.
Oh, glossy black.
Glossy black. Because then it is pure black, and then all the edges and things are highlighted with like actual lighting, right?
Right.
But other than that, yeah, pure black is real hard to do, and it doesn't look real good.
It's hard, yeah, because it's hard to make the model. It's hard to differentiate parts of the model, right? If you have black on black,
yeah,
you can't see any of the details of the model,
right?
So you would have to highlight literally everything.
Yes.
Which sounds miserable.
It's basically impossible, right? You think about it, something pure black, even in real life, like you can't see the details in it, right? And so that's why even like a really good looking, I know Brian is like completely.
This is the classic game we play.
Even like something in pure that's black in real life looks good when it's lit in blue lighting or like a certain type of lighting, right?
Right.
So,
For sure.
but yeah, some thoughts.
All right,
Okay.
Brian, what was all that stuff you were measuring while you're standing in front of Adrian? What was all that? Tell us about what you did.
So when you're being as aggressive as I am, you have to be very careful
Yeah.
because aggressive plays can almost, it's like they have a 51% chance of losing you the game and a 49% chance of winning you the game.
Right.
The problem is your army's so fast, I couldn't just wait for you to decide when we engage.
Mm-hmm.
So I have to, I'm putting my foot in the gas and seeing, because what you did to me last turn was seemingly nothing.
Yeah.
But next turn you would get to just rip me apart between your charges. Like you wouldn't have the minuses to hit. You'd be up on all the points. You'd be able to charge me, pin me back. Everything would start to fall apart. Like it would actually be really bad, I think. And you'd have your Terminators coming. It would be bad times. Obviously, I could respond, but I don't want to. I want you to respond to me rather than me respond to you. So I was making sure that my backfield is screened from Terminator unit coming in, and there is a spot, but not that fits a whole squad. So good.
And you know it's only 5 guys, right?
Yeah, it's only 5.
Cool.
Yeah,
Sounds good.
there is. I think you could come way back in that corner if you want.
Thanks, appreciate that. That's good.
It's a horrible corner to come in. And I do have some charges here, which actually are totally doable. They're also failable. They're like 5 inches. Yeah. Which it's good.
Scary. I'll tell you that.
It's scary. Yeah. So that will be big because if I dig you out of the center and I'm putting the pressure on both flanks, I've pinned this objective back from you because I have OPSEC and you don't have OPSEC over there, and I've got this objective back, so it's a lot of objectives. And I might, if shooting goes well, even take you off this objective, leaving you just on one, because obviously I have both Doomsday Arcs and the Warden and the Warriors here. Yeah. So it's a lot of shooting.
Yeah. Don't forget these guys all have 4+ involves,
which is going to be really hard to get through.
Sounds good.
Yeah, we're gonna have to see. All right. So no psychic phase, but we do have a shooting phase.
Yes, indeed.
And let's just get to shooting. We're gonna go from the least options to the most options. Least options is my Doomsday Arc boy in the back. Yep. He did not move, and so he can only see this unit of infiltrators. So that's his target.
I like it.
You can pop smoke in.
Yeah, this is what I'm considering.
I think I am. I'm gonna pay CP for a smoke screen, and so they're gonna be -1 to hit.
That's good. I thought you might. Yeah. But good. D6 shots.
Let's do it.
Big money, big money.
Classic. Every time with Ryan.
This is why I take D6 shot weapons.
Yeah.
Because they're just 6 shots.
Great. Yeah,
they're 6 shots. All right, I am hitting on 4s though, and honestly, I always do very little damage with these guys, regardless of what I roll. So let's see if we can keep it going. So 2 hits.
That mattered. Saved me from 2.
Yeah, and 2s to mega kill. Well, not quite. I might roll once. Oh, every time. And then D6 damage, 1 dice.
There you go.
So you can see it always looks like a lot, but it never turns into a lot.
Exactly. We'll pull it closer in. Cool.
Alrighty. Let's. His other guns are going to be out of range. His rapid fire 24. Totally. So let's go with the next Doomsday Arc. And it's probably going to be better against. The thing is, its AP is better here. Yeah. But its damage is better here. Yeah. But I'm going to take the AP while I can. Everything has AP, but this guy is minus. No, his low power is only AP 2.
Oh, that is correct.
And you advance both these bike squads?
Of course.
You get powered down a lot.
Yeah, and he's only D3 damage, so the D3 damage is going to be better here. Yeah. So what we're going to do is shoot at them with the other Doomsday Arc. And he is in 24, but not in his rapid fire range now is it's 24. It's up to 27.
Like 13,
so it's 13 and a half. Yeah. But he's not in rapid fire.
Okay, sounds good.
All right.
Let's do it.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 9, 10 for the 2 Gauss arrays.
Sounds good.
All right, on 4s. There you go.
Nice.
That's how we do it. And on 4s, cock dice there.
That was great.
That was great. AP 1.
1, so this is 4s. Let's see it. Oh, great.
So 2 go down. Awesome. That's big. And then here is D6 shots from the low-powered array. 4. And hitting on 4s. 2 hits, perfectly reasonable. Wounding on 2s.
You got it. Oh,
always. AP2, my man.
All right, 5. Whatcha? Nope.
D3. Got another one. So 1's left.
You got it.
But he's only few models can see him, and he is still on the point.
Yep.
So you.
Yes.
He does have to die.
Yeah. And is he should be obscured now from this, right?
You know what? I think so. There's maybe 2 models that can see him, but that's fine. No worries. I might have to go in with my command barge.
I like it.
Why don't we catacomb command barge him up?
Sounds good.
The command barge can get it done all the time.
Like it.
So let me just because some reason I don't have the Gauss array memorized. Yeah. It's D3 shots or
6 shots.
No, it's 3. It's 3. So the Gauss cannon.
3.
Do you have 2 of them?
No, it's just 1. Okay. Just Gauss cannon. So 3 shots. Okay, hitting on 3s
with the -1. Yep.
1 hit. That's all we need.
Smoke screen coming in big.
2 damage.
There's a wound.
Nice.
-3 AP. So 6 up save.
Nope.
All right.
It is 2 damage. Right?
No, it's D3.
Oh, okay.
Oh.
He's dead.
Ah, I got him.
No surprise.
All right.
Sounds good.
So now we've just got, both these bikes are on the point. So we're going to split my shots 50-50 with the Warriors into these bikes. And I don't know if I want to pop one of my extra strats. So these are not rapid fire, so I can't use relentless. I could do Talent for Annihilation, which is the Mephrit one. 6 to wound is a mortal wound in addition. It's a max 3. So it's like I don't know which unit it ends up going on.
Totally.
A 6 to hit is an auto wound with Gauss could be kind of cool.
Yeah.
I'm trying to. This is a lot of wounds to get through. It's 9 wounds, right? How many? I don't have many CP left.
You have 6.
That's still plenty, actually.
Yeah.
All right. Let me just count up my dice. Take a question, and I'll make a decision.
I would love to. Thank you again, Blue.
Hey.
Is there a reason Assault Intercessors do not have jump packs? Do you expect this to get fact in the future? No.
No, I definitely don't expect them to get that. I think the Primaris units are not a one-for-one translation, so I think you're thinking they're like assault squads, which can be built with jump packs and without jump packs. I don't think we're going to get equivalent things, right? Even like aggressors are not Terminators.
Right.
Inceptors are not.
They're just a brand new thing,
right? And so I don't think we're going to see that at all. No.
In fact, the Primaris as a whole lack usually jump packs or bikes, or like when they do, it's a special thing, right? Outriders are special. Inceptors are special. But in general, they don't have the options that old Marines have. That's a good design.
It is a good design. I like it a lot. Yeah.
All right. I've never used the strat, so for that reason, I'm going to try it.
Sure.
It's disintegration, capacitors. It's a 6 to hit, is an auto wound.
Okay. Sounds good.
All right. I have a lot of shots. We'll see if it just gets a few more through.
All right. Sounds good.
All right. So here we are. This is the first half, shooting at why not the further away squad. Okay.
Yeah. Sounds good. Yeah.
Okay, hitting on 2s, so we'll get the copious ones out of here.
Very nice.
And we've got already 4 wounds.
Cool.
Which, that's more than I would expect.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And now I'm 4s to wound. Let's see if I got a bunch of 6s to wound instead. No, not really. Well, 3, that would have been my max. Which would have been 1 bike.
Yeah.
So, okay, so this number of wounds.
All right.
And it's AP2, so just up to your 4 up and 1.
Whatcha?
So I killed 1 bike.
1 bike.
Yeah, and it was never going to happen.
Yeah, no.
It was worth a punt.
Okie dokie.
All right. Let's keep it going on to the next squad.
Let's do it.
Let's get all them 6s.
That was a lot of 6s.
5, 6?
6.
Wow. Okay.
Quite good.
Something, actually.
Right?
When you use a strat like that, that's all you could ever ask for.
Yeah,
really.
that's true.
It's actually that was actually really, really effective.
Really good.
This squad might suffer.
So 4s.
Oh, 1 bike, exactly.
What an amazing roll.
Adrian spiked it.
Yeah.
Dude. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
I know,
6,
right?
7, 8.
That's crazy.
No, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9.
I love
9
it.
out of
That's
like
amazing.
13 dice. That was amazing.
I'll take it.
That might be a new record. I'm impressed.
Thank you. I try.
Okay. So 1 bike from each.
Yeah.
Still comfortably on the point.
Yeah. I'm real scared for next turn. So
I'm hoping that you kill a few and I'll just reanimate onto it.
Yeah. You're welcome.
That would be good. Okay. So there's a funny thing here where my Triarch Praetorians actually shoot decently, but I don't want to make my charges any harder than they already are.
Yeah.
But they shoot pretty decently. The Rod of the Covenant is a 2 damage weapon, so it's like really I loathe to let it go to waste.
Rod of the Covenant. What is this? Indiana Jones?
Right.
Yeah. Yeah. It's a really good rod. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like one of the best rods in the business.
You have 10 of them?
I have 10, and it's 15-inch range because of Mephrit.
Indy would be losing his mind.
Yeah.
10.
Yeah. 10 rods. So what I could do is put them into the... did all these units advance as well?
Of course.
Okay. So I could put them all into the Black Knights.
Yeah.
And then you could end up pulling back to this guy. But at least I could like pile into that guy. You know what I mean? And then he still isn't doing much.
Sure.
And my shorter charges to the unit up front.
Yeah.
So I'm just gonna put all the rods of the Covenant into the Black Knights.
Okay. Is it actually a shorter charge if I pull here? Is that actually going to change your range?
You'd have to pull, I think, at least 3.
Ugh. Yeah. Gosh.
Because these 3 are equidistant. So it only happens if you lose 3. But I'm anticipating you could lose 3.
All right, so I'm gonna spend.
Oh no, it's only one. It's only one shot each. So it's 10 flat shots. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
I am gonna spend
8, 9, 10.
I could be -1 to hit because I advanced.
You could.
So how many CP do I have?
You have 7.
7.
Indeed.
The funny thing is, it's like you'll make it so that I just don't kill 3.
Yeah.
Which is kind of a boon to me in a funny way.
Yeah, I know, right?
But at the same time, you don't want to lose 3.
You're hitting on 3s. What's the strength?
It's strength 5.
Strength. So hitting on 3s, winning on. Okay, no, it's fine. I'll let it through.
Yeah.
I think I'm better off saving it for a reroll on a 4+ than yeah.
Okay, here we are. Hitting on 3s.
Oh, you don't get Dynasty, so it's not 15-inch, but I don't think that matters.
That's fine.
Right?
I was 7 and 12 anyway. So here we go.
Sounds good.
And 4s. It's just
Yeah. Okay.
Oh, Adrian, you're chill.
I might lose 1 bite. Yeah, 1 takes 2 wounds, and 1's still alive on 1.
Easy street.
Wait, what?
1 takes 2 wounds. It's still alive on 1.
2 damage.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
You made it sound like you killed 1. Like maybe I killed a bike. Yep. 1's taking 2 damage and alive on 1. Like wait.
We were saying the same thing in different ways.
You said it's so weird.
I acknowledge that I said it weird. Okay, so next what we're gonna go is I think with my Tomb Blades and their particle casters. I need to check the wording on a strat. So just give me 1 second. It's the fractal targeting. I just need to make sure.
We can take a question.
While you're doing that, thanks, Blue.
Hey.
Keep up the outstanding content, truly entertaining,
Thank
and
you.
shout out to the Discord community you have established. I thank you
It's
all
a great community
for the insight and content. If you're not on our Discord, you should definitely join.
For sure.
Applications have been made to both verify and partner our Discord, so we will
Ooh.
soon have check marks and things.
Check marks are good, right?
And if you like free stuff, we're giving away shirts. You just join our Discord. Anybody can join. It's free. Go to the giveaways channel. You click one button. You're entered to win a T-shirt.
I love
10 lucky people are going to win free T-shirts, like the one Adrian's wearing.
That's going to be from our merch store, which you can also find in the link below. This is on Teespring, and we have a bunch of just general 40K related stuff. We have some stuff that's for the channel. And so, yeah, definitely check it out. And the Discord is an awesome, awesome community. Highly encourage you guys to check it out. And to be clear, it's for everyone, right? You don't have to be a member to see it, although you do get extra stuff if you're a member. So definitely come by and say hi to us.
So we need to start hurting these plasma scepters because, as we saw, they're terrifying.
Sure.
And we don't want to hurt the Black Knights in the front because we're going to try to charge them with the race. And so what we're going to do is we're going to go with the people that have the least line of sight upwards to the people that have the most.
Yeah, makes sense.
So we're going to go first with however many of the Immortals I can see, and then we'll move up to the Warriors and so on. So do you want to tell me how many of the Immortals can see?
3? 4.
All right, so 4 of them will go in, and then 1 will go into the bike unit on the side.
Sounds good.
The one I'm not.
I'm digging it.
Charging. Okay, so Immortals. Let's see it.
Yeah,
I'm
2 each.
Yeah, it's not too much. So no, this is the Gauss. It's rapid fire 30. So am I in rapid fire range? Am I in
15?
like 17 and a half?
Oh right, yeah, 17.5 for sure.
Okay.
There you go. Watch
Cool.
out, -1s on 4s.
Okay.
Yeah,
And then
this terrain is a big deal this game.
force to wound. So 2.
Sounds good.
These are at AP3.
Cool. 4+ invulns. Oh, not these guys.
Yeah, that's
I
right.
don't know why I rolled it. So 1 damage each.
Just 1 damage.
And that'll be my Feeling Pains, which I fail. Down to
There
1.
we go.
Cool deal.
All right, and the last guy into the Black Knights. Nothing hits there. Okay, let's go with the Warriors. The Warriors can all see you, I imagine.
Yeah.
And remind me how many? There's not actually 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So I have 12 in the squad.
Sounds
2,
good.
4, 6, 8, 10.
And you're going into what?
14. 16, 18.
He's shooting right into your heart, Adrian.
Oh no.
I want to go into these guys. So I have 15 inch range. So let me know if anyone doesn't.
Yeah, that's fine. It's cool.
Alrighty. So these guys are hitting on 3s.
-1.
Yep, 3s. And so, I'll burn 1 CP for Talent for Annihilation.
Oh, nice.
Which is a 6 to hit as a mortal wound.
Cool. These guys.
Brian's going wild.
I like it.
I want to kill as many of these guys as I can. And so far I've killed
it's
0.
It's important, yeah.
So here we are hitting on 3s. Okay. That my will be done, giving me a bunch of extra hits.
Yeah, totally.
Oh no, sorry. That my will be done would have given me a bunch of extra hits. It actually gave me almost no additional hits. Okay, so 4s to wound.
Right.
Because those tough bodies.
Yeah. Let's do it.
But we want 3 6s.
Oh,
1 6. It was bad.
1 CP, 1 mortal.
Yeah. So,
a good
so you have
exchange
all
rate.
these saves. These are at -1.
You don't get the Mephra, right? Yeah.
Because I'm not within half.
Sounds good. So this is 4 ups. Let's see it. 4s. Yep. Classic
And then just throw 1 more in for the 1 mortal you took in addition.
6s. All right. So that's going to be. This will kill the guy. Another Inceptor. And then 1 is down to 1.
All right.
I'm going to do my banner stuff first.
Yeah.
So I've got 2 dead. Do they shoot? Well, 1 to shoot.
1 can shoot. So 3 shots if
we'll
you want to go
go-
into the warriors, or it depends what you want to shot. Yeah.
Yeah. How many wounds? Tomb Blades are 3 wounds, not 4.
They're not, definitely not 4.
Are they 2?
Which you tried to say. They should be at least 2.
Tomb blades.
Tomb Blades.
Yeah, tomb blades are 2 wounds each.
2 wounds each. Okay, so I'm going to overcharge and go into them with the guy that just died. So D3 shots into them. Classic.
And on a 4.
Yeah, this is cool.
All right.
All right, what's next?
Okay. What else even can see and has guns? The Tomb Blades. That's right. So the Tomb Blades are going to go next. I'll spend 1 CP on fractal targeting. This will ignore all the minuses.
Wow.
Why are you going crazy with your strats?
I'm very committed at the moment. 2, 4,
You're playing
6.
like me.
Yeah, seriously.
Yeah, so
ABC Necrons.
2
That's right.
guys,
I like it.
Yeah.
3 guys, and 4 guys. So, okay, so that's 4. I only have 4, right?
Yep.
Okay, so hitting on 3s.
Cool.
Let's roll a bunch of 3s. Spent the CP. I'm spending CP, but they're not actually amounting to too much. It's actually a lot of misses there, but a lot of 3s.
They're all together, hanging out.
Tons of 3s.
Yeah.
So it actually mattered.
It did. It did.
4s to wound.
Sounds good.
Okay. And actually, can you tell me if any of them are in 11 inches?
Oh, no way.
Okay, then, yeah, it doesn't matter.
Okay, no.
Okay, so then these are just going to be AP nothing.
Sounds good. Looking for 3s.
Whoa!
That's me. All right, 6s. Let's see it. All right, cool. So that's going to be 2 more Inceptors dead. Cool.
Can they shoot me?
Can they shoot? So let's see it. Awesome. Nothing. All right.
Oh, Adrian.
That's so frustrating.
What's going on
That's
here?
tough, yeah.
Ugh.
I didn't expect that last bunch to die.
Yeah.
You rolled all 2s.
Yeah.
So I did all the shooting that can see, I think. There's not much. I have, what, 1 Staff of Light, I guess, right? Oh, and I actually have the Royal Warden. Let me do the Royal Warden into these bikes. So I'll shoot into this wounded squad right here.
Cool.
So he's rapid fire, so 4 shots.
That's over here to in
That's
here.
right. So all hits.
Looks good.
And 4s to wounds. It's actually a really, really good weapon.
Yeah.
So
right.
AP2, so up to
4
4
ups.
ups.
Cool.
So just
So
2
that one
damage,
dies.
gets a bike.
All right.
All right, and then just the last we have the Chronomancer, and he has his Aeon Stave, 18, so 21 inches. I'll put it into the bikes on the side, I guess, because I can't see the Plasma Inceptor. Is that right?
Correct.
All right, so D3 shots, big 3, hitting on
Minus
4s,
one.
and wounding on 4s. So 1 at AP2.
All right, 4 up. Nice.
And it's just 1 damage.
Cool. 6 up. Takes it. All
Funny enough, you get no invulnerable save against it.
What? That's quite good.
Okay.
Okie dokie.
Yep.
We'll do this guy.
Now, it's time for the mighty charge phase.
Charges.
So what we're going to do is start with the one I care about the most, which is these Praetorians. They're going to charge both units on a 5.
Sounds
we
good.
really do need it.
Let's do it.
This is the one you don't want to screw up.
Yeah.
Don't screw it up, Brian. All right.
You're good.
It's a huge, huge move. All right, I'll move that up. You want to take a question?
Oh, I would love to take a question. Thank you, Thomas. Hey, gang. Nice of James to set the Dark Angel pre-order to my birthday.
Oh, happy birthday.
Hey,
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
I've also ordered the Deathwing box as it's back in stock. How would you build it to go along with Indomitus, 2 Blade Guard boxes, 3 Aggressors, and 10 Intercessors?
Sorry, one more time, Bridger. There's a lot of information.
So how would you build the Deathwing box to go along with Indomitus, 2 boxes of Blade Guard, 3 Aggressors, and 10 Intercessors? I mean, I'm not sure going along with, like, there's probably just a best way to build Deathwing, right?
I'm thinking, yeah, you want them to be. So here's a new thing that we've been actually discussing lately is, So the Deathwing Super Doctrine, right, is rerolling to wound against something big while you're in Assault Doctrine.
That's right,
Combat
which you
Doctrine.
could get into Assault Doctrine easily.
You can get it into easily, which kind of puts you in a weird place because Lightning Claws are already reroll to wound, and then the hammers, it does help with the hammers against big things. But it's kind of a weird interaction with like the loadouts that you get with that. I mean,
it's difficult.
It's hard. That's hard.
Yeah.
You can make them into Black Knights though, right? That's the same kit.
Sorry.
No.
The Deathwing and the
It's
Black
a
Knights.
Deathwing Knights.
Yeah. Deathwing Knights.
It's a Deathwing Knights.
What did I
Black
say?
Knights or Bikers?
Black Knights
Sorry. The Deathwing Knights.
Deathwing Knights are great, but that's a different kit, I think.
That's also a different kit because they get special weapons.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
I don't know. What do you think?
It's a very tough decision. I think
really
we're gonna have to put a bit more thought into it.
We're gonna have
honestly.
to think about it. Yeah, I'm trying Lightning Claws today, so.
Lightning Claws are great. Yeah. Can you tell me? I couldn't quite measure from where I was. The command barge is charge.
That's
to your
base
or to your hull? Base.
I think it's base. No, this one's weird. I think this one is model.
So it would be a 5 with the base.
Let me see actually. From his hull.
Okay, so it's like a 3.
Okay, so I'm charging just the normal normal bikers.
You're good. Awesome.
Okay, so great.
Didn't need it.
Yeah.
Bleep bloop.
Bleep bloop indeed.
Very nice.
Cool. Then what we're going to do is the wraiths into. So tell me how the squads break up here.
So this is 5 Ravenwing Black Knights.
Right.
And then characters.
Okay. So let's just charge those Black Knights and let's see what we got. It's not the shortest of charges, but it's not the longest. It's just outside of a 6 or just out of 6. I can't. You want to help me out there?
It's too close to tell.
You decide.
To call.
Just under then, so 6, 5.
Alrighty, so 5-inch charge with the wraiths.
Oh, let's see it.
6.
Sounds good. They're in. Either way.
I've been told by Deathwing Martin that all the Deathwing come out of the same box.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Oh, I didn't know that. Okay.
Yeah. So you have to go straight though because you
right.
barely made it, right?
It was a straight 6.
Yep.
So 6 gets into.
Yeah, I thought it was the same kit. So I mean, so here's the thing: if you're not running a full Deathwing detachment, right, your Terminators are not going to be objective secured. So I'd prefer, I think, doing the Deathwing Knights first. If you were going to get them objective secured, then I would go for the regular Deathwing first. So that's kind of your decision. If you're pairing it with that other stuff, you're probably not doing a full detachment. In which case, I'd say Black Knights. I really love the new strat for them. So
yeah. So 9-inch charge to these boys, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's worth a go. So I'm gonna. The Warriors are gonna take a 9-inch charge. So it fails. Okay. The only thing that was interesting on is I could pile up onto his objective.
Oh, it would have been huge.
Which would have denied him 5 points and your banners.
Yeah. It was very important.
And actually, it was more important than I gave it credit for.
You're like, should I do it? I'm like, what?
Yeah.
In what world do you not do it?
You're right. So those are some key charges.
Yeah.
Now, my Praetorians are my big unit.
Sure.
And I do want to activate them before you get a chance to hit them back. The Wraiths, you could do a pretty penny to. I'm just trying to hold you up a little bit.
Yeah.
You can fall back, shoot, and charge, or just fall back and shoot.
Fall back and shoot.
Yeah, that's right. Okay. So I'm okay with fall back and shoot. I just didn't want fall back, shoot, and charge.
Yeah.
So we're going to go with my Praetorians first, I think. Yeah, we'll go with the Praetorians
Sounds
first.
good.
All right.
I like it.
So let's let me just pull them up.
Are you going to look at your Rod of the Covenant?
Yes.
Wasn't it kind of lame that the character had a weapon that it sounded inferior to the Rod of the Covenant?
It was inferior.
Yeah.
Straight up.
Poor guy. He's not even a Praetorian.
I know. Yeah.
That is absolutely true.
Don't worry. He's going to be doing damage in melee.
Yeah, they're really strong. I'm blanking out. I can't find these guys. They don't exist anymore.
Yeah.
So
they got fast attack.
They're here. They're fast attack. Yeah, I was trying to treat them as elites.
We did it.
We got there.
Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 that can go into the Black Knights, and 3 that have to go into the normal bikers.
Sounds good.
So we'll do the 7. So 21 attacks. 3.
So this
6,
is the number 1 hit to Ravenwing.
9.
No invuln strat in melee. So this is gonna hurt a lot. Probably gonna wipe them.
I like conditional invulns. I think they're really cool.
It's a cool concept.
They're cool.
I know it's disadvantageous
how many CP do I have
right
left?
now.
Like 3?
You have 3, yeah.
I'll spend 1.
Brian, you wild.
It's Judgment of the Triarch. It's +1 to hit with Triarch unit.
Sounds good.
And I think I'm pretty happy with that. Or let me actually. Okay, I have 1 CP I could spend either for +1 strength, which would give me strength 6, or +1 to hit. So it's going from 3s to 2s or from 4s to 3s. Ultimately, you do it on the
4s
second one.
to 3s is better.
4s to 3s is probably better, yeah. Okay, I'll spend the 1 on disruption fields instead.
Okay, sounds good. Let's do it.
All right, hitting on 3s.
Hitting on 3s.
Okay, so it would have given me 4 extra hits.
Very nice.
Let's see how many extra wounds it gives me.
Yeah.
So this is 3 swim. 1 extra wound.
Nailed it.
So no, it would have been better on the hits.
All right.
So it's AP 3.
Yeah. 6s. I mean, it's a good roll.
It's a good lot,
what's the damage?
2.
Yeah. So this is 1 bike. 2
Oh,
bike.
you can't use the strength strat because it's core. But whatever. It's too late.
1, 2, 3, 4, and 1 guy down to 1. All right, cool.
You just would have used the other strat. But...
Yeah, don't worry about it.
I didn't know that one was core.
Yeah. This is rough. This is probably as rough as the first game.
With Dark Angels?
Yeah, I mean, I've literally can't play a game.
Well, you're rolling like poop, Adrian. Stop rolling like
You moved up too close.
Yeah, but this is 9th edition.
You got to move close. You got to. Necrons are no joke. So are you
Yeah.
interrupting, my man?
So tell me about the profiles on these guys.
The rates you're talking about in particular?
Yes, indeed.
Okay. Yeah. So, hold on. They're fast attack, aren't they? Or they used to be fast attack. So the race right here, there are 3 attacks. Yeah, they do hit on 4s, exactly. And they have their Vicious Claws, which are strength 6 minus 2 for 2. So they can, in 4 attacks, so it's 12 attacks for the unit. They have a high potential.
No, I'll let it go.
Okay. So yeah, I'll go with them next. So that's 12 attacks. 1, 2, 3 dudes. Okay. Hitting here on 4s. Okay.
That's great.
It was well above average.
Yeah.
Wounding here on 3s. Okay.
Very nice.
AP2. AP2.
So 5s. All right. So that's going to be. Can I get a yellow dice? Let's do some Feel No Pains.
Right.
All right. So we've got first guy. He dies. We'll do the fighting in a second. Next guy takes 2 wounds. He dies. Next one takes 2 wounds.
Okay.
He dies. So 3 bikes die.
3 bikes down, and on 4-ups, they get to fight.
You got it. And none in the fight. All right.
Alrighty.
Cool. Bloop. So they're gone.
Okay. Let's go now with my command barge, the Catacomb command barge. So it's got his 5 attacks because of his warlord trait. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Hitting on 2s, he's fighting just these normal bikers here.
Cool. Sounds good.
Okie doke. And then he is strength 8, so just wounding here on 3s.
Sounds great. Oh, so lucky.
Rend? A lot.
Cool.
And it's flat 3 damage, so 1 bike beats it.
Sounds good. So 1 dead. Boop. Go like that. Awesome.
He had a good chance of wiping the squad.
I was sure he was going to wipe
it just didn't pan out.
Yeah.
Okay, your fight back with your knight here, bikes there, and then your 2 knights over there.
Sounds good. All right, we'll try these guys over here. So let me pull up the profile real quick.
See what they can do.
Yes. So they are rerolling all failed hits because they do have that litany. So we've got 2 attack space.
You're like, in case I try something.
And then you did.
And then I tried something.
Yeah. So this is going to be +1 attack from the Angry Charge, and then +1 attack from the Hunt Master.
Yep.
And nothing weird, so let's do this. On 3s, re-rolling. You
needed it.
Yeah.
And this with the Corvus Hammers.
Corvus Hammers, yep. Which are going to be Strength 5, UT5.
Yep.
Cool. So 4s. All right, so you got 3 saves for 2 damage each.
3 saves, and I've just got my 4-up invulnerable saves. So
deal.
1 takes 2 damage.
Nailed it.
It's down to 1 wound left.
All right, we got the Hunt Master over on the other side. This is on 3s. When you're on 4s, because you're T5 for Praetorians.
Yep.
All right, 1 minus 1.
Oh, you
Got
just
1.
got through it. And this is 2 damage.
You got it.
So 1 eats it, and does he reanimate?
Of course.
He does not.
Ooh, okay. And then we've got the bikers, also into the Praetorians. Let's do this. On 3s, like so. And then on 5s, let's see it. Wooja! Oh, that was great. So 3, no rend.
All right. Just got them 2 ups. All right. Styling on you.
Ryan, did you fight with the other 3 Praetorians?
No, I didn't. You're right.
Go for it.
3, 6, 9. Okay. So we'll just switch the strat. So it didn't matter anyways. And then here we are, wounding on 4s. Okay. There you are.
-3, so 6s. So that is 2 damage each. So 1 guy down to 1 wound. Bloop.
Sounds great.
Bloop. Cool. I think that's it. I could actually, after these guys fight, I could run away.
You could fall back.
For 2 command points.
You doing that?
Or you could spend... Oh, but that would let you charge. Yeah, that's right.
Let me charge.
Yeah,
Let me
right.
charge.
I understand.
All right, I'll spend your 2 commandular points.
Are you going to do it?
Apparently.
Well, I just saw you moving models. Are those dead
No,
models?
he's considering it. It's a lot of CP, but he's down, so he needs to start extending.
Yeah.
So-
I'll do it. Okay. So they're going to move
Alright.
immediately after they fight.
Which is an amazing stratagem.
Oh, it's so good. It's so
Now
good.
you're using it to like recover, but you could use it to like punish.
Yeah,
you know?
exactly. So I'm going to use it to come over here. So we need to come over here. Alrighty. Sounds good.
Morale.
Yeah, morale. Let's do this. So let's see. We've got these bikers.
Now,
Actually, can't
anything
fail.
with inner circle will auto pass, right?
That's correct. Which is nothing in this army.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that's Deathwing. So over here, let's do this biker. He lost 2. Actually, he can't
He's
fail.
fine.
This guy lost.
The Black Knight lost
4.
4.
So he runs away. Cool.
And then the Lone Inceptor.
Lone Inceptor. Do I want to pay for him?
Oh, no. Septi boy.
He lost 4.
He lost 4, yeah.
So this is on a
You would fail
4
on a 5-up.
5-up. Or I get to use the chaplain's leadership, right?
Spiritual leader, yeah.
So you would
Yeah.
fail on
you
a
would
6-up.
fail on a 6-up, yeah. Oh.
Oh, Adrian, playing with fire.
I know, I try. Okay.
No, that was worth rolling.
I think that's it.
Because the nice thing about that is now he gets to res 1,
Yeah.
and you'll have 2, and he can weapon to the Dark Age and really hurt someone if he wants to. Or,
Yeah. Totally. Okie dokie. I think that's it, yeah.
Score
I
it
hope
up.
that's it.
Oh, gosh, that was so brutal. Literally,
Let's-
like, honestly, not being salty here. I don't know how I can recover from this.
I think you can, but it's not easy.
It's
You still get the Terminators to come in. You need them to make your charge.
yeah. Yeah.
You're relying on a few things going right, but we're gonna have to see up close what your army can do. You're gonna have to come at me in all the phases.
Yeah.
You know?
All right.
Purge the Vermin doesn't score on the first turn. Right?
That's correct. It doesn't. But his oath, he did actually live with 1 bike in the middle, which I was hoping to get, but best laid plans.
So he
that was
gets
lucky, yeah.
3 points.
I get 3 because I also did not fall back. Not technically.
Oh, no, actually, that does count as a fallback.
Oh, it does count as a fallback.
It actually does count as a
Dun,
fallback.
dun,
Yep.
dun.
Cool deal. All right.
That's weird.
Yeah.
That's like the only time you can
No.
literally fall back in your opponent's turn.
It would be weird if it didn't count, to be honest.
No, but I know, but it's,
Yeah.
it's neat that actually, like, it's
That's
in this
true.
case, it's the only time it would have really not came up.
All right, so starting my turn, I'm going to get 2 banner points. And then the command phase stuff will be at the end of the command phase, so we'll get to that in just a moment. Cool. Yeah, let's hang out and answer some questions while I do some movement. Oh, wait, litanies. So here's the really essential deep strike. Cool.
Very good.
And then...
That was such a gamble. Let's hurry up.
yeah, rather than just spending the CP.
Rather than just spending the CP. Yeah.
The +1 to wound, +1 to wound, +1 to wound. We'll do it onto the Inceptors. There goes off. Awesome.
Interesting. I would have thought you would have taken the reroll hits in combat this phase because you're gonna.
I need to kill these Praetorians.
Yeah.
Otherwise, they're just going to chop through my whole army.
They really will.
That's the one.
And they're dead center of the board. There's like no hiding from them.
Yeah, exactly.
Wait,
Black
Knight's auto pass? Is that true?
Yeah, so I thought they have inner circle.
They do have inner circle?
Still have that Black
Okay.
Knight, that
Thanks,
one
guys.
duder.
I thought they had inner circle. I thought I was actually surprised. I thought you were saying they took it away, and I was like, oh, that's sad.
No. I actually didn't know they ever had it.
And chat's really mad at me.
They're mad at you?
I'm sorry.
They're not
Oh,
saying-
don't be mad at Bridger. He's a good guy.
He's managing a lot right now. All right, cool. So yeah, let's take a question. I gotta move.
So before you move, you score how many primary? 10?
He's on 2 points, so that's a 10.
Yep.
points,
And then I'm gonna get 2 for my Defiance at the end of my command phase.
That's right.
Stewborn Defiance.
That's right.
Excellent. All right. Well, let's get to some Supular chats. Thanks,
Yeah.
Inferno. Hey, Titans.
Hey.
Another great show. Really looking forward to this. Feel the Dark Angels could have the trickery to stop Marty. Would love to see you guys do that in a future report. Keep up the great work.
Well, we are playing the Dark Angels again on Tuesday.
Yeah.
And one of the armies you can vote for would be Death Guard.
That's right.
And so we could do that. Mortarion skews the game a lot, and we're trying to show off the new models. But hey, you're the members. You get to see what you want to see. So if you wanted to, we'll put the vote up later. And if you want to see Mortarion, then that's the thing we could try to tailor into and see what we could do.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Michael. Oh, we have to put the vote up.
We'll put it up after.
Oh, it didn't go up
I
yet?
have to put that vote
Yeah,
up.
we'll put it up after. It's okay.
No worries. No worries.
Thanks, Michael. Now that Dark Angels is finally out, I can get rid of all this pesky money What are your top 3 cool or fun units in the new codex? Thanks for the entertainment.
Okay, I've got some easy picks. I love the Deathwing Knights. I've always loved them. They look good. They're one of the great reasons to pick up the army. So my first army would be a Deathwing army just because I love the style of it. So that's really good. The Plasma and Scepters are so good. So crazy good. Unbelievably good. That's why I put like 50% of my entire army to try and kill the 4 of them because they are so vicious. You really have to be watching out. And they're great looking models. So those would be my 2 absolute favorite picks.
Yeah, that's true. That's fair.
All right, it's the Martin block.
Ooh, Martin.
Oh yeah,
we got there.
All right, Martin. Let's see what you got.
Thanks, Dark Angel Martin. This is like kind of your show, right? This is today's your day. So as he says, today is a special day. Adrian, a roller of 5-up Night Shields. You step forward to pilot the Dark Angels, the Son of the Lion, Protectors and Destroyers of Caliban, Holder of OBSEC, and Permanent Transhuman.
Yes. I'm doing my best, but I don't know.
So I am the holder of only -1 AP on a lot of my guns, but mass shots, and so the 5-ups don't actually do a whole lot.
Well, you've got -2 on most.
The -2 is good, but I didn't get the -2 last turn. Because I have to be in half range to get that one.
True.
Yeah. But
the super chat, it would have been much better to read like an hour ago, maybe.
That he would have needed the energy.
I know.
Roll.
Now I feel inspired.
He would have needed
to fight
that
with what I have
roll.
left.
Yeah.
Thank you, Martin. Really appreciate it. I'm really excited about this army. Like I said, going to be starting my own, so very excited.
Oh, this is like there's more to it.
All right, let's get it.
So you step forward to pilot the Dark Angels, the Sons of the Lion, Protectors and Destroyers of Caliban, Holders of OBSEC and Permanent Transhuman, Aura Defying and Psychic Denying, in combat shooting and plasma booming, teleporting and double moving, the one and only First Legion, the Emperor's finest. Plus, Bridger has to watch it all.
What a great what an epic introduction. All of that is very true. This faction does have it all. Lots of tools, lots of great just raw efficiency, lots of output. Now, listen. We're up against the Necrons here. They're a real force. Yeah. And when you're playing an army, the Raven Wing that he's playing right now is actually the more finesse version, which is an army that just by its very nature is going to take more practice. Yeah, right?
Absolutely.
And so it's not as tanky as the Terminators. And so we're seeing that in play here, where they're just not as defensive.
I feel like that was like a wrestling intro.
It was.
That was really...
Yeah.
We need to put that to music or something.
Or that's like the kind of intro that like a really charismatic podcast host would do for you. You know what I mean?
Oh, wrong one.
Although if your podcast intro is that long, I am unsubscribing.
Listen, if you're the First Legion,
hey man,
you deserve it.
True. All right. Well, you know what else we haven't done in a while?
I do know.
What?
Variant Human time?
Variant Human.
It's Variant Human time. That is correct. Let me pull it up. I kind of jumped the gun there.
Oh, yeah.
I said it and I didn't have it ready.
What's up, Variant Human?
I sort of expected a little more back and forth on the...
But I guessed it too easily.
You guessed it immediately. All right. Thanks, Variant Human. Enough time has passed. Brian and Adrian, which of your Primarch in-laws do you set up Bridger on a date with? Bridger, where are you taking them for your first date?
Which of our... Who would be good for Bridger? Who
now remember... I'm a little tender after Lorgar.
We need, so not the Night Haunter, you know what I mean?
Not the Night Haunter. Oh, no, this is like out of the frying pan into the fire.
Yeah. I bet the Night Haunter would eat Taco Bell, though. It's open late, you know what I mean?
Yeah. He enjoys suffering.
He ate like rats.
It's open late. He ate rats? Yeah, it's very similar. You know, it's good.
Yeah, late at night, rats. It's Taco Bell.
Are we saying not him? Because...
Well, I'm saying that it's not terrible.
Yeah.
And we know he has a type.
He does have a type.
Jeez, do not hook me up with the Night Haunter.
You're known for being with that guy. Now.
Yeah.
This is a big decision though, because whatever we say could
be a thing for a long time.
We're gonna have to invite him over. We don't want the Night Haunter invited over.
No. Who should he be with?
Who can you hook me up with?
We wanted to rebound on someone completely opposite, you know?
Opposite.
Like
opposite
Dorn.
of Lorgar.
Like Dorn.
Just the most boring.
Dorn's pretty funny, dude. You take that back.
He's like only staying at home, building model toys.
Yeah, our first date would be like building a Lego castle.
Yeah, and then learning how to actually defend it or siege it, right?
Yeah, we would play Warhammer on our Lego castle.
You would play Warhammer essentially.
That's right. All right, you can have Dorn.
I dig it.
Cool.
Me and Dorn.
I like it. All right, so we're doing some fiddly stuff.
For what it's worth, I'm considering the Night Haunter. If this doesn't go well, the Night
for
Hunter
sure.
is next.
For sure. This flank is just gone. There's nothing I can do to hold it.
20 warriors, bro.
Jesus. Jeez.
We can see the raw power, the veil is so good, right?
It's so powerful.
It's so powerful. And there's other ways to teleport, right? Like if I had a Night Scythe or something like that, you can deliver these warriors so fast.
And this is still with like infiltrators and stuff like that, right?
Right.
So
yeah, and that's
like,
Mefford really came into play there.
Yeah,
got me all
that's
comfortably into range. It was great.
That is very true. I like it. I like it. We're gonna have to fall back here and here, much to my chagrin.
It's a lot of falling back.
Heck yeah, it is.
All right. Well, Cobra Commander asked for it, and it is kind of that time of the show. So we're gonna do meme of the week.
Ooh, meme of the week.
We need like an air horn noise. Like a nice quiet air horn. All right. So speaking of Cobra Commander, thank you, Cobra Commander, for our meme of the week. So this is a Harry Potter meme, which Adrian loves.
Yes.
Who doesn't love?
Exactly.
Come on.
All Harry Potter
Harry
memes.
Potter's great.
Why is it when something happens, it's always you three?
It's us.
It's us.
It's great.
It's
always up to no good.
Fantastic.
I love it. Thank you, Cobra. It's so funny. Yeah, we're just gonna be doing some shooting and
shooting and holding.
Holding, hopefully.
9th edition.
Yep.
Well, 9th edition mostly fighting and holding, but it's got a little bit of shooting in there.
This one in particular.
My army knows how to.
They can do it.
My army knows how to shoot.
Yeah. All right. So we've got that. We've got these lads right here.
These lads getting stuck in.
They're getting stuck in for sure.
All right. Thanks again, Martin. Adrian, I know this is your first time playing Dark Angels with their new big boy rules.
Heck yeah.
Has anyone checked the Watcher in the Dark rules? Can they deny any time?
What do you mean anytime? They do walk. They do deny.
They do have a deny.
It's a once per game deny per Watcher. So yes.
And there is that cool strat or that Warlord trait watched to still auto deny once per game, right?
Yep.
There's no range on it, right? You can just
no. That's 24.
It's still 24.
It's a regular deny, which I assume the Watchers are as well. Maybe that's the question. The Warlord trait is a 24-inch range.
A lot of Necrons in the middle of the board.
Necrons.
All right, let's see. The Black Knights.
Black Knights indeed.
Sorry, Deathwing Knights is what I'm trying to look at. Watcher in the Dark. Once per battle, this unit can attempt to deny the Witch as if it were a Psyker.
So 18. No,
24.
24, and if you're denying against Chaos, you can re-roll.
Yeah,
that's cool.
That's great.
All right, let's do this thing. So
talk us through your plan here.
Well, we're gonna hold the line. I brought my Deathwing down here largely because this flank is gone. This thing
you can't afford to fight me on all fronts.
Wait,
no, yeah.
Can it deny a power not targeting it? Just any power?
Yeah.
I know you just closed the book.
Just deny like a Psyker.
Yeah, totally. This is gone. I'm gonna put a bunch of firepower to deal with these guys, hopefully, and I can also charge in with what's left. So I want to take back this flank, but I also have so few bodies. I'm not even character blocking anymore. So I needed to get the Deathwing in here and do some work. They're going to get the litany, so it'll be a 7-inch charge. And we'll try.
Are you doing the fall back and shoot with anybody?
No, there was nothing.
You only had the one knight.
It's like 2 command points for the one
guy.
Knight.
Yeah,
like,
okay.
Cool. So he just ran back here essentially just to try to stay alive a bit longer.
Have a body for later.
Yeah, exactly.
Great.
Exactly. Yeah, that's the plan. Okay, cool. So let's do this thing. We have shooting.
Psychic?
And Psychic. We have Psychic. We're going to try to turn off OPSEC over here once again.
My big unit?
Yep. So I need to roll a 6.
You did it.
Goes off.
So OPSEC on my big warrior blobs off.
Yeah, that's awesome.
So no one has OPSEC over there? Or you have your one bike?
So I have the banner. So this is all OPSEC in here.
Oh, great.
And if the Deathwing get in, they'll be OPSEC as well.
Great.
So I do currently have the point from you.
Nice.
And then next thing we want to do is we can give the full rerolls in melee, or we can do a fight last. I don't know if I care about fight last.
You don't? Because you're not planning to charge me here.
I might charge with one unit, but then it only matters if you kill me and then charge and go to something else.
That's true.
As opposed to just re-rolling everything here. The re-rolling here I think is going to be better. So we'll do the full rerolls over here. Oops. I need to roll.
You cast it.
That'll do it. Not quite nice. All right, cool. Now let's get on to some shooting, shall we?
Did you res a model?
Oh yeah, so I'm going to res a Inceptor.
That's what I thought.
That's why I moved the Apothecary within range.
I was noticing you were conspicuously short on Inceptors.
Yeah, well, aren't I always? And these guys are going to be just outside of the 3 for this guy.
And you are Master Apothecary?
Master Apothecary.
Yeah, he is. Yep. He is a Chief Apothecary.
Naturally.
And a Selfless Healer.
That's right. So we're going to start with these bikes, the kind of non-decision going into here.
Okay.
Yeah, that's it. So here we go. So here is the first unit.
Shooting into my Praetorians.
You got it. On 3s. On 5s. Ooh, 2. All good.
Right. It's all good.
Next unit, same thing. Watcha. Looks good. And then on 5s, let's see it. All right, just one more. 2 up. Taste there, taste there. Okay, command point check.
You have 6. Brian has 2.
That's right. Actually, I'm realizing this had to res here because I'm going to go with the Inceptors into this unit.
Okay, so the 2 Inceptors into my Triarch Praetorians.
Yep, exactly. I'm going to pay 2 command points for Weapons of the Dark Age.
All right.
Yes.
But you don't want to overcharge.
No, because they're already strength 7 plus 1
because you're not
wound.
wounding, yeah.
So wounding on 2s.
Yes,
yeah,
makes
exactly.
perfect sense.
And so this is going to be 6 shots each.
So they're strength 7 plus 1 to wound.
Yeah. So 2s.
Wounding on 3s.
Why do they get plus 1 to wound?
The Weapons of the Dark Age.
My litany that I put
Oh,
on
the
them.
litany.
Yeah.
Got it.
Sounds good. All right, on 3s. Good roll, good roll.
There's a great roll.
Yeah, and then on 2s. 2 ones? Okay, so that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 of them dead.
6 up saves?
Plasma minus, we're in tactical doctrine, so -4.
Oh, nice.
4, yeah.
So you get 6 ups.
No, these guys are.
They do not have 2 ups. They don't
They
have
have 3 up
shields.
saves because they don't have shields.
Oh, you've been.
Chad said something
You've
about.
been taking 2 ups for all my things shooting.
This turn I was taking 3s, but I think I did take 2s last turn. So I
Yeah,
think
you
I would
did.
have lost another one.
Yeah.
Okay, let me just see if he does, but it's fine.
Yeah.
I'll drop 1.
Yeah.
Um, okay, and
so now you get.
So now I don't get. So
yeah,
okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, no worries.
So
Hey,
6
Chad
die.
Chad was saying something about that?
Reanimate.
I'm sorry,
Yeah.
Chad.
So I lose 5.
Maybe that's why they're mad at you. But...
Chad, I should have believed you.
Okay, so 5 are down. So I've got 3 left.
3 left. Okay, that's tasty. That's tasty. Okay, we're gonna take these plasma, go into them as well.
Yep.
We're not gonna overcharge.
This is that unit that paid to fall back last turn.
That's right.
So we're
it's gonna be 8 shots. Here we go. On 3s. Looks good.
No overcharge.
Never. 3s again. Oh, come on, Adrian.
So tactical. So I just lose 1 wound.
1 wound. That's it.
All right.
That's pretty bad. Pretty bad. Ravenwing Apothecary. Same thing in here. Obviously not overcharging. Here we go.
Ooh, he has plasma too.
Yeah, they built in.
Nice.
All right, so 2 more wounds.
Okay. So 1's dead.
Yep.
And does he reanimate?
Oh!
Yes,
Hey, there he is.
Oh.
Very nice. Very nice.
Cool.
Looks good. Looks good.
These last 3 are going to hold on for dear
Brian,
life.
you never said your protocols every time.
Here,
You
it's
never
right
said
up at
it
the top of
every
my
time.
page. Blah, blah, blah.
Oh, Brian, those are 2 wound models. You have to be rolling 2 dice to reanimate. You
Yeah.
would have reanimated none.
Well, I only rolled 1 dice. So the last guy that I reanimated comes back.
Oh, Brian, get.
And the guy before that, he doesn't. So I'm letting down. Okay.
Yeah, but you still take the wound, right?
Yes.
Um,
So you have 1 guy and 1 wound left.
Yeah.
oh, I have 1 guy. So I lost because I've reanimated 3? I don't even reanimate 2. That's fine. My next, this turn, is what I have is Conquering Tyrant. Fall back and shoot.
Okay, makes sense. All right, here we go. So this is the banner. Same thing. Plasma's into there. Not overcharging. Here we go. Nice. And then on 3s. Got him.
Got him.
Cool.
So that's all of the Praetorians dead.
Woof. 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 Good thing. Good thing.
Okay. Got there. We fixed it.
Well,
Yeah.
as you can see, that was even just like the scraps.
That was the scraps. Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, that's true.
And really, the 2 Plasma Inceptors killed 5.
I know. That's why you have to deal with them, right? And you did.
Yeah.
Okay, so we're done over there. Let's come over here. The warriors. I don't like shooting warriors.
The warriors right now have the invuln and the reanimator.
Yeah, exactly. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna take the captain right here. We're gonna put his shots into the tomb blades.
Yep.
So 4 shots on 2s. Looks good. On 5s. Nice. So 2 at -2.
Ooh, -2.
Yeah, tactical doctrine, my friend.
Okay, so
1 takes wound.
what gun is he shooting at -2?
Oh, sorry, -1 because he's not primary.
It's okay, he still took a wound.
Yeah, it's all good.
All right.
And then we've got the chaplain going into them, now -2. So on 2s, looks good. And then on 5s. Okay, nothing there.
Alrighty.
This guy fell back. That one already shot. Looks good, looks good, looks good. I reckon that's it. So charges,
Charges.
shall we? Let's do the Deathwing into the...
They have a 7-inch charge because of the litany.
Yeah, let's see it.
Coming into my race. Whoa!
CP reroll.
CP reroll.
Whatcha!
Not this time.
That's GG right there. So what we're going to do next is we're going to take the chaplain going into the wraiths.
Yep.
Oops. Going on in.
Oh,
gosh.
I think he makes it.
Yeah, he makes it.
But that was crazy.
Laughably bad. All right, banner going in as well.
No, those +2 to charge, so you're fine.
No, that's true. You know what? You're right. And then the captain, we're going to do... We'll do the same thing.
Into who, sorry?
The wraiths.
Oh, the race, yeah.
We'll touch into the
You
warriors.
really want the race gun.
Yeah. And I will touch into the warriors, but I don't want to take Overwatch from you. Because that could be scary.
Hmm.
All right.
My words are gonna slap you down.
Yeah. The thing is, I don't think I can. I don't know if I can
kill him in combat.
Yeah.
I would doubt it, and I'm a really good slap back.
I know.
No, last turn was not a good example of how good my slap back is.
I know. Now I could charge with multiple things.
Yeah, try to pin me or something.
Yeah. Because they're kind of dead anyways. So let's do it. We'll put the Black Knights.
So the 2 Black Knights.
They're in, and then the Inceptors, and then they're in.
All right.
And then the Apothecary. And
Ooh, give me the Apothecary.
Yeah.
Oh, he's all inning you.
All in.
All the chips are in the middle of the table.
Actually, no, we won't do the Apothecary.
Okay, cool.
All right. Only most of the chips are in the middle of the table.
Yeah, that one didn't make as much sense to me.
Yeah. All right. Let's see.
It's time to fight.
Yeah, nothing to declare for you, I assume?
No.
I'm not as worried about this, obviously. We'll start with the Black Knights. Here we go.
Yeah.
So it's going to be 2 attacks each, 3 for the charge,
and
then
Huntsman.
4 on the leader. Yep, here we go. So hitting on 3s, re-rolling everything. Yeah.
Re-rolling everything.
From my spell.
Oh, yeah. You gave them reroll all hits and wounds, right?
That's right. Yeah.
I love that.
Thank you. Thank you. Strength 5. Toughness 5 or 6?
Toughness higher?
I feel like
6.
it's 6. Yeah?
6, yeah.
So here's a 5, re-rolling. Hup, hup. Nice. All right. So 3. -1.
Okay. 4 ups.
2 damage.
All right. 2 damage. So
Cool.
he's down to 7.
Would you like to interrupt?
Nah.
Sounds good. We'll just
saved MCP.
Yeah, exactly. We'll go down the line. This is the Inceptors. They are 2 attacks base because they don't have the fists, so 3 on the charge. Naturally.
Nice.
5. All right.
2 wounds.
Yep.
3 ups.
You got it.
All right. Down to 6 wounds left.
Most excellent.
Adrian, the Apothecary only shoots 2 plasma shots, not 4. Because 1 gun assault 2.
Oh, it's 1 gun. Okay,
No,
that's my bad.
That's fine.
Yeah. Okay, over here, let's go ahead and do. We'll do the captain. Just going to touch into the warriors, as we mentioned. So he's going to be a 4 attack base, 5 on the charge. Sorry, 5 attack base, 6 on the charge. On 2s. Not rerolling. And then the power sword just is still winning on 4s. Nothing. All right, cool.
Captains.
Your magical curse makes me sad.
All right, it makes me sad too. Let's do chaplain. Here we go. On 3s. Good. Or on 2s, sorry. And then 4s. Cool.
Oh, Adrian.
All right. You got 1 huntsman? Or no, that's the banner.
The banner. I don't even know what he has. Let me pull it up.
It's a banner.
This is the saddest
5
game I've ever
attacks.
had.
Strength 100, AP 100.
Yeah.
That's right. Instant death.
100 damage and
It
it
wouldn't
carries
be
over.
enough, Richard. It's not
It's a
enough.
D weapon.
3 attacks, 4 on the charge, and he's equipped with literally nothing. So here's his fist.
He's hitting you with the wheel of the bike.
Yeah. There you go. There you go.
That was
It doesn't matter what he has.
literally no one wounded me.
Yeah, nobody.
Well, that's the Wraith form, you know? You're just going through the Wraith form.
Yeah, exactly.
And they're like, hee hee. All right, my fight back.
Cool. Let's do it.
So we got that flat 3 damage. None of these guys have invuln saves?
Correct.
Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 attacks and only 4 models. So I'm going to split them.
Naturally, you are.
And go for 100% effectiveness.
Let's do
it. And who do I care to kill more? I hate the plasma inceptors. So I'm going to kill them more, probably.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure. So here's 3 into the plasma inceptors.
Let's do it.
Hitting on 2s.
Cool.
Wounding on 3s.
Oh.
Okay.
Yeah, that's fine. Go ahead.
Did I make a mistake?
Can I transhuman on them?
Oh.
I don't know what you rolled. Chad already knows.
You can do it.
All right.
I don't care.
Oh, nice.
So I got 1 wound.
Cool. Sounds good. That's 1 CP, obviously.
Yep.
And goes right through. And
I don't know.
1 takes a wound. Oh, it's flat 3 damage.
It's
yeah,
flat
sorry.
3. And it
so
is -3?
It's
or
-4.
Sorry, -4?
-4.
Okay, sounds good. So 1 takes 3. Apothecary? Nope. All right.
Okay.
Does he die? I mean, does he fight?
Would he get to fight?
No banner.
Okay. So against the knights on 2s, on 3.
Cool.
Okay. So -4 and flat 3, so 1 bike's dead.
Sounds good. Cool.
So I got 1 from each.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Interesting.
Now the wraiths, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. So the only thing giving you OPSEC here is the banner.
Yep.
So if I kill the banner, then we're back to the number of models, which I only have, 4? And you have 1, 2, 3, 4.
No, you're OPSEC. You'll just take the point.
No, you took away my OPSEC.
That's true. That's true.
So if I kill the banner, we can test the point. Actually, because you'll have 1 less model, I'll have the point.
Yep, totally.
So let's kill the banner.
Let's do it.
Hitting on force. Big cock dice.
And you actually, sorry, you can only get 2 into there.
Oh, I'm so sorry.
Yeah.
Let's do this.
Because the other guy is not, he's not within an inch.
Is he
half inch.
engaged or can I pilot him?
Everyone's touched already, so you can't move again.
Everyone's touched.
These guys are.
Okay.
Right? And this guy would have to go towards him.
Okay.
So there's no way you can get him in.
Got it. So 1, 2, 3, 4.
This chat being
The
funny.
whole battle's behind a rock. It's just funny.
Yeah.
So the other one will go with the captain, okay?
Sounds good.
All right, here's on the banner.
Well, he actually can't go to the captain either. So this guy.
Oh, I'm
right
sorry.
here.
Okay.
So he has to.
You tell me who we
You
can
can go
fight.
into the chaplain. You can go into the spike if you pilot into him.
Okay, I'll pilot into that. I can kill it.
So, sounds good.
So 3 wounds.
Sounds good.
So you made 2. So you took 4 damage.
Sounds good.
So he's alive on 1 or 2.
Yeah, 1 or 2.
Okay, 4 attacks on your lone bike with 1 wound left.
Pile here.
2 hits.
Sounds good.
No wounds.
Wow. And now that I think about it, he has obsec too, so.
Oh, right,
Yeah,
great.
like naturally. I'm just checking the wounds on the banner boy. He has 5 wounds, so down to 1.
1 wound left.
Sounds
Okay.
good.
Now I have my warriors.
Yes.
Which roughly how many will I get to fight you with?
I don't know, 5?
1, 2, 3. Yeah, so it's like 3, 3.
Moving the rock wouldn't
So,
make
yeah,
it more
maybe
visible,
6.
would it?
2, 3, 4,
What?
5,
Would
6.
moving rock help? Yes.
Okay.
6 warriors.
Ooh,
Is that a question?
Does that?
Yeah. Now people can see them.
Okay. Well, that's fine.
All right. So 1 wound on your Capitan.
Ooh, very nice. Wacha.
Nope.
He's good.
All right. That's the end. No morales
Yeah,
for
we're
me
good.
or you.
Yeah. Didn't lose enough.
So that's
I'm trying.
the end of
All
turn.
right. Well,
Sounds good.
Anything to score up?
Score it.
No. Yeah.
All right. Moving
Good time.
right along.
Swiftly along.
Necron's
Moving right along.
turn due.
Cool deal.
Brian, don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
How many objectives do you hold?
3.
Nice.
Mhm.
And does Adrian hold 3?
I do.
He does.
All right. That's 10 points to Brian.
Yep.
And
keep it moving.
how many banners did you have?
I have 2 right now.
Yep.
All right. Then you are free to go, Brian.
All right.
Go
All right.
along the merry way.
I will put my will be done on nobody
Mm-hmm.
and moving on.
All right. Thanks. Cobra Commander, hey Titans.
Hey.
Happy first date anniversary to Adrian and Mel. Congratulations, Brian, on your LV Nopen win. Thanks, Bridger, for keeping everything running smoothly. You're the power behind the throne. Oh, thanks.
Thanks, Cobra. Lots of good energy all around, man. That's awesome.
Thank you, Cobra, for those delicious pastries.
Oh. Wait, what?
What?
Yeah. Can I? Oh, yeah, sorry, you're already in.
Yeah,
So
you're
remember,
good.
guys, this is the rock right here.
So healing my wound from my will be done.
Oh.
Or not my living metal, I'm sorry.
No worries.
And that guy's healed.
Do the immortals in the back.
Thank you, Martin, just to say, oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Adrian. Oh my god, oh my god, oh my god, Brian. It's totally amazing. The chapter I started in 8th is competitive.
Yeah. Dude, it's so good. And it's so flexible. Yeah, really, really excited for this. Oh, rates are going away.
Just to open up the shooting lanes.
Mm-hmm.
All right. Thank you, Darius. Hey, Titans. Seeing the Death Guard and Dark Angel rules has gotten me really excited about what CSM will get,
Yeah.
especially my Night Lords who pioneered turning off auras.
Oh,
Oh,
I would be
man.
very excited about Night Lords based off of the things we've been seeing.
I would be worried as a person who doesn't play Night Lords.
Yeah, seriously.
Like, what are they going to do? Are they going to take my models and play them? Because that would be spooky.
That'd be fantastic.
That would be
I love that.
amazing.
That'd be a cool rule.
Oh, man. No, they're going to come in there, but like, yeah, guys, your attrition rolls are worse. And everyone's like, God, you did it again, James.
You do more morale.
Yeah, you do more morale.
You only morale. You actually don't get weapons
Why are
now.
we
You
obsessed
just
with
only
that?
morale.
You have nothing else in reserve, my man?
This is my whole army.
That's it.
Yo.
Good talk.
I know that wasn't meant to be mean, but it still hurt.
That is definitely another meme waiting to happen. Like, yep, these are my models.
This is
This is
it.
what I have.
Well, you know.
Adrian,
If you can't laugh, you'll cry, you know?
Yeah.
Mindworm works for 2 combats. People really want you to know that.
Works for 2 combats.
2 combats.
So it lasts, is what they're saying?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, guys.
Thanks. Thanks again, Martin. It's your anniversary, Adrian. Congrats. Now, hopefully she isn't watching, and you can freely say whether that or Dark Angel's Codex today is the most special.
Oh, man. Well, oh, man.
We've been playing a lot of Warhammer on special days. My wife's birthday yesterday.
I know, right?
Anniversary today.
Yikes.
We've got our priorities
Yeah,
straight.
gosh.
Plastic men, you know?
Listen,
This was the wrong week to have everything happening, I'll tell you that.
plastic men are really, clearly really important to us.
This week just escalated so much. We're like, all right, got the Las Vegas Open coming up. We had some other stuff we're working on that was coming to a close. And then it was like, oh, by the way, James is like, Dark Angels will be here like Saturday. And we're like, okay, got to do that too. Yeah. Guess we're just doing all Warhammer all the time.
Yeah, we're doing it. We're doing it live.
We are doing it live, Brian.
Yeah.
This is a live show.
And live. And while we're on the topic, we have we've been doing this new series of tactical videos, or these videos covering the new codex stuff. We talked about Death Guard. We have the Morty video coming out soon, and then very, very soon we have the first of our 2 Dark Angel series. We're going to be doing one about the Deathwing and one about the Ravenwing. And of course, we're going to be doing more, I think, about the Dark Angels book. But these are the first 2 videos, which we're really excited. They've already been shot, and so they'll be released pretty soon.
Right now. They're releasing right now. I'm pressing the button. That's not true.
Oh, no,
that's not true. That's
doesn't
not true.
say that.
All right. I did do some movement.
Am I going to have an army after this?
You'll have models. The whole Terminator unit might be alive.
Oh, thank you.
Right, don't say that.
We'll see. The Doomsday Arc is up there. So.
Well, there's a rock there. Don't forget about the rock.
There's a rock, here.
Right.
Yeah, not there. But yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You know where the rock actually is?
It's in our. That's right.
I'm Caliban.
Okay. No. Yeah. Anyways.
Well, yes and no.
Don't answer him.
Caliban.
Don't answer him.
So let's shoot. I'm going to shoot in combat with my command barge.
Ooh, I like it.
And that way we can kill one and fight the other, maybe. Yeah. So the apothecary is only in range of this guy. Yep. So he's the harder one to kill.
Yeah.
So I'll go with the bike.
Sounds good.
Yeah. Plus he's the scarier combatant, actually.
Yeah.
So 3 shots. And is this a heavy weapon?
I don't know.
It's a good question. Yes. It is. So I'm hitting on 3s. Okay.
Yes.
1 hit. That's okay.
Nice.
1 hit, 1 kill.
No.
3. Okay, it's -3.
No.
So 6 up.
6. Watch out. Actually, I just decided I want the yellow dice. Nope.
All right. I need a 5 or 6 to kill him. Now,
oh my God.
1 win left. Okay. I'm letting you off easy this time.
I've still probably gotten no efficiency out of doing what I did. I guess I got 2 wounds. Because the alternative was to sit there, have them both die, and do no wounds. And you'd get movement.
So you know what?
I think we're coming out on top here.
You're feeling good. So yeah, again, can't laugh, you cry here.
This is me today. This whole thing.
Yes, represent Adrian.
Just exploding your
Dark Angels as they should be.
Although you haven't killed yourself with the plasma yet.
Not, yeah,
but you haven't tried. Today. That's the way I always try.
Yeah, but you know you're not going to. I know I will. So it's like
you make a strong point.
Yeah.
So we're gonna go with the Tomb Blades next. Okay. You've got 2 bikes on 1 wound. It'd be nice just to get them out of the way. They're in the way. So
I agree.
I'm going to put 1 of my bikes into each of your bikes.
Okay.
And then I'll put the rest into your El Capitan.
Sounds good. Sounds good.
So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So here's first into the banner.
Cool.
And so touched into the terrain here. So I'm just going to be getting my normal ballistic skill 3. All right. 3.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. 1 wound.
That's all you
1
need.
AP.
Watch out! Oh yeah.
Perfect efficiency.
Nailed it.
So the banner is down. 2, 4, 6 into that lone OPSEC bike. All right, and on. Oh, 4 wounds. Yeah.
Whoa.
This one is 1 AP as well. That lone bike goes down.
Hup.
All right, and then I have 2 more boys. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 into the captain on 3s. And there you go, AP1.
Sounds good. All right, this is 4s. And, oh, nice.
Oh, that's great.
Takes 2.
All right. So captain's down to what, 4 wounds left?
You got it.
All right. So let's put my my special staff from my Chronomancer into you. So it's D3 shots. This into the captain. 1 shot. 1 kill. No, miss. Okay. It ignores the invuln, so that would have been tasty,
that would have
actually.
been cool, actually, yeah. I like it.
Okay, let's put the Canoptic Reanimator's gun.
Oh.
You know, no one ever gets to shoot this thing.
That is entirely cheeky, my friend.
Yeah, so 3 shots into the captain. Here we go. Yep, 6 shots into the captain. We always screw that.
Why, Bridger? Why?
3s to wound, strength 6.
You were -1 to hit, but you good?
No. Sorry.
And the thing?
I actually hit phenomenally well.
Good.
2, 4, 6. So 2 hits now.
Yes.
No wins.
Cool.
All right.
If you rolled badly, I wouldn't have told them.
That's a pro move right there.
We play
actually.
for honesty here on Tabletop Titans.
So let's just put my immortals into you. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Yeah.
7, 8. Yeah. 9, 10. So 10 immortals into the captain on 3s, 4s. Sorry, because you are in cover.
You got there.
Yes, I did. All right.
Hey.
So 2 on your invuln.
Watch out.
All right, 1 more wound. 3
Down
left. All right.
All right.
I guess the warriors will just have to get her done. So let's do that. So how many are left in the squad? Can you check for me?
2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12.
12. Okay. 12. How many CP do I have?
Brian, you have 3 CP.
Okay, so I'm gonna spend. So I'm gonna 12. I'm gonna put 6 and 6 into your captain and into the chaplain.
You're what?
And
You're so
then
cheeky.
yeah, and then I'm gonna spend 1 CP to ignore all cover, so I don't take the -1 to shoot.
Okay.
And then I'll pay 1 CP for talent annihilation.
He's so wildin' right now. Brian's living his best life.
12.
Okay.
You know, I like to have fun.
All right. Which one's this?
This is the captain.
Captain. Let's do this.
Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
All right.
Nice.
Running on 4s. 6 is 2 mortals.
Yep.
Oh, come on.
Up.
Okay. So you've already taken 2 mortal wounds.
And I always forget, are these instead or in addition?
In addition.
So good.
And this is on your invuln. So you only have to fill 1 more. He lives!
That's what you get!
On 1 wins.
That's what you get!
All right, he lives on 1. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6.
Apothecary. I mean, chaplain.
10.
So is
11,
it,
12.
can you do mortal wounds here as well?
Yeah, 1 more. It's a total of 3.
It's total. It's not like per unit or anything
so
weird.
weird.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It's like, oh, you use those up and then...
Yeah.
That's why I did the captain first, because I just wanted to kill him.
Yeah. That's why.
I will still kill him. So I did 1 mortal wounds, and those are your wounds.
Cool.
And these are at your invuln. Oh, did I get him?
No. He's not
4.
injured. The
4.
bike has
Yeah,
6
so he's
wounds.
only taken 5. So he's got 1 wound left.
What?
Because there was a mortal in it.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So he's got 1 wound left.
Heck yeah.
Now I'm going to kill them both
Close.
in combat
with
the tomb blades.
Oh, okay. I like it. Picking up what you're putting down.
And okay, I have the 2 barges, so I'm going to do the big barge up there at your and I'll do this one at your apothecary first. Okay. So let's get that apothecary out of here. You know how much we all hate apothecaries here.
Indeed.
So and then my short range shots will still go into your apothecary. All right.
Oh wow. Okay.
Because I have everything I need to kill these guys. So here's the big D6 shots. It's 3.
D3 shots because you moved.
It's D6.
Oh, but it goes D3
damage. Yeah,
sounds good.
You got it, my man.
And it goes down to strength 8. And down to AP2.
Ooh.
So no wounds. And then 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 from the Gauss rays. Whoa. I've famously sucked with these, but over the extent of a game, I usually get something out of them.
Aren't they 20 shots?
10. I'm not in rapid fire.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
-1?
Yeah.
Takes 3. And 6s. Nope.
Okay. Gosh. So 2 wounds left on him.
Yep. I'm going to use a D20.
So for those 2 wounds, what I'm going to try to do is I'm going to put the next barge. I'll put his big guns into your termies and his low guns into your boy there. Okay.
Sounds
1,
good.
2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. All right, that's a little better.
Yeah.
Just a little better. And let me make sure I'm getting. Oh, 1.
Oh no. All right, here we go. -1, so 4 up. He takes it. 6 up. Give me 1. Yeah. Just to ask.
All right. So if I get for being greedy. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay. 50%.
Yes.
2s.
Oh.
Okay. And so
Ren?
just your 5 of invulns.
What's the Ren?
Oh no, sorry, your 4 up armor saves. I'm sorry.
What's the Ren?
It's AP2.
AP2. I have 1 up save.
Oh,
so
they're in
3
cover
ups.
right now.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm so sorry.
That's okay. Don't do
D3?
it. Don't do it.
1 termy dies.
Come on. Here, one of these guys is a weird. There we go.
Okay, I'll just put all of these warriors into them right here.
This is a 2 and a 1.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
So tell me which is which?
2 and a 1.
2 and a 1. Okay. Yep. Well, then I will put most of them into the 1. They're OBSEC, but I'm OBSEC. So I'll just put most of them into the 1. And then I'll put a few. Yeah. Yeah, that's fine. I'll just. Jeez. What's my charge to the lone dude? It's big.
Yeah.
It's an 8. Okay, that's fine. I'll just put everything into the 2 then, okay?
Okay, sounds good.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 12, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20. I'll do this twice.
Indeed.
Okay. Whoa, I wish I had my will be done.
Jeez.
This is a sea of 2s. All right, and then 4s to wounds. Okay, so you want to do those saves for me first?
Adrian, those are Deathwing Knights, right?
Yeah.
So they could only be wounded on 4-ups? We definitely messed that up.
No. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's fine.
So you get that Terminator back.
You do.
Sounds good. All right, so it takes 2.
Yep.
Come on, Adrian. You're forgetting all of Dark Angel's broken rules.
That's the only rule I forgot. Well, and the Fearless, which is like
the same broken rule.
It's I don't know if it's broken.
And I drop 1. All right, so 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 more.
Sounds good. So I've got a bike on 1 wound.
Yeah.
4s.
Wow.
Wow.
Okay.
So kills a guy. Next guy is down to 2.
Yes. All right. So I think I did all the shooting that my army has to offer.
Yeah.
It's time for the charges.
Charges.
So let's charge here with the warriors into this bike.
Oof.
6 may not do it.
Yeah.
Oh, it does do it. Absolutely.
Ah.
That'll do.
Okay.
I know. I honestly was hoping you'd kill both of them.
I think that might put a bow on this game.
Yeah,
Wrap it up.
A little bit.
Turn 2, sadly. That's a bummer.
Dark Angels. I'm just cursed on Dark Angels. No. So
you are the fallen.
Yeah, I'm the fallen. We'll do a recap at the end of this. Obviously, I do think I definitely made mistakes. But Necrons are also good. So
Necrons are real good. Yeah. Let it be said.
And Brian knows how to play them really well. And I have.
Yeah, we've played them a few times now.
We have not played Ravenwing really much.
So let me just make sure that my bikes don't only have like 1 attack.
Adrian, you've never played Ravenwing before, right?
Jeez. Yeah, this is my first time. Yeah.
Yeah, that's right.
When you played them, they were amazing because it was against the Craft Roll Eldar. And I was like, I'm going to blast you with all my shots. And he's like, I have invuln on everything. And I was like, oh, this has an invuln? What about this one? Oh, that has an invuln too? That has an invuln? This one has a 4+ invuln. Oh, this one does not. But if I spend a CP, it has an invuln. I was like, cool. Well, I have my 1 Shining Spear squad. That's my only melee threat. So they're very susceptible to melee threats. You saw that. This is the one miscalculation for me, which was putting the Black Knights up where the Praetorians could charge them. I just underestimated his threat range there. So, anyways.
So I want to put my bikes. I want to put my bikes into your captain. But
what?
They only have 1 attack. You know what I mean?
That's all you need.
It is all I need.
They're bumper boats, Brian.
Yeah.
I mean, to be fair.
I'm doing it.
Yeah. I'm not gonna hit you back anyways. It's not like you can. They're bumper boats.
I mean, they are. Look at them. How are they gonna fight something?
7.
So not quite enough to do.
Like, how would that model fight anything? It's just gonna bump Indy.
There's enough to do.
I mean, they're like
they look
metal
so fragile.
Chunks.
Here, we'll make it so you can see it.
Yeah.
Bleep, bloop, bloop.
Like, if that ran into a Space Marine, I feel like it would just break pieces off of the bike.
So the warriors can't charge, or they would.
They fell back.
Yeah, that's right.
They can ignore other rules.
If I had the warden over there, I could have fallen back.
I know. That was why.
So it's time to fight you with my 4 attacks.
Hey, man.
You ready for this?
No. I'm scared.
All right. Hitting on 3s.
Yep.
Wounding on 5s.
Don't do it. Oh, no. It's 2 of them. I can't make 2 3-ups. What?
Yes!
Oh, no.
I bumper boated you to death.
So
what a shameful way for a captain to die.
You. And double ones, too. It was just like, I guess I'll die. This is me.
It's just giving up.
Yeah. Oh.
Poor Adrian.
My goodness. It's rough, man. This is a rough town. Wow.
All right. You can activate. Or no, I'll charge.
How many CP do I have?
You have 2.
I have 2? That's not enough. I think I am cursed. I'm not supposed to play Dark Angels. I haven't actually painted any yet. Maybe it's not too late.
You just have to admit that they're fallen, and then you'll be fine.
Yeah.
No wins on your bike, so it's your fight back, bikes, and you're in combat with my my command barge.
Oh, you're gonna get it now, son. So here's
this
the
is the Huntsmaster.
Just 3 attacks now, but rerolling everything still. Here we go. Nice. And 5 with the reroll. Oh, you're gonna get it. Watch this conversion right here. Oh yeah. Look at that. That does not add up to 5.
No.
Hey, 2 damage.
2 damage. All right. All right.
Cool,
Down to 5.
That's good. That's good. That's good. All right.
All right. All right. Let's split this. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 attacks.
Yeah.
So I'm putting 3 into the Inceptors that I hate so much.
Yeah.
Here it is.
Transhuman.
Okay, you're transhumaning. All right. 4s to wound.
That's good.
No.
You guys twice over.
No. I have a feeling the pains on him.
Do you? Oh, the Apothecary's still alive.
Naturally. Remember how you failed that?
So 6 damage.
No problem.
Not quite.
Yeah, no problem.
And 2 attacks onto your Huntsman. And that'll get him.
Okay. All right.
Yes.
Please, no more. Right.
No more.
No more.
Yeah.
Oh,
I think we've had all the fun we can have.
I don't know.
I mean,
it says Dark Angel's victory, so
yeah, Dark Angels win. Right? I mean, yeah. I don't know if it's interesting
I
to show
understand.
anything
What you can do next turn, you could walk up with your Terminators, shred a bunch of my warriors, which is good. But the thing is, if you don't, they have the invuln, and so they'll probably just reanimate. Honestly.
Yeah.
And your chaplain, can't do much. This objective's been taken. So yeah, you're right. Like the only fun at the most you could have would be killing my command barge, probably.
Yeah. So I can bring the Apothecary back, or I can bring the Ravenwing, the Black Knight up. Raise another Black Knight.
You could plasma me.
So I've got 2 Black Knights. They could go somewhere. Yeah, they could probably kill him. They give me an oath. But then I'm not going to get the rest of my oath. That's basically it,
Yeah.
Like really.
At the best, you could choose one thing to kill and then you would lose.
Yeah, totally.
Literally every model, basically.
So I'm good with ending it now if you guys are.
No, it's totally fine.
Sounds good. I know actually, I just realized why I lost.
Okay.
And I think it's because of my librarian.
Tell me why.
Because we thought it would be cheeky to put a chaos sorcerer with jump hack as our librarian.
Yeah, we didn't show you guys, but the actual model is a chaos sorcerer with jump hack.
He could be a Dark Angel.
With the chaos horn.
He
if I
is
showed this to Bridger,
yeah.
he'd definitely be like, "This is a."
That is a Dark Angel.
Yeah. So, anyways, good game.
Cursed you. So tell me, what do you think went wrong?
Okay, so yeah, like I began to say earlier, I think I made a couple mistakes. The biggest one was putting the Black Knights up here, where I could be charged by the Praetorians. Just totally underestimated the range on that whole situation.
Yeah, right. So one of those things that always happens to me, where you don't see them and then you're not even thinking about them.
Yes, exactly. So that was like really dumb move on my part. This flank. I don't think I did anything wrong truly, other than I would have been a bit more aggressive with my placement, so that you can't as easily just get back onto the point. But really, it was a failing with powers. Everything went wrong. I don't feel too terrible about that.
Yeah.
The Inceptor, I lost the Inceptors. You were very smart about how to deal with them. I don't know if that was a mistake though on my part, or that was just you playing smart.
If you had wiped the warrior squad, it would have been all worth it because they would have been safe on that side of the. Right. I would have been down a warrior squad. That whole flank would crumble. Yeah. And it would be a very different game.
Yeah.
The warrior squad surviving, which is their specialty. It's the -1 to hit was rough. It's like that's a place where a chapter master could have been big. On like let's say the plasma inceptors.
Yeah, I would definitely do that in the future for sure.
Yeah. On the plasma inceptors, the chapter master would have been enormous. I actually think it would have wiped the squad.
Yes.
With almost without question.
Yeah, for sure.
And we saw the reanimator was crucial to keeping the squad alive.
Because you used that several times with the Resorb, right? And so
exactly. Yeah, and that was actually okay. This is the thing I was considering. I put them on the front line because I wanted to fight you on that flank.
Sure.
And I thought I wanted them to be bait in a way. It's like, hey, try to shoot them. Let's see what happens. Maybe I'll even pinch the point.
Right.
But I could have started them right behind the wall where they would have been completely safe. That's 2 games in a row I've done that, where I chose to keep them in the open rather than in behind. And 2 games in a row it actually worked out.
Yeah.
But I think I'm testing my luck.
I think this time,
you know what I mean?
I think this time it was a bad idea.
It was bold.
Because I probably should have wiped them with everything I had, right?
With the AP, you should have.
Yeah. Normally, I think it's great because, I don't want to shoot at them. I'm just giving you extra movement. But with my plan being turn off your OBSEC, get my OBSEC cuff, I wasn't even actually losing much, even if you wanted to pile onto the point. So in this case, I don't think it was great.
It wasn't a good plan. It actually worked out. So that's where I got lucky.
Yeah.
And helped that flank. The Praetorians being able to charge turn 1 was devastating.
Yeah, that was big.
Because it forced you, they died, but it forced you to take what little you had left and put it all there. Whereas now that left this flank big, and the veil was enormous for me. Yeah. Right? getting up here, around here, shooting your vulnerable stuff, and then making it so that this flank would just crumble.
Yeah.
It also generated a huge screen, right?
Yeah.
Like your Terminators were basically stuck in your deployment zone,
Yep.
which was really a tough thing because now you can't get them back in there. And so I didn't have to leave much back there,
right?
But I was protected.
Yeah, so. Absolutely. The other thing that was important is me being forced to go first.
Yeah.
Hurts in so many ways. You know, obviously it hurts Oath. It hurts.
True. It wouldn't technically would have hurt last turn scoring if it was a closer game.
Which is part of the strength of like the Raven Wing, right? It's like you're zipping around everywhere. So like ideally, even for Oath, it's like cool. Here's 3 bikes, you kill them, whatever. It's not Black Knight Squad and them and so. And yeah, again, the Terminators because you were able to veil, they were totally screened out. I think knowing now how the secondary works better, I think you almost want to tech into.
I think you still would have maxed that.
I think this one would max, but it gets me thinking about other matchups, right?
Yeah.
But
in fact, I actually rate these guys as people to hold it, the infiltrators, because you can't get up, you can't deep strike up on them, which is one of the ways to grab that backfield objective.
That's very true. Yeah.
So I almost like it if you've got if you've got terrain.
Yeah.
They're actually better.
Which usually will like somewhere around one of your backfield.
Yeah,
objectives.
and even if someone has like indirect, you could smoke screen them, all kinds of cool stuff.
Yeah, that's true.
So a lot of people are taking some very, I would say, aggressive stances based off this game. They're like leaping to crazy conclusions.
Let's hear it.
In all different directions.
Okay, let's hear it.
So what would you guys say to take away from this game as opposed to the crazy things that they're taking away from this game?
I would say the Necrons are very good.
My takeaway is that the Raven Wing is the harder of the armies to play, which we already knew.
Yeah.
Because we actually did a video already that hasn't released. We did 2. We did one on the Raven Wing, one on the Deathwing.
Yep.
The Raven Wing are definitely strong. They're weaker than the Deathwing. I think we could clearly say that. And they are harder to play. So they're weaker and harder, which makes them more vulnerable. It's still an A-tier army, the Raven Wing, but you're going to have to get a lot more practice out of it because they're very alpha strikey, and they can't take a punch back quite as hard. Like, they can hit really hard that one time, and you have to make sure it's crippling, right?
Yeah, it's all about maneuverability and kind of adjusting to that. And so, yeah, I 100% agree. I think they're great. But yeah, it's a tough army to play, and it's a tough opponent.
The Necrons are a foil for everybody. There's no army in the game that has like a great matchup against Necrons. You know what I mean?
And truth be told, right, we pick this matchup also carefully because the Necrons, as good as they are, did have things that this army could respond to, right?
Right.
They have, again, tons of plasma. They have the lightning claws that can wipe warriors. They have the ability to turn off their obsec.
Yeah.
All these things that actually do have an effect on Necrons. So we picked them because this actually could be a back and forth.
This game, if we re-rack and play this game again,
I would take this matchup again.
I think, and exactly. I think if I was the Raven Wing, I would still be going in with confidence that I could win this one. And I wouldn't feel at a disadvantage. I think it just takes, now you get a sense of like, it's going to take a little more effort to take that flank.
Yeah.
You're going to need to watch over the Praetorians, and it would have been very different.
Absolutely. It only gets me thinking about like list building and things like that. I had less assets than I would have liked, so the number of Black Knights will be a balance to kind of figure out, how much of each thing. And this is the most exciting part about a codex, right? If it first comes out, you start playing your first games, you're like, cool, I learned a lot from this, and you can move on from there. So I would be excited by this rather than anything.
We're going to play an even stronger list on Tuesday.
A Deathwing list.
We're going to play a Deathwing list, which is going to be stronger. It's not the strongest Deathwing list we can play because I think we're short maybe 4 models for that, which are the Deathwing command squads. Those are part of the secret sauce to make it work. And of course, we're going to be putting out a Ravenwing and Deathwing video, as I said, over the next couple days. So that'll give you more insight to both of those. But it's a very, very strong army. Don't let this.
The one thing I would add is you've seen one preview game before the book's even out. Don't jump to any crazy conclusions. Don't base large assumptions or decisions off one game.
Yeah.
Especially when it's the only game that's been played.
Yeah, we're going to play more. We're going to play Tuesday, and then we're even going to play at least one more, maybe even 2 more games next week.
Yeah,
right?
I agree.
So we'll probably play next Saturday. We usually play on release day. So we're going to play more. There's going to be a lot more Dark Angels. Don't fret if you're a Dark Angels fan. It's actually an amazing codex.
I would feel very good about this.
Amazing codexes can lose games against other amazing codexes.
Yeah, and that's the truth, right? We're not at the point where it's like, cool, brand new codex versus like all this old stuff. It's like, no, everyone's like playing on the even playing field, and everyone's amazing.
That's right.
Right, and when everyone's super, nobody.
That's right.
So just a reminder again, because we are playing that Tuesday members only game. If you want to see it, definitely become a member. You can check it out.
And if you want to vote on what we play up against them,
and you can influence it because I know there's a lot of like it's a new book. You guys want to see certain matchups. This is your chance to influence that. So that's in our Discord.
Also worth mentioning, we're playing tomorrow.
Yeah,
that's rare. We're playing at a weird time too.
We are. We're playing at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time.
Yeah.
So it's gonna be an hour earlier than today's show was.
Do we know what we're playing yet?
I imagine they're still playing.
Let me check.
So basically, this is the LVN, the Las Vegas Open. If you didn't see, we played the first game yesterday.
That's a good game.
We're playing the semifinals tomorrow. And so the armies we're playing are actually being dictated by games that are going on right now.
Right. So we will be playing either your Blood Angels,
okay,
or Sisters,
okay,
against either TJ Lanigan's Chaos,
which is Morty Magnus,
Monster Mash.
Okay, so that's the thing to keep in mind, Morty Magnus,
or JT's Drukari.
Oh, okay. Oh, that's gonna be hard for the Drukari to win that one.
Yeah.
So if it ends up as Sisters versus Drukari, which one would you play?
Drukari.
You know better. Yeah.
It's the easier army of the two.
It is
Sisters is by far the more complicated army.
Yeah.
Obviously, but it could not end up like that.
Yeah.
The Morty Magnus is going to win.
Oh, of course.
Yeah.
Of course.
So what's your bet? Morty Magnus is your bet on that one.
Yeah.
What's your bet on the other game? Sisters against Blood Angels? That's actually a great matchup. The Sisters are a great answer to the Blood Angels.
I actually don't even remember what's in Steven's list.
I think it's a great matchup, but the Blood Angels list is easier to pilot if you've never played either army.
True. So Vanguard's playing that?
That I don't know.
It comes down to who's playing the Sisters. I would say
so it's hosting. So
I can check the stream schedule.
I'm just curious.
No, I was just curious.
This is part of the fun of the event, right?
If it's Stephen Box playing the Sisters, I would vote for him.
Yeah.
Because the Sisters, I'd say, even have an edge over the Blood Angels. Like, if you have two equally good players, the Sisters is the better army, slightly.
Yeah.
Because they just trade better.
I'd feel good about that matchup, honestly.
Me too. They just trade better.
If you could build a good meta Sisters list, like Repentia and Retributors,
too,
like it's perfect.
Repentia, yeah.
Stephen Box playing Sisters against Blood Angels. That was the question, right?
Yeah, and that's my Blood Angels list?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm going to give it to Box.
I think the Sisters, let's take it out.
So that would be Sisters against Morty Magnus.
Oh, gosh.
Which is actually a cool matchup.
That's our prediction.
It is a cool, that's what we think.
That's our guess.
Prediction.
But, so, listen, that's actually kind of a cool match.
That'll be fun.
All right. Well, we'll see if that's what ends up transpiring. That's tomorrow, 11 a.m. It's going to be super epic. It's a big event for charity. You're not going to want to miss it. We're going to see where the competitive meta really is, where it shakes out.
That's right.
Lots to look there. Want to go through the rest of the Q&A?
Let's do some Qs and let's do some A's.
Ooh.
Thanks again, Martin. Hold on to your Custodes skirts. Weapons of the Dark Age is back, baby.
Yeah, it's so good.
Yes.
Titans, tell us how we should run Inceptors and if my Executioner tank is okay.
Executioner is not great, especially it's not great.
It's not great. It's not great. But your Inceptors, you should run them always and often.
Always and often. I personally, I'm going to stick with my 5-man squad.
That's for transhuman.
Yep.
And it's for the other strat to give them +1 to save against one.
Exactly. Yep. That's the main reason, honestly.
I would run them as 5 or 6 because I would assume I'll lose one.
Which is fair.
And then work my way down. I think, as we've seen, Chapter Master is not a crazy addition because Chapter Master pairs with them really, really well. If you're going to throw Weapons of the Dark Age, throwing Chapter Master on them is so good.
I think it's borderline essential, honestly.
So that's what I would do. And imagine 6 of them with 2 targets. Like, they can hit 2 targets.
That's true. That's true.
It's mean. It's really good.
I was going to check. So there's a lot of strats that are based off of squad size. Most of them don't affect the Inceptors because they're, like, for bikes and stuff. Intractable, which is the fall back and shoot, is just a flat 2, so that doesn't affect anything. Yeah. I think they're both good choices.
It's
we have our own philosophies.
It's the most auto take thing in the book, and Weapons of the Dark Age is going to be one of the most used stratagems in the whole book, right?
And this
as it was before.
Totally. Yeah. I'm so excited. I'm just like, there's so many possibilities.
Potentially immensely too good.
Could be.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Warren. I just want to let everyone know Mortarion can be killed. It just took 44 multi-melta shots, 6 CP, and 2 miracle dice. Perfectly balanced, I'm sure.
44. Hey, congrats, though.
Congrats.
That's awesome.
You did it.
I'm wondering when he'll die first on the channel. It's a tough one, because it won't be in that Sisters matchup.
Oh, yeah?
Bold
words.
I think you would win by not killing him. You'd win by killing Magnus. Not Mortarion.
What a chump.
Because Magnus you could take down.
They're also tough. But yeah, totally.
But like, you can't kill Mortarion.
How do you deal with that guy?
You can't kill when they're both there. You can't. You just don't have enough.
And don't forget about Big Bird too.
Yeah,
Big Bird is also in that army.
Oh no! So yeah, and he's got a 3-up invulnerable save
and a 6-up Inlopane that regains wins.
What the Sisters do have in spades is the ability to remove the entire rest of the army, though, which is all Nurglings with a 2 damage. It's just like, good luck, man. They're gone. I almost just send the Repentia into there, honestly. Just clear out all their scoring, and then just run.
Run away.
I'm sorry.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Martin. Brian and Adrian, important question time. What does this all mean for Blade Guard? How can we best use them? And do I need to use the Indomitus captain?
One of the biggest winners.
So glad you picked out on that.
Yeah.
Yeah, because for those of you who are not familiar, they have the Deathwing keyword from the book, but the difference is before, Inner Circle was only granted to the
things in the index.
The things in the index, right?
Yeah.
So now in the codex, they have that new special rule that says anything that is Deathwing also has Inner Circle, which means they have permanent transhuman.
That's right.
They're awesome.
And they can be, the permanent transhuman on them makes them downright criminally great. I would include them almost all the time. They're really, really, really good.
Indomitus Captain's cool too.
I think he's excellent.
You would have to spend points for rites of initiation.
And it's pretty pricey. It's like 30 points or something.
I think it's 20 for the captain. Let's check.
But a captain with permanent transhuman's also no joke.
It's pretty tasty.
And keep in mind that captain also has...
It's 20.
It's 20, okay. Yeah. And keep in mind that captain also has... the
mortal wound shield.
A mortal wound shield, 4-up against mortal wounds, and he's got a 1-up save or 2-up save or something. It's so good.
It's cool, and these are like super Dark Angels-y looking units.
Yeah, they really are. So they go really, really well.
They fit perfectly.
Especially if you wanted to lean into Primaris, that's the way you're going to do it.
Yeah, and they fit well with a. I don't know. They fit well in anything.
Yeah, I would definitely include.
They're awesome.
All right, thanks, Broken Chef. More demon help requested.
Sure.
Slanesh Demons unit analysis, please.
So the Keepers we love. They're amazing.
Keeper Seeker's the best unit
in
the book, and they're so good.
The Mirror is still great, harder to play, but very powerful. And then the other standout unit is the Fiends.
Yes, agreed. The Fiends are rad.
Well priced.
And what, like 4-man squads?
I like 4-man. You could do up to 5.
Because they don't hit hard enough. Enforced,
well, it's that, but it's also the durability of being able to survive in melee, because their musk being able to pin someone, you have to survive.
That's right.
So definitely a 3-man is too small.
That's right.
But 4 or 5 is probably ideal.
And they're rad. I think they're so cool.
They're awesome.
Yeah. It's a really great army.
They're really good.
All right, thanks, Mark Ney. Watching whilst painting my 3D printed sister battle army. However, if the Dark Angel Codex is good, I may revive a project from last year. Dark Angel Ravenwing proxy army of squats on rocket-powered skateboards.
Well, that's amazing.
That's a wild army.
I feel like that's the Dark Angels army that even Bridger would play.
I would play them.
Squats on rocket-powered skateboards. I did that. All those words are amazing.
That sounds amazing. If you haven't posted that in the Discord, you definitely should. I'd love to see that.
Yeah, I really think that this book is really great if you're interested in playing it. It's an amazing army.
It's a lot of fun.
I'm most excited about Deathwing with like a small Greenwing detachment.
Yeah.
That's the thing that most interests me. The Greenwing you just want for like the Inceptors and the librarian or whatever. Yeah. But you can have a Deathwing librarian. So.
I still like Infiltrators, man. I think they're good.
They're okay. They're a little
good.
pricey.
All right, thanks again, Martin. So what are your thoughts on the best way to load out Deathwing Terminators? What Greenwing units make sense alongside them? Maybe heavy intercessors with the +1.
Yeah, I was thinking about the heavy intercessors because, of Grim Resolve. If you don't move it, they're +1 to hit. So that's interesting.
It's okay.
Yeah, I totally blanked on the
weapons for the Terminators.
Yeah, we're not sure. This is, like we mentioned earlier in the game, Martin, this is something that we're kind of debating right now. What do you guys think?
I love lightning claws on everything.
You know what I'll tell you? The thing I've been thinking about is I really like. I want the normal book actually.
Oh, it's right here.
I just like the normal Power Fist and Stormbolter because with the Stormbolter you can get the +1 to wound, so you could drop down, +1 to wound, then you go in with the fist. Rerolling with the fist is almost always good, especially you're going into anything, a vehicle, something elite, whatever, all those things with 8 wounds. Or even a character, it's all good.
Right.
So that unit has like the most utility. So I'd say that's where I'm at.
I think that's an interesting choice, honestly.
Yeah.
How do you guys? The Cyclone missile launchers are really interesting.
Yes.
They're kind of pricey though.
There's crazy pricey, but on that, if I had that one unit,
that's where you'd want it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the thing is, like, so if you can have Cyclone missile launchers on like Lightning Claw or Thunder Shield, the shields and everything.
Yeah.
But then you're paying 1 CP for just those weapons. When you put the Strength 8 missiles on +1 to wound and all the Stormbolters on +1 to wound, and you can be in Tactical Doctrine, which, by the way, there's ways of manipulating that within this army, then that one command point actually goes pretty dang far, to be honest.
Yeah. Yeah, I'm going to go with the Power Fist. I'm going to go with the I'm going to at least have one squad, Power Fist,
so that's
Stormbolters. That's normal Terminator squad.
That's a normal one.
That's what I'm going with. And then I obviously like the Deathwing Knights with their maces. That's great. And those are my two favorite. The Lightning Claws are good, but that would be my next pick after those two.
It's also a strong case for running big 10-mans. So you can drop down.
There's so many reasons to be 10-mans in this.
Yeah. This is a cool army.
And you could combat squad. So
that's the thing. Like you don't really have to choose, you know.
Yeah.
So yeah.
All right, thanks, Adam. Hey there. Are Samael and the Talonmaster worded so that they affect speeders? They're not core. It felt weird in the index that the land speeder characters don't affect them.
That's a good question. Let's see.
So we're talking about their Grandmaster of the Raven Wing.
Yeah.
In your command phase, select one friendly Raven Wing core or Raven Wing character unit within 6 inches. And each time it makes an attack, you can reroll the hit roll. And then its normal rights of battle is any Dark Angel's core unit. So no.
Yeah, it's a shame on the smaller speeders. On the bigger ones, I understand because they are vehicles. It's the medium range of vehicles that kind of get screwed a bit. But we actually rate the new speeders quite highly for Raven Wing as gunboats
because they have the invulnerable save.
Yep.
Which is great, and then they could stand still and get +1 to hit.
Exactly.
So
depending on the matchup, you're always getting something for it.
Yeah,
right?
and you could boost them up to the 4-up invuln as well, right? With
if you advance, and of course
there's the strat to do it if you as well.
Yep, and you can also put them into Dev Doctrine, so you can also advance even with your heavy weapons and shoot at -1. So a lot of flexibility.
I agree. That first turn, that first turn you advance with them all, so they're on 4-up invulns and they can still shoot.
Yeah,
it's pretty good.
It's pretty cool.
So yeah, we like no more. They're pretty pricey, so I would never take more than 2 of them probably.
Yeah,
but yeah, 2 of them's good.
All right, thanks, Daminate. Great to see my 2 favorite armies going at it today.
Oh, nice.
I just finished painting a 1,000-point Dark Angel army as a Christmas gift for my friend to get him into the hobby. Wow. It'll be nice to know if I bought him an army that's great at curb stomping my corns. Oh, Necron. That's Crons.
Crons.
But he spelled it corns, so
no worries.
Sticking with corns.
Well, you're a very nice friend, first of all, by the way. But yeah, absolutely. This is a great army.
Yes.
All right, thanks again, Martin. Go Dark Angels, go Deathwing, go Ravenwing, stand still Greenwing, get Rolling Adrian, Brian sighing, and ultimately Bridger crying.
Not this day.
Well, one of those things happened.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm pretty happy today. I'm in a good,
you rolled dice.
That's true.
I'm in a good mood.
Not many of those things happened.
Thanks, Kaldorf. Happy Dark Angel Preview Day, Titans.
Yeah.
Adrian, now that you're building up a Dark Angel army, have you picked your HQ? Hoping to see Blood Angels back in semis. Great match.
Thank you, first of all. That was a really fun game yesterday.
People are saying in chat, I don't know if this is true, that Blood Angels lost and the Sisters won.
Which is what we were just predicting.
That's what we said,
yeah.
Makes sense. My HQs, I'm going back and forth. And the truth is, like, I'm torn between the fact that I was really interested in doing the Ravenwing at first, but also like all the models, and so I'm not really sure yet, to be honest. I'm not sure. We'll have to see.
How do you
keep you guys updated though?
I would definitely be getting an Azrael, personally, because he's a chapter master, which we're already seeing as useful.
Yeah.
But his aura of giving bikes and infantry a 4-up invuln is no joke.
It's no joke, and it's in melee too. Plus, he gives command points if he's your warlord.
That's right.
So he's pretty great.
Yeah, I'd be pretty interested in him, and he can deny, and once per game as well, which is great.
I think he's pretty great, honestly.
Yeah. I would take him over Belial. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah, but Belial's so cool.
Azrael's so cool, too.
Yeah, but look at the chin on Belial.
It's a good chin.
There are certain things about models that Adrian gravitates towards.
What if we buy another Torgaradon and put his head on Azrael?
Okay.
That would be weird.
No. So now we have
we have
an even bigger chin. And that's why the Watcher's carrying his helmet.
Yeah.
Because his chin is so big, the helmet doesn't fit.
That's true. Yeah.
So he's the one weird, guys.
Especially because Azrael's like a really old, small model.
Yeah. The huge chin. Yeah. The chin is like the size of his chest. You have to model Azrael's helmet, so it's like helmet with like a bump in the front.
He's like a Jimmy Neutron like character. It's all good. Our friend Michael, who is an avid Dark Angels player, he actually has a really nice custom Azrael because Azrael has fondly been known as old pigeon toes.
Yeah.
His feet are like these weird kind of pigeon feet, and so I'd probably make a custom
I
model.
would 100% customize. I'd probably use that new Primaris character, Lazarus, as a base.
Lazarus is so cool.
He's so cool.
And one thing I didn't realize, I was looking through the models yesterday, and that kit actually makes like 3 different things.
I didn't know that.
The Lazarus. There's like the helmet, without the helmet, him holding the helmet, power fist over a power sword. There's a bunch of options in that.
I'm super into that.
I want to get a couple of that guy, to be honest.
All right. You heard it here.
We're just excited.
All right, thanks, Caldorf. Happy Dark Angel Preview Day, Titans.
Yeah.
Indeed.
Adrian, now that you're building... No.
I'm good. Happy Dark Angels Preview Day.
Happy Dark Angels Preview Day. It has to happen once.
That took me a long time to realize.
So, yeah.
You almost made it.
You almost
made it all the way through. All right, thanks, Jarl. A haiku from The Rock. Brother, I've fallen. Help me up, Brother Chaplain. Is that a flamer?
That's beautiful.
That's a good one.
Have you guys seen there's the 4-panel comic where it's like Dark Angels and one of them just like trips and he's like, brother, help me, I've fallen. And the guy just looks at him and then like pulls out a pistol.
Thanks. Again, Martin, can you start a specific GoFundMe for us to help you build up your own Titans Dark Angel army? Extra donations of Bridger has to help Adrian paint.
No, you don't want that.
I think Bridger, he should match dollar for dollar is what we should do.
I would
Bridger,
take pleasure in painting the Dark Angel.
Bridger would only paint them all as chaos. He'd be like painting chaos stars on them all.
That's right.
Really poorly, too.
Really poorly, yeah. So you wouldn't know, but that's what they would be.
Yeah, exactly.
We are going to build them.
It's happening for sure.
It's happening.
It's happening.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Alistair. Second stream in 2 days. You guys are killing it. Well, just wait till tomorrow.
Yeah.
Third stream in 3 days.
That's right.
Looking forward to your next Nopen game. What lists, apart from your own, are you cheering for to make it to your semifinal slot?
Cheering for is different than rooting for.
You know, at this point, I'm actually genuinely excited to play both Magus Mortarion. I know it's mega abusive.
Yeah.
But I've never done it. I've never played like one of those monsters.
Never stooped to that level.
I've never. It's not stupid. It's just I've never done those, and I've seen them in tournaments all the time. As a Tau player, I always wrecked those.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like turn one of them's dead. Turn two, the other ones are dead.
Yeah.
And it was like, you got what you deserve. But now, now they're really strong. Anyways, it'd be fun to have 4 models on the board.
It would be cute. I'm not rooting for that list at all.
I know. You want to see like a full army win.
I want to see like a real army. That's not.
Well, the sisters are great. We know the sisters could take it.
They could.
I mean, take the tournament.
Yeah.
That particular matchup was tough for them.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah.
So,
all right.
Having said that, it'll be a fun and crazy game.
No, it'll be great.
Yeah.
It'll be great.
Thank you, Nathaniel. Once again, with new Codex release, everyone believes it's the best book. Do you guys believe Codex creep is real, or the new Codex is well-balanced?
I think they're surprisingly well-balanced,
actually
with the exception of Mortarion.
I think it's important
Like, everything else is actually great.
No, I agree.
The Death Guard Codex is amazing.
100% agree.
This Codex is amazing.
Yep.
Blood Angels Codex amazing.
It's just Morty.
It's important to differentiate Codex creep from the new edition. New books are on a different power level.
Yeah.
But within that power level, they're well-balanced.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. All the new books I actually think are well-balanced. Is there, like... every one of the codexes that are right now can fight every other codex.
They can all hang. Like if you think about every
Space
release,
Wolves are notably
Space Wolves
below.
are only notably below because they're harder to play than some of the others.
I think they're still quite good though. to be honest.
No, they're amazing. They're downright
That's the
amazing.
thing. They are.
They're absolute A tier.
Bridger.
They're just most of the books have like a list that's like this abusive list is S tier. The rest of the book is A tier. That army only is A tier and has no abusive lists. Whereas like everyone else, like Death Guard could go abusive. Deathwing can go abusive. Mortarion is abusive.
Blood Angels.
Blood Angels, Vanguards can go abusive.
Are abusive.
Yeah, all the rest of the armies are balanced, except they have this one abusive build. The Space Wolves, I would argue, have no abusive builds. So that's why we say they're weaker, but it's actually just that they're still balanced book for book.
All right. Thanks.
It's like a ball pit of dice down here.
That's exactly what that sounded.
Isn't it? Yeah. It's a ball pit of dice.
Thanks, William. With how they make the Dark Angels, I'm really looking forward to how they tweak my White Scars. Also, Brian, how did you base your Necrons? Why does everybody think they're going to change Space Marines?
So I eventually,
I hope they do.
White Scars should be allowed to take a Vanguard detachment or an Outrider detachment for free if they have their Warlord. I think that'd be great. OBSEC bikes would be too strong with that army. White Scars bikers are legitimately better than these bikers just because of the stacking of strats. So you have to be careful giving them even more.
Yeah.
Like White Scars don't need more.
Right.
Absolutely not. Now the bases here, actually, I didn't do these bases, but I did bases almost identical for my
orcs.
For my orcs. And this is the AK terrain kits. They're like tubs of like sand mixed with like a paste. And I took rough terrain was the one, and then like there's like a sandy thing. So you basically brush it on real thick. It creates these like little ridges. Yeah. And then I brush on in the gaps the more fine terrain, which is like the sand. And then you just airbrush it and then dry brush it, and it looks really, really good once it's done. And I actually think it's really easy.
Yeah.
I actually picked it because it was one of the fastest way to rebase 200 models that I actually liked. And it's faster for me than like white glue plus sand.
Right.
And it has more variation and texture than the white glue plus sand, which is what I used to do a lot.
And it's more durable, which is a big deal.
Okay, it's more durable, but it's harder to glue to. So you actually need to, a lot of times, you need to pin to it. And or you need to be careful to leave a spot.
Yeah.
So with the orcs, they have large surface areas that attach, so it was okay, but that is the downside.
That's good to know, though.
Yeah.
All right, thanks again, Martin. Looking at librarian powers, and with a mixed wing force, is Ezekiel, and also librarian Terminator and chaplain on bike, an okay character mix?
Yes, with
totally.
mix. The only problem with Ezekiel is he's not Deathwing. For those Deathwing attacks, actually, he's Deathwing, but he's not Terminator.
Yes, right. That's right.
Or Jump Pack, and to me, I like those two options better.
He's not Terminator, but he still has a 2-up save.
Yes, but I'm talking about in
armor.
terms of mobility, right? So there's that, but he is a chief librarian. He has all of that stuff inbuilt already, so you don't have to pay for that extra warlord
stream. Let's try that. Wonder how many viewers we lost there. Oh, are we back?
Are we back?
I think we're back.
Right,
okay.
We're gonna start talking and wait for the 30 seconds to catch up. Let us know if you guys can hear and see us.
Yeah, the internet went out briefly. We just did a restart of the router.
It's been storming lately, so we got lucky we didn't lose it
on the stormy night
the other day.
Yeah,
when
that's
it
true.
was so bad.
All right, is it back? People seen us? All right, let's go to the next question.
People are saying back.
Where were we?
Back.
Awesome. Welcome back, guys.
You guys were talking about librarians or something?
Oh, we were answering Martin's question about librarians and Ezekiel. We think he's great. He's awesome.
Ezekiel's pretty cool. I would include him.
Yeah.
All right, cool. Thanks, Shifty Dan. Hey, Titans. Thanks for the awesome content. I'm playing Death Guard with Mortarion against my friends, Craftworld Eldar with 3 Wraith Knights. How would you guys go about beating the Eldar?
Sorry, you have Mortarion?
He's playing Death Guard with Mortarion against 3 Wraith Knights.
You're going to run right up and
smack him.
So all you need to do is run your whole army at him.
Yep.
Get them all on the point as quickly as you can.
Yep.
Get Mortarion to combat as quickly as you can.
Yep.
And you'll instantly win.
Yeah, it's going to be devastating once you reach.
It's going to be horrible. Basically what's going to happen is he's going to try to shoot. And if he's not that experienced, he'll be like, I have 3 dudes with big guns. I'll shoot them in Mortarion. He'll literally do practically nothing.
Yeah.
And if he tries to fight you with any of them, he'll do nothing and you'll kill 1 each time.
Yep.
If you're in combat with 2 of them, you could even kill 2 at once, or almost.
No, not in 1 turn.
He's not going to kill 2, but I'm at a loss how this is a question. Like, this is an S-tier army against a D-tier army.
Yeah. It's going to wreck.
Yeah, that would be a horrible mismatch in power. So make sure your friend is aware before the game that virtually nothing they do could ever result in a win in that matchup.
Challenge accepted.
Yeah. This is a very hard matchup.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Dungeon Master. Hey, Titans. Have a great game. Death Guard and then Dark Angels. Wait. 2 Chaos Codexes in a row. This must be what it feels like to be a Space Marine player.
Pandering to Bridger, I see.
Yeah.
Hey, maybe it's not pandering.
I really, really, really do hope that they do a lot more for the Fallen.
I hope, but I'm not.
When the Chaos Book comes out, I really do hope they do a lot more for the Fallen.
Yeah,
because, they put all this work into this, like, against the Fallen, but then it's just like 1 unit that nobody wants to take.
It's actually a whole book, right?
This is not the Fallen.
Hey, got him.
He makes me tired.
Yeah.
Thanks.
He's a huntsman.
Cultist Chan. Hey, Titans, just spray painting Cadia falls all over town. Wondering, isn't it unhealthy for 40k for some armies to have much better secondaries?
Yes.
Yeah, that part's not good.
Agreed.
That part's not good. You know what? It's not even just good and bad. It's just access to more. More is more.
True.
And because even the bad ones are situational.
Yeah.
And
that's true.
you just have more choice. And more choice is a superpower.
Yeah. So this was a concern before when, for books that don't have new books, 9th edition books. But then we're getting this other thing that's just emerging now where the Space Marines have twice as many even as the other books that have already been released.
The normal Space Marines don't.
Right.
Just the 3 special armies, right? Just like the Dark Angels, Blood Angels, and Death Watch. Yeah, that's right. And Space Wolves. So only those 4, they will always perpetually have more than anyone else.
I'm surprised they didn't at least limit it. Like, they can choose from this one and the Space Marines book, but you get one from both.
You know what I would do?
Yeah.
You have this book, you don't get this book. Straight up.
Well, that would be even more extreme, but yeah.
That's not extreme. That's what every other army gets.
Well, yeah.
Well, and that's how it used to work. It used to be these 4 separate books were non-codex compliant. They got nothing from the Space Marine book.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. So
I think the secondaries, I think they need to make it so that Dark Angels can only take theirs, which by the way are excellent.
They're great.
Space Marines can only get theirs, which by the way there's one excellent one.
Yeah.
And unfortunately that would hurt Space Wolves.
Yeah.
And
Space Wolves they can still take.
Blood Angels actually have a couple ones that are really good in the right situation, and Space Wolves are not the best. Death Watch are okay.
I don't remember that.
They're only okay.
Yeah. They want Oath a moment though. That's a great for one.
Oath is good for everybody. Yeah. But yes, it is too strong.
Yeah. Totally.
All right, thank you, Scott. Hey, Titans. My son is due in April. Can't wait to be able to buy him his first models. Can I please get a shout out to Riley? Thanks, and have a good game.
Hey, what's up, Riley?
Yeah, it's I'm still waiting for my daughter to be old enough to have like the patience for this game. She's painted models, and she thinks some of them are really cool. But the game, you can create like Kid Hammer rules, but it's still a lot. I've had her come in and like play with me against other people. I remember there's this one game where I had her roll for me against this other person. It was like a league game.
That's overpowered.
And she rolled way too high. And she was like, ha ha ha, like so happy. And the other person was like so grumpy. Because I was just like, oh, here's like the broadside shots, so like 800 shots. Like, oh, your whole army's dead. And she's like, I win. And she's like celebrating like a kid, And the other person's just like, this doesn't feel good.
Savage.
That's amazing.
It was really savage, actually.
All right, thanks. Krieg's lead. Krieg?
What up?
Krieg.
Hello.
Thanks, Krieg. Question for Adrian. I'm building Sisters as my second army. I wanted to know, what do you prefer, Mortifier, Flails versus Saws?
Oh,
here we go.
I've been told that Flails are the more mathematically correct option. I myself built the Saws because I thought they looked cooler.
They do look cooler.
And I haven't looked into it enough to actually switch them over. They're not super magnetizable, to be honest, because of the way that they fit in. So normally I would look into that. What's that?
Sounds like Centurions to me.
It's worse than Centurions, actually.
Wow.
Because they're curvy connections. It's quite elegant, but which makes it not easy to magnetize. So I would check the math on me, but what I'm hearing, especially from the channel, the math people on the channel, is the Flails are just more, they're better against a larger variety of targets.
Yeah.
Is the way to look at it.
But they're good either way.
Yeah, the truth is they're both great. Yeah,
they're both good.
Yeah.
Alrighty, thanks. Rose, hey Titans, love your content. Are Mega Knobs any good right now?
Oh, yes they are.
They're one of the best things in the codex.
They're great. We had a great game with them recently, and I'm going to be bringing them back probably on the next time we play Orcs, or next time I play Orcs.
You had 15?
I had 15, all in trucks.
All in trucks.
And the trucks were like the special secret sauce. So you can put them in battle wagons, but the battle wagons are also just good by themselves as combat. And so putting the Mega Knobs in trucks, the +1 damage to throttle it. I personally like the double kill saws. I'm not going to waste time on the custom shooters because whatever.
Would you consider, I kept asking this, would you consider getting a Wa banner in there?
Yeah.
At all? Because the Hidden on Force sucks.
It's rough.
Hidden on Force does suck.
It does. I would definitely consider it.
Yeah,
for sure.
Like almost like two of them are up one side together with the Wa banner. The other ones are kind of on their own.
Exactly, yeah.
Where it's less required.
Yeah, and I do like them as Death Skulls or Goths, kind of for the same reason. You just need like a little more efficiency from them. Yeah.
But they're absolutely excellent.
They're great.
Yeah.
All right, thanks DSA. Good evening from Newcastle, England.
Good evening.
Just about to start a Death Watch army. Can you recommend the best way to go? Vets or mixed Primaris or both?
We really like the Primaris, honestly. Yeah. We think they're much better.
Some people are still advocating for the old veterans. I think the Primarises are a step above, almost always.
100%.
In every regard. And all the Primaris units are pretty good. The Spectrus kill team is a little pricey. It's got utility. I would never go more than one of those.
Yeah, agreed.
But that's the least interesting of the kill teams for me, of the Primaris kill teams.
Right.
And but yeah, all the other kill teams are great.
Yeah, and in case you haven't seen, we also have a video that goes into more depth.
That's
so you
right.
Check that out.
It's a guide to Death Watch kill teams. You're gonna want to check that out. Yeah, we go into great depth.
Absolutely.
Awesome. Thanks, Trace. Afternoon, Titans. I've been having fun watching the content this weekend. Facing the Necrons this Friday, trying out Plasma Inceptors in place of Hellblasters from my Smurfs.
That sounds great. Yeah, because the blast, that's going to be really mean.
Once you go into Inceptors, it's hard to go back to anything else, honestly. They're just so great.
But do it the way that Adrian did it, where you chip away first.
Yeah.
So that you have the best chance to wipe them in one go.
Exactly.
Because the Plasma Inceptors have a chance to wipe a full squad, not even like a good chance. Especially you were at -1 to hit. You were only rerolling ones. That's really what got you. But even if you have any other efficiencies, like if you're rerolling ones to wound, like if you have a Dreadnought nearby, make it a Lieutenant for the turn.
Yep.
Like just make sure the job gets done.
Chapter Master is great. It's not always worth the 40 points, but with the Inceptors,
I think it is. Yeah,
it is.
All right, Peter is in the chat and has confirmed Sisters beat Blood Angels because the Custodes tanked and the Blood Angels bounced off.
Wait, what?
Say that again?
There's Custodies in the list?
Yeah.
Oh, that was a different Blood Angels list. That wasn't our Blood Angels list.
No, it's different sisters.
No, Box has...
Oh, okay.
See, that's what I'm saying. I haven't looked at his list.
Oh, so
Custodies in it.
he has a Custodies plus sisters.
Yeah.
Oh,
weird.
Dang.
Cool.
That's weird.
Yeah.
I don't know if that makes me feel less confident in the matchup against Morty, though.
Oh, you were already in the list.
Oh, here we go.
But that's absolutely worse.
That's absolutely worse.
Like, it's unequivocally
Fascinating. So the Blood Angels bounced off the Custodies part.
Yes.
That doesn't normally happen.
That's also surprising.
3-up invulns can, if you just roll hot.
True, but don't charge those. Don't open with that.
Yeah.
I'm
I
did not see the game.
I'm excited to see it.
Cool.
But the other game is not determined yet.
I
the
believe
Drukhari
so.
against...
That's going to be, I believe, soon.
Oh, it hasn't even started, maybe.
I think so. So guys, there's 2 games today, just like there was yesterday. So there's one that I guess they're finishing up now, and then there'll be a second game, and they might have divided them that way, depending.
Got it.
We'll see.
All right, thanks for the update, Falcon.
Yeah, thank you.
All right. I might have been talking about the wrong thing. We're just going to move on, and Peter will update me live. Thanks, Peter.
Because there was a full Custodies list, which one of the dudes at Vanguard Tactics was playing. Not Box, the other guy.
Uh-huh.
I'm sorry, I forgot your name. But
Joe.
I thought he was playing full Custodies.
Yeah.
So I didn't know that Sisters were... I thought the Custodies was pure Sisters. Because normally, Sisters don't need help. Custodies takes them down a notch, not up a notch.
Yeah. We'll take a look.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Ishpalk, excited for the game, rooting for the dice rolls. Also excited to see how the Tempestus Scions commission goes. Any solution against too many pointing arm plasma gunners?
To defend against them?
Against the Scions, you have to zone them out, and you have to force them to make bad trades. Force them to come down, obliterate something, and then just lose their key unit. That's the way you handle them.
Yeah, absolutely.
And you can even wait them out in a weird way. Like, screen them out, and then the clock's on them to, like, come in and commit. And the problem is they can't undercommit.
Yeah.
Because if they don't get the job done, then they mega lose, and your screens are still up. So then they have to overcommit. And that's actually the #1 failing of the army, is it's kind of like this all or nothing. You either win in 2 turns or you're mostly out. So, yeah.
This is true of actually pretty much any plasma. It's actually a really well-designed profile.
Yeah.
They're relatively short range, and so they're very susceptible to being screened out. Even in Scepters, right?
That's right.
It's like they only move 10 and 18-inch range, so that's kind of what we saw yesterday.
Yeah.
As much as was possible.
Agreed.
Yeah.
But yeah, the Scion, I actually, if you're in the chat, I actually haven't sent him all the details, so the commission hasn't started just yet. Probably start next week. We've had a busy week to type out all that stuff.
It starts as soon as you agree in your heart to do it.
That's right. Well, I have agreed in my heart. I've agreed in my heart, but I've got to like exactly like which color scheme, things like that.
Alrighty, thanks, Edward. Howdy, Titans. Non-Warhammer question. What are your favorite non-Warhammer books? Currently mine is Team of Rivals, The Political Genius of Abraham Lincoln.
Wow.
That's awesome.
That's interesting.
Oh, favorite books? Non-Warhammer books. When was the last time I read a non-Warhammer book? I'm a monster.
Harry Potter yesterday. That's what you read.
I mean, that is a good series.
I have endless options here. Just so many. I'm
You're looking through your books. That's cheating.
This is my Audible. It's like 600 Audible books.
Oh my gosh.
But I'm gonna give it to. So this is an impossible choice.
Yeah.
So whatever. I really like Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy.
Oh, nice.
That was always a classic for me. I've always loved it.
Yeah.
I loved a lot of sci-fi, so I love like Dune and things like that.
Right.
I was raised on, Tolkien, so all of that.
Exactly.
But I think if I'm gonna go pseudo sci-fi, I'll go for a deep cut, and I've recommended before. It's called Earth Abides. Go check it out. It's absolutely rad. It's like a post-apocalyptic. Actually takes place here in the Bay Area.
Oh, that's cool.
But I read it when I didn't live here. And you should check it out. It's actually super cool.
Earth Abides, huh?
Earth Abides. It's really good.
For me, I would go with the Deathstalker series, which is a space opera by Simon R. Green, and it's just such a perfect combination of all these different genres. It's like super epic, but it's also really humorously written, really funny, and it totally it is to be very truthful, very 40K-ish. There's like the Empire and all that stuff, right?
That's funny.
And it deals with like the AI, and there's like it mashes a bunch of different kind of sci-fi genres together in this massive like arc of, I think it's like 4 books from the first series and 3 from like the next generation.
That's nice.
And they're all hilarious and fun and interesting. So I'm actually rereading that now.
Great.
All right, round 2 is starting right now. So all of you 1,500 people, press Control-T, make a new tab, open that stream, and keep me updated.
What channel is it on?
I don't know what's happening.
Yeah, where can they
40K
go?
Stats Center on Twitch.
40K Stats.
That's the restream.
And it's it's spelled the way that Americans don't spell center. It's CENTRE.
The correct way. Got it.
What? Oh, centre.
Right.
Right.
40K Stat Center on Twitch.
It's the English Canadian.
You do that in Canada?
Yeah, of course.
In Canada? Really?
Well, yeah, Canadians
course.
spell. You know what they spell wrong as well?
Mm.
Check. I was having an argument with a coworker over this.
Yes, we're the
Like a
ones
check?
who spell French words wrong.
Well, that's a whole nother thing.
This is correct.
Fascinating. So yeah, check that out. We definitely will.
Now that's check that out, not check.
Check that out.
All
what
right,
about
thanks.
a check mark? How do you spell that?
Check mark is different. That's in English, right?
Double standards, I see.
You know, there's a lot of words that became English words, and now we spell them in English.
A lot of them came from French too, so.
That's true.
Yeah, we do spell them CHECK.
I spell mine with a Q. I don't know what you're talking about.
All right, thanks, Daniel. Love what you guys do. Keep up the phenomenal work. Can't wait for more reports. Please shout out Peter, a great Necrons player who I can't wait to have a game with once lockdown is over in the UK.
What's up, Peter?
What's up, Peter?
Get those robots. Get those Necrons.
Necrons.
All right, thanks. Ishpalk, another Scions chat. I hope full Scions become viable in 9th.
Me too.
Would love to see new units like combat engineers for elite, bikers for fast attack, and a light tank for heavy. What do you hope for?
That'd be cool.
I agree. I think they could flesh it out. It's so close to being its own thing. I would love to see it get the supplement treatment, so it's just like 1 degree removed from the guard book.
Yeah.
And I think the way that the bikers, they're like jackals. I would like to see Scion jackals.
Yes.
I'd almost like to see them on the same bikes.
Right.
Because
Yeah.
the Mechanicum, the Gene Stealers have stolen them.
They're from somewhere. Yeah.
So who did they steal them from? It should be the Scions.
Yeah. I agree. I really like the idea of the engineers too. That'd be really cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because the engineers, that's a Krieger thing,
Yeah.
where they have the engineers and they, but the engineers are weirdly kind of like the veterans. Like they get up close with their like hotshot guns. They're actually carrying hotshot guns. And so, I don't know. It's not perfect, but yeah.
All right, thanks, Bobson.
Bobson.
1 CP for Bridger. Continuing my discussion on the Deathwatch versus Deathwing versus Ravenwing detachment rules.
Yeah.
Shouldn't White Scars get a full CP refund with an Outrider detachment? With only bikes, full refunds seem so strong.
Everyone should get a full refund on a Vanguard
yeah.
detachment. I actually don't think this has anything to do with bikes, White Scars, whatever. Everyone who has their Warlord in a Vanguard or Outrider, I think should get a full refund.
And that's the key to this, right? Because we talk about, it's a full refund, but really it's only when your Warlord is in that detachment, so you can't spam it out. It's not like, well, I'm going to take a bunch of these, they're all free. It's once.
I would go so far as to say every detachment should have that rule. Super heavy.
Honestly, yeah.
Everything.
Just not Oxes.
Just not the Ox. Yeah, just not the Ox.
Yeah.
I think just not the Ox. Yeah, that makes perfect sense. And every detachment should be free with your Warlord.
Yeah, I agree.
Absolutely. So. I think it makes no sense because there's lots of armies that want to build not just bike armies. It's like you want to build your cool Dreadnought army or something like that. It's like great. Yeah. Like, and other armies want to build all Terminators, right? Like your Space Wolves might want to build all Terminators, or your Black Templars might want to build all Terminators. Why they should all be allowed to.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it's clear James was pushing a certain aesthetic of an army. They want a balanced list. They want every army to have troops, but I think they pushed it too hard. Too pushed.
Yeah, I feel that. I don't think every army necessarily should get something to be upgraded to OPSEC.
Yeah, there's a difference.
That should be special,
yes.
But everyone should get the CP at the very least.
Correct.
Yeah.
Right. All right, thanks, Chake, or Chake. Chake?
Maybe it's
I'm going to go Chake.
Check.
Hey, Titans, finally got into the tabletop after finishing 40 novels in the Horse Heresy.
Whoa.
Thanks to you guys. Went a bit overboard, bought over 3,000 points of Marines, going Ultras. Any auto includes.
Oh, classic.
Ultras are one of those super balanced factions where virtually everything is great with them. The thing is, they are a shooting faction, and they are best at the mid-range shooting. The reason they're best there is because they can fall back and shoot. So they're not as scared of being close up.
Yep.
The other thing they works well with them is, of course, anything that benefits either from the tactical doctrine because it's assault or rapid fire, or anything heavy on infantry that counts as not moving and shooting.
Right.
Where you want it to. That's a heavy intercessor, or even eradicators with the heavy melta.
That's right.
All that kind of stuff you could really trick out.
Yeah.
Keep in mind they also have bananas Overwatch support strats, so you can tech into things that become really good Overwatch shields, all kinds of junk like that.
Yeah, totally. And even their named characters are interesting for the same reason we talked about Ezekiel earlier, is they give you things like the Chief Librarian. I guess I'm thinking
Although Tigris is not actually that good. There's two problems.
What's wrong with him?
Tigurius is super pricey. And
is he though? Compared to the Chief Apothecary?
Yes.
Yeah, he is.
Okay.
And the problem is, I think he only gets his buff. Same with Ezekiel. They only get their buff from taking their own psychic tree. Now, the Dark Angel psychic tree.
Okay, that's true.
The Dark Angel psychic tree is excellent. The Ultramarine psychic tree is only just like totally fun, but it's not better than the Librarius Discipline.
No, you're right.
So there's all kinds of little things like that.
That's true.
His -1 to hit ability is totally great, but it's not quite amazing.
Yeah, you're right. I take it back.
But anyways, Ultramarines. So much good stuff. Now, as far as combat, you always want to have combat, but I like, it's your choice. There's nothing particularly standout.
Blade Guard vets are so stylish for Ultramarines.
Yeah, but also they had the original Blade Guard vets,
That's true.
Which are the Victrix Honor Guard,
yeah.
which have the same profile. There are 3 wounds. They do 2 damage, strength on the strength 5 swords, whatever. But they have a bodyguard rule, which is kind of clutch. So look into the Victrix as well. I have 2 units of 2 on my painting table right now, and so I'll be doing them up very soon.
They're dollars expensive to collect. Which is also true Blade Guard vets right now, so I guess that's relevant.
No, they have a box for the Blade Guard vet now.
Do they?
Yeah, didn't they release it?
I don't think so.
I thought they released it way back.
No.
Box for them?
Yeah.
No, they showed
with the
pictures.
new sculpts. They don't have that out yet.
No, I think they just. I think they just announced that the box.
Oh, let us know. Yeah,
it's not
the
out.
Blade Guard box.
They announced that
we
the
had
box
bought so
will
many
exist.
Blade Guard because we had bought so
It
many
was just
star
in
sets.
Dominus, so it depends if you can get Dominus cheap. But yeah, I don't think it's out yet.
Alrighty, thanks again, Martin. Looking at named Dark Angels characters in the Codex, which do you think are worth taking, and in what army makeup?
Azrael could fit in every army. I'll just say that. I wouldn't take him in every army, but I don't think you would be wrong for taking him.
Yeah, totally. I still think Ezekiel's great because the Dark Angel's trait is great. Belial is good, but not as auto take.
Belial's pretty good though. Like he can dish it out.
The Blade Guard vet box is coming out next week.
Oh, next week. Okay,
that's what it was.
What do you think of Samael?
So Samael is cute. My problem is he doesn't have enough attacks. He's 4 attacks, 5 on the charge. Everything else about him I actually love. He can fall back and shoot and charge because that's his warlord trait. So the only thing I'm not
He's just not that amazing of a fighter.
He's just not that great, right?
Yeah, I think because he's fast, they didn't want him to be too punchy.
He's cool. I'm gonna make one from a Custodes bike.
Yeah. I've seen a lot of people do that.
Yeah,
looks sharp.
But I don't think he's that great, unfortunately. So to me, it's Azrael and Ezekiel, and the chaplains are not on bikes.
I'd build my own chaplain.
Yeah, they're not on bikes too.
The Talonmaster, I'm really, really not into.
They're so expensive.
They're so expensive.
I really was curious.
Yeah.
That was one of the first things I did once we got the book. I was like, okay, let's see if this changed from the Munitorum. Everything's exactly the same, which means they're quite expensive.
Yeah, and you can select one unit, and then they don't get cover. You don't get cover against it.
Right.
Which is cool. It's not amazing though. It's not that
not
great.
What it used to be. What about Lazarus? I even forget what.
No, Lazarus is cool.
He's just a captain, right?
Yeah. He's got the mortal wound ability, right?
Oh yeah.
So that's just something. But they're all pretty good. But the problem is building your own Space Marine character is so strong.
Yeah.
So that's what you're up against these days. Yeah.
All right, thanks, Arthur. Hey, Titans, is this too much? A Wolf Lord on Thunderwolf, Warlord with Angel Artifice, Iron Resolve, and Wolfkin traits. He's 9 wounds, tough 6, 6 up Feel No Pain, 2 up Armor, 4 up Feel No Pain. Nope, 4 up Invuln.
No worries.
So yeah, he's a 4 up Invuln, and is he a 2 up save or is he a 1 up save? Does he have Storm Shield?
Says he's a 2 up save.
Because he should have a 1 up save if he has a Storm Shield. Because I did this before as well. Because the Chapter Master ability gives him a 2 up armor.
Right.
Then the Storm Shield improves it by 1.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Which is pretty good. And no, it's not too much at all. That army is about their characters.
Yeah, and there's even ways of like scoring with them when you're completing your charges and doing stuff like that.
Yeah,
so
and you can give him multiple, like you can unlock sagas for him.
The sagas are.
Give him, fall back and charge, advance and charge. All this stuff is great.
That's the one. So that's cool.
All right, thanks, Colt. All right, Hulk versus Karn.
Hulk. Yeah, it's Hulk.
I just don't want to vote for Hulk.
It's not a fair fight, though.
Like, that's what I'm saying. Not a fair fight.
Well,
not a fair fight. Hulk wins.
He's basically a god in canon, so like it's just not a fair fight.
Yeah, it would be Hulk. It'd be Hulk.
Of course, it's Hulk.
I know. Yeah. But Karn's so angry.
So is Hulk.
Hulk is like the pinnacle thing.
Yeah.
All right. Should traits like Emperor's Children and Night Lords nullify rules that turn off their whole trait, like ignore morale or force fight last? Now, I will say this. I do not want meta rules. If you have a rule that says turn off a rule that turns off your rule, I'm done. I'm out.
Well, that's what this army has.
This literally has it.
No. This army has something that turns off your rule. If you have a rule that says turn off a rule that turns off my rule.
So the Death Guard, Warlord trait number 3, turns off enemy auras within 3. this tree has a power that turns off an aura on a unit within 18.
But this person
So
is
I'm turning off your ability
specifically-
that turns off my ability. So now I have my ability back, and you have no ability.
Colt is specifically saying they should have a rule that just nullifies rules that turn off their rules.
Yeah, it's objective secured for your rules. Right?
So I actually
It
like
says-
imagine Custodes have objective secured, and nothing can take away their objective secured.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah.
That would actually be cool.
So it's super mega objective secured. Actually, it's objective secured in a branching path where one you count as double models, and this one just makes you so you can't be taken away, right?
Yeah, that's what you want. You want like count as 10.
Yeah.
And then can't be taken away ever.
Right.
You can't rope me into this by giving Custodes cool rules.
It's cool.
I do not want meta rules.
But we also kind of do have that already. Like look at even just the Space Marine book, right? So again, back to this OBSEC thing, right? You have Rights of War. You have Steadfast Example. One gives you OBSEC if you're this thing. This gives you OBSEC if you're anything, but also if you're already OBSEC, then you get 2. And so it's like already these a million like branching pathways.
And then I have Blood Angels with my Visage of Death, and I just turn off it all.
Yeah.
So that's great.
I'm not saying it's good or bad. I'm just saying the future's
But that's the
here.
game. That's the game that they're making right now.
Yeah.
I am Hulk now.
Yeah.
I am quite
Or
upset
a
with these
kind,
rules.
I don't know.
Thanks, Michael. Adrian's Drukari inspired me to finally get my own Space Elves.
Nice.
Is there any chance of seeing a witch cult on the channel when the new codex drops?
100%. We're gonna be playing a ton of them. I'm really excited.
Yeah, like we always do. We like to explore the whole codex, the good stuff, the not as good stuff, the like broken stuff. We explore it all.
Exactly.
And so we can't not play the witches.
And I have witch stuff. It's just one of those.
It's hard to
They've
put on
been
the table
so
now.
bad that it's been tough.
Yeah, it's tough to
especially
put on
with
the
the codexes already having trouble. Like GSC, there's a few combinations that normally we're cool.
We tried Aberrants for the GSE.
Yeah,
and it didn't work
exactly.
out.
Because we like to try everything usually, but it's just so hard for the armies that are already struggling. Craft World, same thing.
Remember those Aberrants? It looked like you were going to be scary, and then they did nothing, and then just all died.
Yeah.
That was bad. Well, that was against my new Flamer tank.
That's true.
That was cool.
That's true.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I did get to burn them.
I'm happy for you.
Thanks.
Thank you, Paul. Hey, Titans. Bridger's enthusiasm has me planning a new Custodes army.
Ooh.
Would they look good in Dark Angels green? Most loyalist color scheme. I don't think so.
I do. I think Custodes
look
look
amazing.
good
In green?
They look good, surprisingly, in all colors. Yeah.
I guess you could get a metallic green.
You could, but you don't have to.
No.
Metallic colors are surprisingly ugly most of the time. It's rare that metallics look good.
Turbo
all over.
door.
I think that'd be super tacky.
I agree.
I think the green would just look bad. Yes.
No, like a Dark Angels Forest green would be really nice.
I think it
I've
would
also
look
seen red
sharp.
Custodes I really like.
I've seen red Custodes, yeah.
So
I've liked them in black.
like
I've
it.
liked them in the ceramic a lot.
Yeah.
Ceramic's so hard to do, but I've liked them in the ceramic.
The ceramic's awesome.
Yeah, Custodes look good in all the colors.
Yeah.
Definitely get out there.
Do it.
Explore. Get into the hobby chat and post up some pics and ideas. See what people think.
Yeah. I can't tell if you're actually going to paint them this way, if you're just trying to.
It was definitely
I'm
just
into
get a
both.
Bridger.
I'm into both.
Yeah.
Let's
so,
troll Bridger and paint them green.
Thanks, Chris. Is there any rules benefit to making things like Land Raiders and Redemptors into Deathwing other than getting a keyword? Now we can talk about it. This got asked yesterday.
Yes. Yes.
Well, no.
What?
Yes and no.
Well, yeah. I know. Yeah.
It's like
I said yes. We can talk about it.
okay, but no,
Which we
not
can
really.
talk about.
So when your Land Raider is Deathwing,
Yeah.
it gets no special rules that matter except
Mm-hmm.
you can put it in the detachment. It doesn't break your
That's
detachment.
right. That's right.
That's it.
That's
so you
about
get your CP and you get your OPSEC on your Terminator.
It makes it so you can build a mono Deathwing detachment / army.
Yeah.
Realistically. Yeah.
But that's it. So because the ability that's for the Land Raider, but for a Dreadnought, for example, does benefit because a Dreadnought is going to get the Super Doctrine, where it's going to reroll wound to wound in the Assault Doctrine against anything Strength 8.
Is it? Can I check that real quick?
It's I believe it is.
It's not just
Dreadnought.
infantry.
It's infantry and Dreadnought. I'm pretty sure.
Ooh, Cobra Commander has an excellent point. Custodes don't look good in resin gray. # paint the Ares. That's a solid argument.
Oh my god, that's so good.
Wait, are we still pretending that I'm going to paint that? Because I'm pretty sure we had already locked down that you're
Pretending,
painting.
Brian. I don't think we're pretending.
I'm pretty sure the people voted on you painting it.
Well, there's an excellent meme. In fact, it was runner-up for Meme of the Week.
Okay.
Also by Cobra Commander. And it's me as that boy from that book. What's the book? Can I have some more, please? What's that?
Oliver Twist.
Yes.
Twist.
So I was Oliver Twist, and I had an unpainted Ares.
Yeah.
And I was holding it up to you. Can I have a painted Ares, please?
Could I have?
All right, maybe I'll paint it.
Yes! We did it, Cobra. Cobra Commander was trying to set
the
up...
memes made it work.
He was trying to set up a GoFundMe to buy and paint the Ares.
You're a monster. Yeah, so you're right. So Implacable specifically does affect only infantry and dreadnoughts.
Right.
So yeah,
So upgrading your Redemptor is cool,
it's cool.
but upgrading your Land Raider or your Thunderhawk gunship
Yeah, that's one of them. Or any transport that carries Terminators.
That's why I'm saying Thunderhawk. So yeah.
Yeah, it's weird. I think it's just for army building. I wish.
Although I guess a Thunderhawk can't technically go into your detachment, so never mind.
Is it a Lord of War?
Yeah.
Wow.
Then it can't. Yeah.
There's probably something else.
There's the Spartan
and the Dreadnought drop pod. And this is reflected in the points, right? All those ones that just give you those keywords, it's just 10 points. So it's like a teeny tax.
You're paying 10 points to save CP, basically.
Which is valuable.
Yeah.
All right, thanks. Michael?
Yeah.
Michael. Hey guys, love your show. Curious, do you think the Lion will ever be in 40k? And if so, how would he be different from the other Primarchs? All right, I hope you're listening, Martin. If the Lion came back, Dark Angels would be loyal.
Wow.
Whoa.
So I'll tell you, the first time I get a copy of these codexes, and I get them a long time before this day, the very first thing I do is I scroll right to the back, and I'm like, is there a Primarch?
Yeah.
And then I'm like, nah, shucks. This is the first thing I do with every new preview copy I ever get. I'm just like, new whatever, flip to the back, Primarch? So we all want it.
Of course. That'd be so cool.
Yeah.
I think it'd be awesome.
I
don't think it'll happen, but it'd be awesome.
I think it will happen.
I think it will happen eventually.
I think it will happen.
The question is it 10 years from now?
Yeah, who knows?
Is it next year? It could be next year because they just keep changing everything up, right?
Who knows?
So
who knows what they'll
I'd
do?
be like, no, the book that just came out, clearly they're not going to do that. But then again, like
they released like 3 Space Marine codexes in a year and a bit. So who knows?
And again, yeah, you could be like in Sigmar and be like, Realm Lords 5 months later. By the way, here's more stuff for the army. Like, what?
Yeah. Didn't you just release this army?
Yeah, so never say never. Yeah. What would he be like?
He'd be a great duelist, great swordsman.
Blade Master.
I really like that. And I don't know. Let's just leave it there. Like he doesn't need to be too much else, but I'd make him a really, really good duelist. Like you definitely do not want to fight him.
Yeah, especially characters.
Yeah.
He would turn off all of Mortarion's auras.
That's right.
Oh, jeez.
We didn't talk about Mortarion in this conversation, so I wanted to work it in there.
That's right. Just float him over.
Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Richard. Thoughts on a Radwreath pregame 6-inch Silvertide and Anrakir? Anrakir, which is +1 attack aura.
Right. Yeah.
Ceres, 40 warriors, 20 Lich Guard, Chronomancer, Technomancer, Canoptic support.
Okay.
Competitive.
Yes.
I love it. I
think
good.
It's great. It's a good army.
And it's really counter meta. It's great against Marines, right? This will just destroy Marines in melee. Give them that -1 toughness.
I think it's great.
It's awesome.
Yeah. You got to watch out. That army actually really wants to go first in a weird way because you want to move up, take the board, get your buffs. If you're going second, you'll almost need to take your 6-inch move to move back.
That's true.
And then you've lost a lot of your momentum.
Yeah.
So that dice roll really hurts, I think.
Although, on the other hand, if they just move up like I did, then you can still...
But the issue is that in most circumstances, you would have wiped one of my squads. Whereas, that's what I'm saying, against like Space Marines, they could wipe one of your warrior squads, and then you're kind of down a lot.
Yeah, that's fair.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Cultist John. Hey, Titans. Just slipping pro-chaos propaganda into Imperial education programs. Wondering best intercessors for salamanders, assault, heavy, or regular, and which loadout?
Wow.
Salamanders. We'll go regular.
Regular by an inch?
Yep.
I'd go like a 2-to-1 mix of regular and then assault.
The heavy are good with them too.
Why though?
Why not?
Yeah, exactly. To me, like salamanders are great at having all these other chonky elite units, like aggressors, like blah blah blah, like blah blah blah.
It's like I already have enough gravis.
So get bodies, and be shooting because you're going to sit on the back point because your flamer aggressors are running up and your blade guard are running up.
Because that's the role they play in the army.
Yeah,
is they're just bodies.
Yeah, that's my take. But
okay, I'm with you. The assault are good, but you don't need them.
Yeah.
So I would really go for almost all regular intercessors. And then I would go heavy as like a backfield, like try to wipe these guys off. Okay. You know?
Yeah.
All right. Thanks again, Martin. Does anyone else love the fact that Bridger likes conditional and vulnerable saves as a Custodes player? What sort of conditions should apply to them? It's just more design space, man. It doesn't mean all invulns have to be conditional. It's just more options, right? Because invulns are very binary. Like, you have one or you don't, and it makes a huge change whether you do or you don't.
So how about this? Custodes can have their 3-up invuln, except if they want to fight, in which case they have to put the shield down, and so then they don't get it.
That's cool.
So you either choose,
that makes so much
you
sense.
either choose to put shields
up. That makes no sense.
Shields up or not shields
up.
up.
I love that.
Every shield phalanx fighting.
No, we're coming up with conditional rules now
in
that
the
you
universe.
like. These are conditional rules, which you said you like. and I've come up with a cool condition.
That's awesome.
I don't like them as the only option.
That's not the only option. That's a choice.
You could come up with some, like, there's play space within what I've just come up with.
Yeah,
like
absolutely.
you can either really like shields up, and maybe it's even a 3-up, and you've got a feel no pain on top. Like they're really shieldy, but then they can't fight, or maybe when they're fighting they're reckless.
Fight, but they get less attacks.
Yeah, they're down to 1 attack, whatever.
What you're describing
they can only
is
fight with
really
a shield.
complicated.
Yeah.
They can only shield bash.
Well, no. When they fight phase, you say they're going to defend or they're going to attack.
Yeah, lots of things have this actually.
Plenty.
You like to determine their stance,
Yeah, it's true.
That's not in 40K, Brian.
Determining a stance? Sure it is. On cheat.
Oh, Grey Knights used to have it. Hold on. There was one character
I've
who
already
had an
given you
offensive
one.
and defensive stance.
I've already given you an example. He has 2 stances. One where he fights more, one that he puts his shield up.
Yeah.
It exists.
And you're picking sweep versus big chops.
No, that's not a stance. That's an attack profile.
Well, yeah, we don't have to formalize it.
I feel like I just gave a perfect example.
Yeah. Anyways, moving on.
Bridget
wrong.
Anyway, to fully answer the question, more design space better.
Yeah.
So unconditional
Less
involve's
involves for
good.
custodies better.
Conditional involve's good.
Slip it in there.
It's just more options.
Just slip it in there.
Thanks, Seth. Any NIDS content coming up? Also, are flesh mower drones worth the cost? They're super fun, but I'm not certain they're actually good.
They're so good.
They're really good. They are pricey, and they're not unkillable, but they are great.
They're like 130.
Yeah.
They're worth it. 135.
Yeah.
Because it's 5 points for the mower.
That's right.
They're worth it.
That's right. And the NIDS are on their way. If you haven't heard already, they are delayed.
The tendrils of them are in the war.
Yes,
coming.
It's so hard to predict. If they end up getting more and more delayed, then maybe we'll reach out to Nick about getting some models. But ideally, we think our NIDS will be the next one on the channel. So we'll see. Again, it's been kind of a COVID thing, making it hard to even get models from people. So
exactly, yeah.
That's where we're at.
I was trying to find out when. I'll see if I have an updated estimate.
That'd be cool.
But yeah, we can keep going.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Maxi. As I love you guys, I'll clarify. Bridger got most of the criteria. However, characters can't refuse the combat or use any sneaky tactics, just straight psychic shooting combat. We have a bonus fight. Russ against Vulcan.
Russ
would win. Russ always fights with no rules, no holds barred. He'll just go wild. And that's how he wins his fights.
Yeah, Russ for sure.
Yeah, but then Vulcan just gets back up.
Well, that's my argument about Call, right? Like, Call will lose, but he won't die, right? So, same thing. Which, by the way, he will lose because of the stipulation that we just got. There's no trickery. So, your argument is invalid.
But he does get to shoot.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure his gun will just vaporize.
The power of 1,000 Suns?
Yes. In lore...
Yark has an invuln save.
No, in lore, the power of 1,000 Suns is going to tear him apart.
He'll dodge.
All right.
If you can dodge a ball, you can dodge.
But we all agree Russ will win.
Suns.
Yeah, if you can dodge a wrench, you can dodge that Suns.
Russ going to win? We all agree?
Yes.
Yeah, Russ.
Right.
The Tyranids
are outside.
They're no, I wish. Funny enough, it says the estimated arrival date was January 25th.
That's in the past, Brian.
Yeah. So they're still locked in Croatia, waiting to be shipped.
Yeah.
Maybe
we'll have to.
I'm still guessing another 30 days.
Maybe it's January 25th, 2022.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. We might need to borrow some so we can get on the channel. Yeah.
All right. Thanks, Mike. Someone can surely rock a cardigan. I think that's Brian. I'm not sure if something that crispy fails within rules is written. What?
I'm not sure.
Something that crispy.
Nope, it went over our heads. You got us.
Exactly.
You defeated us. Our wit is not strong enough for you.
I lost it.
I have no idea.
There was a thread there. I couldn't find it. Thanks, Martin. This is Custodes Martin.
Oh, Custodes Martin.
What up?
Good to see you.
How do you feel about conditional saves?
Hey, Titans. Is an all Primaris Dark Angels army interesting, or do you need the Rave Bee?
Right.
Or Deathwing?
It's more interesting than it was, but it's less interesting than not having that restriction.
They didn't really get the love that they needed, in my opinion, to make them interesting.
Okay.
They're still Space Marines, but yeah, it's less interesting. It's probably less good.
What could we do here? Okay. Let me give you. I'll give you an idea. I'm just gonna riff with me on this. All right.
Let's do it.
Here's what I got. You got a Raven Wing detachment.
Well, wait. Okay.
That has a Primaris Chaplain.
Yeah.
And 3 units of Outriders.
Okay.
Okay. So that's my Raven Wing detachment.
Okay. Okay.
Now, am I allowed to have a Deathwing detachment? Oh, sorry. I take a Deathwing detachment.
You could do it.
That has the Captain and Primaris Lieutenant and 3 units of Blade Guard.
Ooh.
Okay.
Okay.
And I've got a Primaris Librarian in. Can I have a Primaris Librarian? No, not in the
Deathwing.
So now I have a 3rd detachment that's Green Wing.
Okay.
I'm spending a lot of CP, and I have
only 3 so far.
Well,
No, 3 detachments. He's spending 6.
I spent
Well,
6.
he's adding the third one now.
Okay. So then I have a Primaris Librarian, maybe even a second one, and few troops and some Inceptors.
Well, that one could be a patrol.
It's like a 3,000 point army.
That one could be a patrol.
I actually don't think so.
No.
I think that was all pretty close to
You're right. This is good. This is actually good.
And I just did it.
Yeah, I like
and
that
it's
a lot.
actually strong. It's just really low on CP.
Yeah, and again, the green wing could just be a patrol.
Yes. Oh, yes. Right.
So you spent 5.
Spend 5.
And
you take Azrael and refund 2 of those CP.
But he's not Primaris.
And he only refunds CP if he's your warlord, right?
But you would make him it. But the problem is,
but then you don't
he's
refund.
not Primaris, so you can't. But I could have made
he's
this.
Deathwing though.
I could have dropped the Deathwing detachment because they don't get OPSEC anyways. It's only the Terminators that get it.
Correct.
So we could just have a second detachment that's a battalion, and then fit everything else in. So 1 Raven Wing, give those bikes OPSEC, which is actually good.
Right.
And then 1 just patrol, or sorry, maybe a patrol could do it. Yeah, you could probably do a patrol. So anyways, yes, that army that I just said, it would actually slap.
You convinced me. Yeah.
All right, Martin goes on to say, I want to use my Dark Angels for my All Primaris chapter. Mysterious 7th Company. Tempted to make Gravis Deathwing as another option. Apologies to Bridger for the heretical inquiry. I am a little bummed that Custodes Martin is asking about Dark Angels.
he's bi-curious, you know?
I wish. Okay, so this was like, a lot of people were hoping that a lot of Gravis would become Deathwing, but they didn't do it.
No, they didn't.
Which could have been cool.
That would have been interesting. Yeah, and I did. That was one of the things I went back through the Marine Codex and I looked out. I said, okay, what are all the things that like weren't interesting to consider before and stuff like that. Blade Guard was the only one that popped out to me.
That's right.
So I think it's cool.
It's pretty cool.
It's all good stuff, right?
It's all really good, yeah.
And like we said about especially the heavy intercessors, Grim Resolve potentially is interesting as a unit that just sits in the back and just shoots. I think that's cool.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Grixis Gaming. Do you think a full-on Mad Max style Evil Sons list with only mechs and vehicles would be viable? Do red ones go faster?
Red ones go faster.
It's viable as a way to have a lot of fun, and be the coolest one in your gaming group.
Yeah.
It's not a strong army in the meta of 40k right now.
I think the bikes are bad.
Bikes are downright bad.
Yeah.
Buggies are good.
I think if you went with buggies and mechs, it could be a mid-tier list, to be honest. I would go far as to say that.
Mid-tier, yes.
Yeah. So, yeah, why not? And a lot of time, that's all you need, right?
Every 5 bikes you put in takes it down a notch.
The bikes are just too expensive.
The bikes are too expensive. And they just don't shoot really, and they don't fight.
They're like,
they don't fight or shoot. They don't do anything. They eat up a lot of points. That's what they do.
Yeah.
And they take up a lot of space on the board.
Yeah, that's
which
true.
is actually it's in a bad way, not a good way.
Yeah.
Digital Designer, an integral part of our meme pipeline, has mentioned that Primaris librarians, or all librarians, get the Deathwing keyword.
Wait, really?
That's what he said.
Well, you could probably upgrade them. Can you?
Nope. Yes, they're on the table.
Oh,
I remember that.
Really?
Yeesh.
You can initiate them.
What?
Into.
Excuse me?
The Deathwing.
Not on the chart.
They are not on the chart.
Do they just get
Rites of Initiation, Dreadnought Repulsor?
No.
We can look it up later, but it's fine. I thought it was just the Terminator librarian.
The Terminator one has it on this sheet.
Yeah.
Right? But no, mine.
That's okay. We can check.
There's no Raven Wing. There's ways to get Deathwing librarians for sure.
Yeah.
There's no way to do that with a librarian.
With a librarian. Yeah. I
All
didn't think so, but maybe we're wrong.
There's no way to get Raven Wing librarian.
That's right. Gosh. But you can get a Deathwing librarian. Yeah. I just don't know that you could do it with all.
So librarians actually, it's just on their ability on their data sheet.
So they have it.
Deathwing.
Built in.
That's wacky.
Even in all the Phobos ones? Wow, they do. What?
That's so random.
Okay. So I guess they all have it.
Which means they get Inner Circle too.
Yeah. For free. Wow, that's good.
And Raven just gets screwed, man.
Yeah. Deathwing's definitely the winner here.
Yeah, that's the business. Cool.
Thanks again, Martin. This is back to Dark Angel Martin.
All right.
So as much as we love you, Adrian, and we do,
yeah,
that sound you hear is the entire Dark Angel community putting their Raven Wing bikes back in the drawer.
Yeah, I feel responsible for this. Hey, I'll buy them from you guys if you want.
Oh, that's what this was?
Yeah.
You were manipulating the stock market of bikes? You were deliberately short selling the Raven Wing stocks.
Jeez.
Too soon, Brian, too soon. No, like we said, there's a lot going on here. Stuff to learn. Necrons are good, and so my apologies.
Listen, we'll do it again, and it'll be fine.
We'll get him out again for sure.
All right.
And sorry, one more thing is, I wanted to make sure I wanted to use the Raven Wing detachment, but the actual Raven Wing detachment I would run uses Outriders instead of the regular.
We just don't have
which is much better
right now.
Yeah, not yet.
All right, thanks, KP. Hey, Titans, I'm running a Necron, Tri-Patrol, Tri-Transcendent Catan. That's really hard to say.
That's a lot of Transcendent Catans.
Yeah.
I only have one Transcendent Catan model. Any suggestions for alternative models from AOS? A lampshade? If you just get a lamp.
No. The Transcendent Catan is the one that's just on his own. He's the one from the lampshade kit, but he's outside of it.
Yeah.
So, what do you think? So we got a tendril-y boy.
Tendril-y boy.
Looks like you could do him with like a tree man.
Or Nighthawk.
Like, you know what I mean?
That's
like
not bad, actually.
Like you could do some stuff there.
Yeah, totally. Or like Draika would be cool. You have to fit them on a smaller base.
Yeah, smaller base.
But
I feel like you could buy any of the other Catans
Yeah.
and just paint them Transcendent-y.
It's true.
And it would probably be fine.
I think you could take like 3 Spirit Host models and glue them all together.
Some ghosts could do it.
Yeah, ghosts are good. I know that this isn't a cheaper option, but it's more available. As the Mourngull is a great one.
The Mourngull is really better as a Nightbringer.
Yeah. No, it's better for sure.
Yeah.
But you could use it as a Transcendent.
Sure.
What else?
But yes, you look at some ghosts. Yeah, look
Ghosts
at
are
some
a good
ghosts.
idea. Yeah. Oh yeah, I've seen people a Linder.
And, that's what I was thinking. A Lady
It's an
Linder.
expensive.
But it's so cool.
Yeah.
It's an expensive Transcendent.
It's less expensive than the Transcendent though.
Because you don't have to buy the Lord of War.
Linder.
You have to buy the
she's
lampshade too.
I mean,
She's gonna be like $60 instead of $150 or whatever it is.
I think she's less than that, but yeah.
Yeah. Cool.
All right.
Lots of options.
Thanks again, Martin. So the Inner Circle have had a council meeting, and they've asked if maybe Brian can play Dark Angels on Tuesday.
I will be playing them on
You
Tuesday.
will actually Tuesday.
I'm going to be playing them on Tuesday, so come check that out. It's going to be a Deathwing, maybe with a few other things mixed in, but it'll be a strong list.
It's going to be very strong.
We're going to have to find something that can hang against it.
Yeah.
Thanks, Michael. Trying to familiarize myself with 9th edition, specifically where in the core rules does it say which units get OBSEC? Just says units with that ability.
Great question. I couldn't point to the page, but I believe it's in the It's in the core book.
All troops have OBSEC. I can just tell you that right now.
I
don't know what page it's on, but all troops have OBSEC.
I think it's in the mustering section where it shows how to make your army.
Yeah, that sounds right.
Yeah. Again, I don't have a page number for you.
And then some codexes have supplements to that.
Yeah.
Like additional ideas to that.
Yes.
Old codexes also do have it in their codex.
Correct.
They just don't
So
call it
every
that.
old codex that isn't a new one lists it also. Typically on the page that's just after the last data sheet.
It's true. If anyone in chat has the book open and can post that for reference, that'd be great. But yeah.
Awesome. Death Guard cultists don't have OBSEC because there's a rule specifying they don't have OBSEC. That's a different thing.
Yeah.
Thank you, Matt. As a player who faces 20 to 25 permanent transhuman Dark Angel Terminators with 4 up invul and 5 up feel no pain almost weekly, I highly enjoyed this destruction. Thank you, Brian.
Well, for what it's worth, they no longer have the 5 up feel no pain. They took that banner, they took it away, and they replaced it with a banner of the same name that is a -1 damage to a single unit.
Yeah, during the command phase, they place it.
Yeah, it's in the command phase, so they don't even get it first turn. And you can't do it on a unit that deep struck because it is command phase.
Right.
So it's much more limited.
Yeah. And
it's arguably a slightly worse ability, even on its own, but it's still very, 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 very strong. It's still almost an auto include.
Yeah. And the thing is, like, you already had, you can still take the Chief Apothecary and get the 6 up and the -1 damage.
So you can have both.
It's kind of a net gain in some ways. Again, another reason to have a big.
It's not a net gain in the sense that this was an aura of 5 ups, which was broken.
Yeah, no, it's broken. It was broken.
Broken.
Yeah.
So they definitely took that one down a notch, which is much needed.
Yeah, that was one of the couple things that got hit.
That's right.
All right, thanks, Andrew. How would you go about building a Grot Mob army from 500 to 1,000 and then to 2,000? Excited for so many games in a row this weekend.
Ooh, good question.
So many options here, actually, surprisingly.
There's a lot, honestly. Killicans are great and a good way to kind of build up points relatively quickly. The mech guns are really expensive models, so
and they don't cost a lot of points.
They're not a lot of points. So what I do for that is it's all bits. It's things like trucks. It's things like random guns that you have from other kits. Maybe ask your friends, right? And so that's how I would build the mech guns. I don't really recommend buying the kits because they're so expensive.
They're basically $1 per point.
Yeah, it's
right. It's like actually, $60 for a kit and like 40, 50 points for a gun.
Yeah, it's more dollars than
points, which is rare.
Yeah. And then we had the Grot tanks recently on the stream with Bridger.
Grot tanks are really unique.
And those are really cool. The Forgeable models are cool. There's a lot of other ways of getting them too, like
Grotworks.
It's actually Gear Guts is
Gear
Guts.
Guts. There you go.
And stuff like that. And that's another great scratch built kit, right? A lot of these are just get truck kits, and you can build a lot of amazing stuff.
And you can also what you've done in the past is you can convert a few models to use Grots, but they use the Orc rules.
Yeah, my war boss is just a bunch of Grots in like a little bus,
like a little buggy or whatever. Yeah, and there's other vehicles that have Grot gunners. Like there's planes with Grot gunners and buggies with Grot gunners, and so you can like have mix and match that too.
I wouldn't limit yourself to the rules.
Yeah.
All right,
that's for sure.
Yeah.
Thank you, Elliot. Thanks to Adrian for selling me on Harlequins a few months ago. Ripped yesterday, though. How do you think Harlequins hold up with new releases?
Oh, it's been great until now.
And they're these last, they're getting chipped.
They
for
are.
sure.
Actually,
both these codexes hurt them immensely.
Really badly. Turn off Aura.
Dark Angels and Death Guard are both not instant losses, but they're both
pretty bad.
Really, really bad matchups.
Yeah, because before that, everything that came out, no problem.
They had good matchups all around.
Yeah, it's all good. The Death Guard,
maybe the Sisters was good against everyone, so the Sisters would have been good against them too.
Yeah, but they can play that game at least.
Totally, they could.
Yeah, so these newer ones are going to be a tougher one, and me personally, I'm going to be shifting my list for like the first time ever, I think. Not because of yesterday, but just because of Death Guard and to a lesser extent Dark Angels.
Yeah.
So yeah, we'll adapt, and eventually we'll get our own book, right?
If you had the list yesterday, that was the boats with all the fusion, that would have been really tough for me.
I think I would pretty handily have that. Yeah,
I agree.
And I really didn't want to take that because I was like, what would I have wanted to take to LVO? And it would have been the list I'm familiar with, the one I was winning with. So
although it's one of those things where at the last minute, an army like Death Guard comes out that invalidates it, which is really tough.
Yeah. That's the thing is like a lot of this stuff doesn't truly represent the churn that does literally happen right before LVO. Yeah. You remember last year?
Especially with the last codex that comes out, could change a lot.
So you can't truly replicate that.
Yeah.
All right, thanks again, Martin. Wanted to say thanks for tonight. You all worked so hard to bring this preview to us. Not the result I'd hoped for, but great to see the codex in play.
It's not, we didn't know what to expect, honestly.
Yeah.
And even I didn't know what to expect until the end of my movement phase on turn 1, where I'd moved and I was like, oh, I got ya.
Yeah. Me too, trust me. I was like, oh, no.
I was like, oh, I did it.
Yep.
That was a quick one.
So, yeah, but we're going to have a bunch more coming, so thank you so much, Martin. And like we said, the live games and the tactics videos that are going to be released momentarily.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Ian. Hey, Titans. Loving the content recently. I have some Harlequins on order. What is the best mask to use?
Ooh, so currently I think I still stick with my top two picks. I love Frozen Stars for the melee, the flexibility. Then again, because of things like Death Guard, I think Soaring Spite becomes much more interesting than it was before. A lot of people were playing that Soaring Spite, but I thought Frozen Stars was better if you could play well.
Yeah.
Now there's a kind of a cap that you're hitting even with your skill that I think Soaring Spite becomes very interesting with tons of Melta. That's the big thing, right? Melta and transports.
Yeah, that's right.
So yeah.
Agreed.
All right, thanks, Daminate. Let us pray to the machine spirit. The internet stays strong for tomorrow's game. All hail the Omnissiah.
We've actually had surprisingly good internet over the last year and a bit that we've been doing this.
Yeah.
We've only had 3 issues total.
Right.
Which is
wild.
Which is actually pretty crazy.
Yeah. And one of them was on Halloween, so that doesn't really count.
That was
a spooky night.
That was spooky.
Thank you, Poe. Assembling Flesh Terrors, new to 9th edition.
Sweet.
How would you guys approach their take on Blood Angels rules?
So, what is their current iteration?
I don't have the rules memorized.
Should be down there. Yeah,
they're only slightly different. And I know that a lot of people like the things that they get that Blood Angels don't get. They have their own relics and Morlar traits.
They have a surprising number.
It's less harsh than it used to be, right? It used to be like, good luck, man. Yeah, let's take a look because we haven't seen it in a while.
It's not something I've looked at in a while. So.
Oh wait,
they have it in the main.
In the core book is there?
But I'm just going to see one of their. They also have a couple stratagems that are just for them. So here's their warlord traits.
For you guys.
Basically, each time the warlord is selected to fight, you get 1 additional attack for every 5 models within 3 inches. It's like meh, who cares?
Pretty bad.
When he makes 6 to hit is an additional hit.
That's pretty good.
It's okay. You don't have that many attacks. And then each time you make a charge, they can't fire Overwatch or set to defend.
That's really
and you get to reroll charges.
That's really, really good.
That's awesome.
That was pretty good. And
so their tactic, they get the +1 to wound. They don't get the +1 advance and charge. Instead, they get 6s to wound or an extra AP. So
the Blood Angels are better.
This isn't bad, but the Blood Angels one is better. Right?
If we're just talking straight better, the Flesh Terrors one is excellent, but the Blood Angels one is unbelievably excellent.
Right, but that's not the question. The question is, given this, what would you do, right? How would you build it out?
What's your take on it?
I would build it the exact same as a Blood Angels list. It does the same thing. You're trying to do the same thing with it. Personally, maybe I
don't think it revolutionizes or does anything different than Blood Angels. It just has a couple different tools.
The funny thing is, I might tech it a little bit more into Stardy's Chainswords because of the ability to proc the extra AP. I'm already at AP2 in Assault Doctrine. I could spike up to AP3, go for more attacks. cool. I would rely less on deep striking unless I had a chaplain to give me the +2, stuff like that.
That's the big change for me because you're exchanging mobility for more damage, and so you want to shore that up with a chaplain, generally speaking. And I guess that's the only option.
That +2 to move banner still great.
The banner is very important.
You'd have to pay for that relic because it's a successor, so you have to pay extra to take that relic.
So yeah, shore up those weaknesses so that you really use your advantages to the advantage.
Agreed.
Yeah.
Thanks, Casey. I've been feeling that Corvus Hammers were good on one squad of BK, Burger Kings. Yep,
definitely Burger Kings.
But too expensive if on every night model.
Yeah.
Would Adrian agree after this game?
Yeah, so that was one of the things I mentioned at the very end was I feel like there's too many points in certain parts of this list. It's going to take some tweaking to figure out where. But the Black Knight squads are really expensive. The Corvus Hammers, I think, are 5 points each.
And the -1 AP is just not enough.
So would you just, like, skip the Burger Kings? Or do you think Burger Kings
No. You need the plasma. And we didn't get to use it here, but they have a stasis grenade, which makes the unit unable to fall back, which can be huge.
The stasis grenade is nice, and also the invuln is nice, which is one argument to not just add more Inceptors, to be honest. We saw how quick they fold when you don't have invulns on them.
5 points for the hammer, so they're 45 points for the hammer.
Yeah, so for the squad of 5, it's 25 points more.
That's a fair cost.
I think that's actually okay.
That's a fair cost.
It gives you that utility. They are 2 damage. And then the other thing, again, that I didn't play with this in this case because there's so many strats and things going around is there's a couple ways to actually put you into combat doctrine so you get an extra AP in melee early on. So I think it's still interesting. Again, I have some misgivings about where the points are in this specific list.
Yeah.
But I'm not sure if that's where I would pull it, actually, knowing that it's 25 points for one of those.
The thing is, you could take a Maul for free. So the Maul is strength 7 -1 for 1. So strength
7?
Yeah, so it's higher strength, same AP, 1 less damage, which is big.
Yeah.
But the strength 7's cool, and that's free.
That's not bad.
So it's not it's viable.
And against Death Guard,
it's
the same damage and you're wounding better.
That's right.
Meta question.
Yeah.
And against Necrons, same thing.
It's pretty much the same thing.
Yeah.
Well, not the Praetorians.
Not the Praetorians,
but any other T5, right?
Yeah. So yeah, I might consider them with the Maul.
Yeah, if you're tight for points. So
agreed.
We'll keep trying stuff out.
Alrighty, thanks, Joseph. Hey Titans, AdMac question: with Stygies infiltration stratagem, could you potentially get a 6-inch charge turn 1 after disembarking from a Dune Rider? Yes.
Yeah, I think so. Because you go to the 9, and then you go to the 3, and then you go to the
6.
The 6
in your move.
And you move in the charge.
And then you charge 6. Yeah. If they're frontlined.
Well,
they don't know you can do
there's
this.
games where you start even closer, right?
Yeah.
So you can absolutely get
Table Quarters only has an 18-inch no man's land.
Yeah, you're moving 18, and then your charge.
Yeah.
So it's possible.
It's more than possible. It's absolutely like going to happen in any game you wanted it to happen. Basically,
it's great, and it's a great threat even if you don't.
That's the thing. It's not about doing it. It's about that you could do it and force your opponent.
Yeah.
It's one of those things, and I hate to say this, but this is the way you do this in competitive.
Yeah.
You come to the table and you're like, just so you know,
yeah,
I can move my thing up and charge 18 inches turn 1. I don't want to surprise you. You know, I win a lot of games that way.
Which is true.
And then you have no intention of doing it.
And they're like, oh, geez.
But they're like so preoccupied with it. They like deploy everything in the corners. And you're like, just putting models. And you're like, oh no, I didn't actually want to do it.
You're like pulling out a baseball bat.
Yeah.
And then they don't do the thing and you're like, oh, this is my cane. What are you talking about?
Thanks, Commissar Boris. We appreciate the support. Thank you.
Thank you so much.
Appreciate it.
Thanks, an actual ant. Impressive.
Impressive, yeah.
Any tips for Tau fighting Thousand Suns?
They could do it. Just watch out for all his dust with the 1 damage.
Yeah. Don't bring 1 damage.
Don't bring 1 damage. Seriously. And don't think you're going to kill anything with a 1 damage gun. Seriously. Like, it's not going to happen.
It's going to be tough to dig them out of line of sight. Because you can't SMS them, you got to get around.
Yeah.
And they have mega saves.
Yeah.
You're fast, though.
Right.
You are fast, yeah. And you throw your drones out, like if you have shield drones, they're so good to soak up smites.
Yeah.
Because they have a feel no pain. Be careful what they're smiting. If you have, let's say, breachers and stuff like that that aren't actually that strong against an army, just make them take all the wounds.
Yeah.
But it's tough because some of their units won't go down as easily as you thought they would. But they have sometimes big units, like big Terminator squads, that you can put a bunch of buffs on and really go hard at them. Just they can also put buffs on them too, so you gotta watch out.
All right, thanks, Trey. I heard you like Mans, M-A-N-Z, Mega Armor Knobs. Yep,
I like it.
We do like those.
We do.
But how do you feel about pretending it's 2010 and fielding Mans missiles? Mega Armor Knobs in a truck.
I like it. I like it. Oh man, remember the Bully Boys formation? Oh, so cool. It was literally a formation. It was called the Bully Boys, and it was like them in the trucks, and they could do amazing cool stuff. Oh, I love Megan.
They needed to have oars at the side.
Yeah,
and like be rowing, be the real Bully Boys.
That's right. The Bully Boys. So cool. Yeah, I love them. They're awesome. That's all I have to say about that.
All right, thanks, Robert. How do you get over Painter's Block? I've stripped my Tau test models 6 times, and I just can't get a color scheme or design to work.
Oh no.
Yeah. That's tough when that happens. I get this with my AdMech a lot. I keep coming back to it.
Because you could do anything with them.
Yeah, and I'm like, no, I want to do this. I want to do the blue. And I'm like, yeah, it's great. And I'm like, I stopped. Why did I stop? It's because I don't love it. Blah, blah, blah. It's hard to get around the not liking a color scheme. But getting around the Painter's Block, paint something else. Paint something fun. Paint something frivolous, honestly.
Yeah. I have an absurd answer to your question.
Okay, let's hear it.
I will just pick a scheme, paint it, and if I don't like it, I'll just start another variant of that army and paint them in a different color. And then I'll have both. So it's like, cool, like I have these Tau and these 2 schemes or whatever. Like I've always wanted a Farsight, I'll do a Farsight, and then I'll have this one. And
that explains the Space Marines.
And that's right.
You don't like any of those? Which one's the one you actually like?
Yeah, exactly. So you can even make this in the rules. Like you can say, oh, I really like these 2 schemes. I'll have 2 different detachments, and they'll use different points. They're not as interchangeable in the future, but you can still do it and make it work.
It helps with that indecision.
Yeah, you can have both.
So yeah, that's a tough thing.
Yeah.
All right, thanks, Martin. Glad the Pridger accepts Dark Angels with the Lion are loyal, as the new Codex fluff apparently says the Lion has now been fully healed on the rock. Check it out.
So they did say specifically that he's like ready whenever we need him most. He will.
He's on the bench. He's been benched.
Yeah, whenever the Games Workshop IP needs him most, they'll be like,
yeah,
you know,
break glass. Yeah,
break glass for Primarchs.
Do you think that means they have the model done and they're just not releasing it until?
No, if they had the model, they would release it. I'm sure.
Yeah.
Then why would they put that in the lore? That's so weird.
Because we're talking about it right now, and it's exciting that it could happen.
I don't know.
Why not?
They're such a mean company sometimes. Just
teasing
us. They know what we want. Just give us our plastic boss guy.
Thanks, Kiefer. So you said most new books have an S tier list. What is a Necron one in your opinion? I need to know for research.
It's Novak.
It's a few.
It's a Novak list. Silent King.
2 catacomb command barges.
Yeah, that's right, because that helps you get the secondary where you kill things with the.
Very reliable.
Yeah, with the lords. You got a block of warriors. You know, you've got something fast moving.
I think there's scarabs generally. But not like big blobs, surprisingly. Yeah, it's not a crazy list. Is the cool thing about it, right?
Yeah, Technomancer or Chronomancer. Sorry.
Chronomancer for sure.
Yeah. It's nothing surprising. It's just it's janky, and it's janky in a way that no one can get around. Because of reanimation, and the Silent King is just a beast, and all that kind of stuff combined.
Yeah. I like it. It's cool.
It's very strong.
All right. Thanks again, Martin. So now that other Custodians players are looking at swapping to Dark Angels, will Bridger buy some Deathwing before their meta expires, like his 18th Centurions?
I'm definitely doing Deathwing soon, because it's only 34 models.
Right.
Like, it's like 4 days worth of work. You know what I mean? And you have an army. It's really quite doable.
Pretty sweet.
And it's so strong.
You're a monster.
That's how I got into Custodians. I was like, I could have this army ready by Wednesday.
Right.
You know? And I was like, no problem. And I basically did. It took as long to base the entire army as it did to paint the entire army. You know what I mean? Like, it's not that. It was like 18 models when I did my first Custodians Force. So,
to answer your question, Martin, no, I will not be playing Dark Angels.
But you might play the Deathwing that we paint up
on stream.
Probably not.
Yeah. We'll force you to.
Seems unlikely.
Let's force it. Let's put a vote up.
If the people will it.
Ryan, I put the votes up.
Yeah. To be fair, I mean, to be clear, that's what I'm trying to say is, Bridger's not playing on Tuesday, so don't vote based off that.
That
happens all the time.
Be us. I'll be playing the Deathwing.
Yeah.
You'll be playing whatever they vote for.
Yeah.
All right, last one for today. Thanks, Law Chaos. So having trouble figuring out what direction to take my Raven Guard. Kind of want to go pure Phobos, Primaris, minus reviews, but so many choices.
It's so many choices.
So many choices. Minus reviews, as in people say they're not great?
Yes, that's
it's not the best way to build them.
But it's got great personality, and it is what I'm going to do.
I think it's super cool, super stylish.
I'll have like a strong force of Phobos. I won't overdo it though.
Yeah.
But I'll definitely have like I like the the guys with the visors.
Incursors. That's what it was,
Yeah, I like Incursors, and I actually think they go well with the army.
They're a good combat threat.
Yeah, yeah.
Only combat threat.
And I would have the snipers, the eliminators, because they go really well and they fit the theme. So things like that, you can have like a solid batch, and I'd have some Phobos characters.
Yeah.
And that'd be great, like
that's cool.
you know, Reaver Lieutenant or something like that.
Yeah.
You crack out Legends. You get Lysicidon. You play Raptors.
If they didn't put him into Legends, yeah, he's not.
He's not. You scrap the entire Primaris idea.
I do like Raptors. I do like Raptors, but yeah, I'm not going to do a Raptors first. I'm going to do a pure Raven because I want to have all the pure chapters.
Right. Yeah, I think it's cool. And use the incursors as your backbone, as your your fighters and your point men and things like that. And I think it's great.
Yeah.
Awesome. Well, thank you guys so much for joining us on this Dark Angels release day. Very, very exciting. We're excited to play the book more, to build our own Dark Angels armies.
At least 3 more, like 2 or 3 more games this next week.
Yeah, for sure.
So testing out different things, building harder lists. We've got tactics videos coming out that explain more about the book. All kinds of great stuff.
That's right. And of course, tomorrow.
Don't miss it.
Semifinals LVN. It's going to be sisters, I guess. We know that.
And
we don't know that. No. That was, we didn't.
All right. We have no idea what we're playing, but we'll be here tomorrow at 11 a.m. Pacific Standard Time. Come
so an hour earlier. Don't miss it.
We still have our giveaways going on in the Discord. Go ahead and check that out.
And LVN's still going on right now. Tune in.
Watch those games. I know I'm going to go check that out and watch it while I have
Yeah, we need to see what we're going to play.
I know, right? I'm going to be kind of nervous watching the morning game, you know?
Yeah.
So anyways, check it out, guys, and we'll see you next time on the Tabletop.